Show.
XM 202.
Of the morning, while the city sleeps, an uncommon band of heroes unites to fight the forces of evil.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, my sweet Jesus.
With Opie.
I want to be known as notorious. No.
Ack.
Everyone is always in my way.
Oh, you really are deluded.
And B-Cup.
Kind of fat-breasted and awful.
And surrounded by dullards.
Ben looks like poorly spliced film.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Whenever Steve yawns, it looks like the back of the Batmobile and it accelerates.
Pocketosis.
Eric, you're not going to cry.
Shut up.
And armed with superhuman powers.
He pulls his pants down and just starts leaking into someone's garbage can. That's rule one.
How about if he gives you the old chin tap with his helmet?
That's all right with me.
They are living among us. Average citizens, average heroes, quietly and anonymously continuing to make the world a better place.
Controversial talkers Opie and Anthony.
We are just dicks. You better just sit back and watch.
Yeah. Wait, what?
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good. All right.
Take your time.
Yeah. How long is this song?
How long is this song? It's an instrumental. I think we're broadcasting live at this point, though. I'm not really sure. We're trying to get Anthony with a headset. We're trying to get the prima donna his headset. See, he can't talk back, so we can say whatever the hell we want. Anthony's trying to talk, but we can't hear him yet. It's the Opie and Anthony program. We like to call it the O&A virus, spreading across America, and we have gone west. We are in Los Angeles, somewhere in the ghetto, at the World Poker Tournament. Is that getting better? I don't hear you. Yeah, I don't hear him at all. Not in my headset. All right, everyone is panicking behind the scenes. Everyone is completely panicking. Norton is freaking out. Well, it's the Opie program. Going back to the old days. I'm going to spin some twofers and...
There we go.
Hi, Anthony. How are you?
I had to take Jimmy's mic.
Welcome to the broadcast.
Oh.
Well, yeah, it's the Opie
Smells
Anthony
like
show.
urine.
It's not Norton and Friends or anything like that.
I don't know what happened. Look, there's a massive wires behind you. This is good when you actually go on the air. We 5 minutes before we went on, we were all just like hanging out and scrambling around. We didn't even check anything. We should have been here hours early, making sure everything works, but of course not.
I'm getting attacked by the wires. I'm going to get choked out here, but
there is a hell of a spider web behind your.
I see that.
Your head of just wires, headphones, and microphones and everything else. But apparently we're on the air.
And Jimmy's not, and Jimmy's losing his mind.
We're here at the World
Hi,
Poker Tour Invitational at the Commerce Casino in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And I just registered, Opie.
I know. You look very nervous today, I got to tell you.
I'm a little nerve-wracked.
I've known Anthony for about 10 years, and you look very nervous.
Well, that's my strategy. People are going to go, ooh, what a poker face he's got. It's called scared shitless. That's the look he's got, and I'm going with it. I'm sticking with it.
I think you thought it was no big deal until we got here and realized, oh, my God, look at all these lights. I mean, there's TV lights, there's TV cameras, there's paparazzi, there's a red carpet.
Well, it's set up.
There's a celebrity list that has at least 50 to 60 names on it. There's like, how many tables out there? 20, 30 tables?
Yeah, there's about 30 or so.
We can't hear you, Kenny. We're still setting up microphones. So
I'm going to be pretty close to us right there. I'm table 14,
all right,
which
you're
is very close to where we're broadcasting over here. We're broadcasting. If you ever watched the World Poker Tour, they have the final table set up. Of course, no one's going to be playing on it today because all the preliminaries go on today. But all the cameras are around it. It's just like I see it on TV. And everything, and we're broadcasting from right in front of the final table.
Right.
And then beyond the final table, on the other side, is like a ballroom, and it's just full of about 30 or 40 poker tables, of which I'm at table 14.
Do you know who else is at your table?
Not yet. I have no idea who's at my table yet. I'm hoping it's people that are very bad at poker. That would be very good for me. But with my luck. Doyle Brunson will sit down there, and I'll be done in a matter of minutes. Look who just walked in, Rich Voss.
Hey, Rich, how are you? Wow,
yes.
The celebrities are rolling in now.
if only we had microphones to put on so we could hear them speak. But
wow, we have the best booker in the business. Rich Voss has arrived for his exclusive interview with the Opie and Anthony program.
The first celebrity we gaze at is Voss.
Voss. Anyway, so. Yeah, I mean, this casino's in the middle of the ghetto.
What? I don't know. Is it?
Huh?
Should we be saying that?
Well, it's in the ghetto, right?
I might want to. I don't know. It's right off the I-5
Hey, man,
freeway.
If you're going to build a casino, wouldn't you find the the cheap real estate?
Well, true.
All right.
Well, Atlantic City, by the way, Opie, is built in a very bad part of town. Atlantic City is the casinos are built in a very bad part of town. But once you're there, it's fine. You're in your own little land, and that's what this is. It's a lovely casino. Who knows what's going on outside the building? Who really cares?
Well, we kind of knew what was going outside the building because on the way from the Sofitel, we got lost.
Yeah.
And we decided to just pull over. Look at Ben panicking because I mentioned the hotel we're at in Los Angeles. Yeah, because, man, they're going to just be beating down our door to meet us. Like Ben's just freaking out. I wish we had microphones to get everyone else on it. We will eventually.
No, hopefully we will.
So we pull off the highway and we take an exit ramp, and all of a sudden we're at like a bodega, and Kenny jumps out of the van to ask for directions, and I'm like, "Are you insane? Did you guys notice like 2 miles back that everything changed into Spanish?"
All of a sudden there was no English language signs anywhere to be found. The billboards were in Spanish. All the storefronts were in Spanish, and that's when we figured maybe we were lost.
Maybe.
And, Kenny pulled in. Kenny's our driver now, too.
Yeah.
What happened to that? Didn't we used to have, like, a van with a driver that would pick us up? Why is Kenny driving us around? He's our chauffeur.
I don't know. Yeah, he pretty much rented the van.
He's got like a sporty suit on and everything. He looks very professional. He's our driver, our security.
It was quite an adventure to get over here, but Los Angeles, man. They're talking about this rain like I don't know.
Dude, it's all they talk about on the news. I'm trying to watch the news.
Like Armageddon hit or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch the news, and all they're talking about is this goddamn rain and the mudslides, and they keep showing that poor statue that fell off the back patio that was hanging over a cliff, and the mud runs off from the mountain, and you just see this patio and some guy's big statue collapsing. I've seen that 800 times.
It's just weird because our old pal Jay now lives out here, and I was hanging out with Jay a little bit last night, and he's
Jay from Framingham, not Jay Moore.
No, not Jay Moore. Jay from Framingham, and a bunch of us went out, and he's like, look, man, when you're from the East Coast, this is just regular weather. It's no big deal. But he's saying that the locals out here are just losing their minds with the rain and the mudslides and stuff.
Rain. It's not a hurricane.
Right.
It's not a tornado. It's not some weird weather event that never happens. These people are freaking out over rain.
But
I understand mudslides and stuff like that, but it's rain.
This is the third rainiest season on record for out here, and the rainy season goes all the way to June.
Yeah.
They're up to, I think, something like 33 to 34 inches for the season. The all-time record is 38.
That's ever all-time record.
And they got what, like 4 months left in the season.
Yeah.
So, and then there's this huge rock that's just.
I saw that clip, yeah.
Oh, you saw that? It's just, it's ready to go. It's right over the PCH, right outside Malibu.
Pacific Coast Highway for those people that don't live here, Opie.
I consider this like almost my second home. I love it out here. So, and it's just kind of teetering and ready to go, and the locals are losing their minds because that's the only way to get to their homes.
Yeah, pretty much close the road.
Yeah, they're not allowing the locals to drive on PCH in that area. So,
Huge
and then
boulder.
Did you see the tiger? The news was just full of crazy stuff this morning.
This is California. It's the oddest place to ever live. There's stuff going on here between earthquakes, fires, mudslides, and then you got to worry about tigers. It was a tiger roaming around.
But they killed it, right?
Yeah, they shot it this morning.
Whose tiger was it?
They don't know where it came from. It was just wandering around in the hills. It had been out there. They've had reports of it since I guess mid-February.
Yeah.
And it's a full-grown, huge
Wait, they've had
tiger.
Reports for almost a month?
Yeah, that they've been seeing this thing around.
Okay, and they finally found it, and they decided, well, we got to kill it.
Well, they said why didn't they tranquilize it and stuff? And some of the one of the spokesmen said, well, it was heading toward a populated area, and we were afraid if we shot it with a tranquilizer that it might run off and injure some people. But you know damn well these good old boys are just like, when am I going to get an opportunity to shoot a tiger? You know?
Right.
How many guys get an opportunity to shoot a full-sized Bengal tiger?
Well, because they have the mountain lions out here.
Yeah, plenty of those. You read about people bicycling in the hills, and they wind up getting ripped to shreds.
Did I ever tell you my mountain lion story? It's really no big deal, but when I come out here, I do a lot of hiking.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of old fire roads. They're roads where the fire could get up into the hills to put out the brush fires and all. So they have these special fire roads where they go up and you go up into the mountains and stuff. And there's a lot of hikers, day hikers will hike these fire roads.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't notice on the way in. But I noticed on the way out after doing like a 2-3 hour day hike last time I was out here, huge sign: beware of mountain lions. Do not walk alone in this area.
Mountain lions.
But that's what I see on the way out. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
And you're just trotting around up there,
you go around
dopey New Yorker.
You go around these weird, these kind of corners and stuff, and a mountain lion could perfectly be, perched up above you and just jump down and pounce.
Come out of the brush and kill you. It's amazing, California. It's the weirdest goddamn place to live or to visit because there's just so many bizarre things going on. What do you got in New York? The occasional homeless guy that whacks you over the head with a cobblestone. You got maybe a homeboy he'll try to rob you and shoot you.
Right.
Stuff like that. Normal news. Out here, it's just bizarre. A huge Bengal tiger was shot today as half a house rolls down a hillside.
Yeah, they're just talking about these houses. Well, look, if he only lost half his house this time around. Yeah, the mudslides are everywhere, but it's sunny today, and I guess that's it for the rain.
We brought the sunshine out with us, Opie, didn't we?
Even though our forecasters that are part of the O&A crew are like, no, dude, it's going to rain the whole time we're here. It's going to suck, blah, blah, blah. It's beautiful out today. It's like 60 degrees and sunny. So.
Well, did Steve give you the forecast? Because perhaps it was the same forecast he gave for Newark Airport with the massive delays, as he put it.
Yeah.
Before we left, Steve said, I'm hearing massive delays at Newark Airport because we had the snow the day before, and I guess they had canceled some flights. We walked into Newark, and it was a ghost town airport.
Yeah,
there was nobody there but us.
It was one of the easiest flights to ever take.
Yeah, so we were laughing at Steve at his massive delay report at the airport.
Man.
And the weather, the same thing. Yeah. Oh, it's going to rain the whole time we're there. Nice and sunny this morning.
Yeah.
Finally done with it.
Beautiful. They're still trying to get a microphone for Jim Norton.
Are you kidding? We can't. We've been going this long. We can't get one more mic at work. Norton's livid.
Norton is livid. He's cursing his ass off.
I saw they had asked Norton to check a mic, and we were in the middle of a conversation a couple of minutes ago, and Norton looks like they're talking. Like, I can't. But it would be funny if you just started going check 1 2 check as we're doing our show.
And we can't share microphones because we got these stupid headsets on. Like
the wacky headset mics.
Like we're at the a PGA event or something.
Yeah.
And I don't want Norton that close to me.
I think they give us these when it's going to be a little noisy because I take it. With this room filling up with 50 or so tables full of poker players, it's not going to be quiet out there. We're not exactly in the room. We're not close to the tables. How far away would you say we are?
30 feet.
30
feet from your table, and then there's like 2 more tables beyond
it's like
that.
A whole ballroom. So
it's like 3 or 4 rows, I guess.
Although we're not in the middle of it, you're definitely going to hear some noise. So I guess that's why they gave us these.
I didn't expect this. I mean, this is really, really cool.
You never watched
video
it
and pictures of this?
You never watched it on TV?
I take a peek here and there. Like you're mentioning this Doyle character. I don't know who Doyle is.
Brunson. Whoa,
I have no idea. No clue.
He's one of the old-timers, pro, been in it for years and years. But what's odd about this whole thing, like the World Poker Tour, up until just a couple of years ago, this stuff was going on, but it didn't have this hoopla to it.
Right.
I mean, they had maybe 30 players would register for these things up until just a few years ago, before they started putting it on TV. You get 30 players come in for maybe a $5,000 buy-in, stuff like that. Now, you're getting hundreds of players at $25,000 a pop to come in here and play poker in these tournaments. And it just really started taking off when they started doing these shows and televising it and getting it on television like this. And now, you walk in and you see this hoopla and you wonder how somebody like Doyle Brunson, who, was playing in the friggin' 40s, feels about stuff like this. I'd love to ask him that if we get him at the table, how it's changed over the years and how he feels about all this pomp and circumstance. Now, look at the lights and the set that they have and the cameras and everything.
Yeah, they're getting the TV lights on again, so.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. So what's going to be your strategy, Anthony?
I've said it before. My strategy, I don't know if it's going to work or not.
You're starting to relax, I see now.
To hang. Well, I'm doing
when we first sat down, you were like, "Oh my God!"
Doing what I do.
It's become a little overwhelming.
Radio. Is that your phone going?
No, I turned off my radio.
Or the Trio. Someone's phone is making noise every so often.
Yeah, whatever.
And when I sat down, get a little nervous just thinking of this. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have to play poker with these people. But I've relaxed a little bit.
You're going to be in the same boat as most of these people, though.
I don't know.
Because how many professionals could there possibly be in here?
Not really. No, not the professionals, but a lot of these celebrities spend a lot of time playing poker, man.
They have nothing better to do, right?
Nothing better to do. And they're going to be out there. I don't know. I'm not so much nervous. Like, it's not like it's my money, I'm not gambling away my money. I just would like to be able to hang out in there for a little while longer than just 5 minutes and then I'm gone. Mm-hmm. My strategy, I've said it before, is to kind of lay back a little bit. I'll play the good hands, but for the most part, at the beginning, when the blinds are still pretty low, I'm not going to take too many chances. I'm going to see if the table I'm at, if some of the hard heavy hitters at the table can thin out the crowd a little bit, take out a few people. I'll sit back, like I said, play the good hands, but watch a little bit, and then as I get the good cards, play into those.
Are we going to have, like, some kind of hand signals or something?
Well, you're going to be able to see me.
I'm going to be able to see you, and hopefully you'll be able to face me. That'll be kind of cool.
If I point to myself and put up my middle finger, that's universal sign for I'm fucked. Which should pretty much it's a clear signal. It's concise. It's not confusing. Like it's not. Don't confuse it with I'm number one, Opie.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be. You got a pretty clear view of me.
At this point, you and I know each other's mannerisms, so if you're facing me, I'll be able to tell everyone exactly what's going on in your head. Exactly.
Just by
no
my expressions,
problem.
you will know if I'm winning or losing.
Yeah, you'll be rolling your eyes.
Horribly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to try.
Because you're not going to be giving me subtle, obvious signals, obviously. I'm going to actually be reading your face from 30 feet away, and I guarantee I'll nail it.
Well, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to keep a real poker face on. For the people that watch, you've seen people like Phil Ivey is one of those that's just a pro at not showing anything. Yeah. This guy can sit there with the best hand or the biggest bluff, and he will have the same face. Even after the hand's over and he won, he won't let on that he was bluffing or he had the good hand and give the other guy the satisfaction. It is just stone face. And I'm hoping fear will give that talent to me.
See, that's why I can't play poker. We were discussing this last night at dinner. I'm the guy, like, first of all, my pride would get in the way. If someone keeps raising me, I'm like, screw that, man. I'm in.
Coming in on top of them.
And then I would also, this is why I would not be able to play poker in the end when the bet is over and that hand is over, whatever. I would have to see what the guy had.
Oh, well.
It would drive me absolutely nuts, not knowing if he was bluffing or if he had whatever, the straight or the, the...
It will drive you crazy. But with this, with these television shows, up until a few years ago, you never knew what was going on. But now, with the cameras that they have on the table, they show what everybody's hole cards are. So a lot of these guys, they don't know immediately what they had. But a month later, when these shows air, they
cool.
get to watch. And I would love to see what these guys' reactions are when they're sitting there and realize, the guy was sitting there with a great hand and he folded because this guy was just screwing with him.
Yeah.
And that's got to be fun to watch. These people at home watching these tapes.
There's the spotlight. They're now testing the spotlight, Anthony.
Ooh.
Are we ever going to get Jim Norton on, and Ben and Steve? We have a lot to talk about.
Actually, anybody else but just Opie and Anthony?
Yeah, I mean, Anthony.
It's like the old days, Opie.
I know, and we're sick of looking at each other, so it's always good to have a third person in the mix.
Somebody we can just turn to and maybe address.
Yeah.
Hello, stupid.
Yeah, Ben, on the way over here, there's a local morning show. They've done quite well for themselves over the years. Kevin and Bean in Los Angeles, and Ben's like telling the story how these guys don't even broadcast from the same studio anymore.
Really?
Yeah, because one of the guys has personal problems with whatever, and so I think he's in Seattle.
Do they not like each other? Or?
No, I mean there was rumors for a while that they didn't like each other, but no, I think it's actually a legitimate thing. So the one guy does the show from his home in Seattle, and the other guy does it from Los Angeles, and they just have TV screens to look at each other. And Ben's telling us, like, could you imagine doing a radio show like that? I'm like, Ben, Ant and I are about 2 years away from doing it exactly like that.
How you doing? Oh, yeah.
Hey, man.
Scratching yourself. You get to just walk around. What is it, at their house or something?
Yeah, that's the cool part.
Wow.
The guy, I guess, has breakfast and coffee, goes downstairs to some kind of studio they built for him, and he's ready to go. I know the reason, Ben. I just didn't want to say
So you can like walk around with a wireless headset mic and pretty much just go about your day and do the radio show. That's amazing.
They do it every day, and they pull it off. They're still pretty popular out here.
That is amazing.
In Los Angeles.
How the hell does that work?
So what's going on with the mics? Nothing?
Yeah. Any ETA on when we'll have or
we're gonna have
what
to take
it is?
A break, and then we're going to be able to... That should be fixed by the time we get back from a break. Should we take a long break?
How many guest mics will we have once Jimmy has a mic?
Jimmy is livid.
2 guest mics?
Jimmy's livid. I love this because I used to be the guy. I just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
And I really mean I don't care anymore.
I don't care.
Because you throw a lot of energy out there and you show passion, and you don't have any of that passion being shown back to you. So you're like, all right, well, why should I care then? But Jim has taken up the cause.
I'd say he's steamed. He's a little steamed.
Jim has taken up the cause. He's like how I used to be. I just can't be bothered anymore. If no one else is going to care and show the passion back, then all right, I'll just call it in every day.
He's hot under the collar.
But Jimmy wants to freaking strangle someone at this point. We have no other mic that works, right? It's just our 2 mics. All right. So does Eric have a nice long sweeper or something that we could play?
A long sweeper. Boy, that'll give us an extra 8 seconds.
I know. So this is what's going to happen. Anthony's doing the show until about what time zone are we in? I guess what?
2 o'clock Pacific.
2 o'clock Pacific?
So that'll be 5 o'clock Eastern.
Okay, 5 o'clock Eastern and 2 o'clock. Okay, I got it. 2 o'clock Pacific.
Yeah.
Anthony will be doing the show, and then he's got to get to his table and play some poker. And
right.
Then we'll be getting some kind of updates through Ben or somebody who's going to be a runner. Because I hear that we could go over there, kind of.
One guy is going to be able to go over there, probably Ben, and get updates, constant updates.
All right.
And through hand signals or facial expressions, you'll be able to look at me. I might be able to turn around if I'm not facing you. Hopefully, I'll be facing you.
Yeah.
Kenny, maybe you could find out where seat number 1 is at table 14 and see if it's facing us or away from us.
Yeah, Kenny's
That's
running
good.
over there
Kenny's
right now.
Kenny's going to check that out.
All right, and then we got some celebrities that hopefully will be stopping by the show to help us out. I hear Joe Rogan's doing the show with us today.
Yeah, Rogan's going to show
up.
up.
What? We got to get the end of the Rogan story. We talk about how this show is a bunch of little storylines, and some we complete in one day, and others they go on for a month, and then you finally get the end of the story.
You get the money shot, the payoff.
And he's got to tell a story of what's his name, Doug Stanhope, and that whacked out drug they were trying. Remember the story was getting really good, and then we ran out of show. So Rogan's stopping by. He'll finally tell us what happened with that. Rich Voss is here with his lovely fiancée
Bonnie,
and who else is stopping by? Definitely, there was one more person who told me. Whatever. And then we got a whole list of people that
list of celebrities. Some of them pretty heavy hitters in the poker world, and you wouldn't really know it. You know that goddamn what's her name? Mina Suvari?
Yeah.
Alien-headed looking girl from what
American
movie?
Beauty,
American Beauty.
American Pie.
She's a pretty good poker player.
Really?
Yeah. And who would figure that? You know, you sit at a table with her, you figure Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider's here. Sarah Gilbert. Sean Fanning from Napster, the Napster founder. Screech is here, Anthony.
Oh, Jesus. And then you get like James Woods, you know. Is he here? I saw, I didn't see it on the list, but I heard. Lou Diamond Phillips, we saw him walking around.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, James Woods, there he is.
I thought this said Screech. It's actually Skeet Ulrich from Scream. That's a little.
Kenny, will I be facing?
Yes, you are sitting right next to the dealer, facing our broadcast.
Oh,
okay. So I am facing the table. Very good.
Ray Romano's going to be in the room. Gabe Kaplan, who's a great poker player.
Gabe
Anthony.
Kaplan, Mr. Cotter.
I know he's a great poker player.
Yeah,
he
plays
I know.
a lot.
Brad Garrett from Everybody Loves Raymond's going to be in the house. Who else? Just looking real fast. Dean Cain, Ed Asner, the Hairy Beast will be here.
Jennifer Tilly.
James Woods.
John Favreau, he plays a lot of poker, too.
Mac Culkin, better known as Macaulay.
Macaulay Culkin.
Culkin, but they call him now Mac. I guess that's his poker name. Lou Diamond Phillips, we already saw him walking around and wandering around.
He's got something to do with this.
Does he?
I'm not sure, but he was. We saw him walking around, and he was barking out orders like some kind of director.
Okay.
So I think either that or he's really a prima donna.
Rodney Peete, former NFL player, of course, and now the list goes on and on. Yeah, right.
Adrian Young from No Doubt. Yeah.
Why don't we take a break and we'll try to get Jim Norton on the program.
It would be nice to get Norton involved with the program today.
Jim Norton did something very nice for Martini Steve. We'll talk about that.
Oh, that's right, his little birthday present.
After the break, and I guess...
No, it's not what you think, you perverts.
As we go to break, it's Stephen Lynch singing A Little Bit Special on the Opie and Anthony program.
When I was a boy of 10, I had a very special friend. Ed was kind with good intent, but just a little different. Oh, special Ed. His mama dropped him on his head. Now he's not so bright instead. He's a little bit special. Just a little bit special. We'd play tag and he'd get hurt. I'd play soldier, he'd eat dirt. I liked math and the spelling bee. Ed liked talking to a tree. Oh, special Ed. His mama dropped him on his head. Now she keeps him in the shed, 'cause he's a little bit better. Just a little bit better. I ran track, hung out in malls. Ed ran headfirst into walls. I had girly girls and lots of clothes. Ed had names for all his toes, like Larry and Terry and Jerry and Barry and Ronnie and Ronnie and Ricky and Mike dropped him on his head. Now he thinks he's a piece of bread, 'cause he's a little bit better. Just a little bit better. I thought college life was great. It could count from 1 to 2. I like people and the party scene. It was scared of the vacuum cleaner. Special ed. His mama dropped him on his head. Now his favorite color is the radio, 'cause he's a little bit better. Just a little bit. One day talking to special ed, he grabbed a brick and he swung at my head. And as he laughed at me, that's when I knew that special ed just made me special too. Ha! My shoes hurt! Now I laugh as I count bugs. I give strangers great big hugs. Next to me, it is fine. Yeah, he's a fucking Einstein. Oh, special ed and me. Now we're not right in the head, you see. Now we're not so bright instead. We're a little bit special, just a little bit special. That fucker had made me special, just a little bit. Just a little bit special. Stop laughing at me! Stop laughing at me! You stop laughing at me! And not fight, stop laughing at me!
Holy that's a clip I've never heard before.
What's her name?
Was that Julianne Lewis?
Yeah. Why did you spend everyone loving me?
Hey everybody, it's Stephen Lynch, and you're listening to Opie and Anthony on XM Satellite Radio.
Hello, my name is Elaine, and I'll be your tour guide through South Central Los Angeles.
The only difference between hookers and actresses.
Okay, you want to fill me in?
Is that hookers get paid more.
That's what the bottom line is. It's a bunch of geeks and a bunch of porn stars in the same place at the same time. Hot young men pointing at each other, getting educated every minute. Like someone making grilled cheese with an iron. Stupid criminals. Holy crap. Say goodbye to your T-cells, everyone.
Live from Los Angeles.
Just pummel them with nightsticks.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony, XM 202.
What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today?
Cancel all appointments.
Welcome to Radio Free America. America's ready. I'm ready. I mean, I want a million voices crying out in the wilderness. Jesus, let's get serious.
Now, take a deep cleansing breath. And begin.
Fix it.
Guess who's back?
I'm over here now.
Back again.
Nice head, Dick.
Bag it.
Guess who's back?
Oh, man.
Back again.
I don't believe it. Stupid. You're so stupid.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Tell her friend.
Turn it off.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Turn it off.
Oh, man, if I was older, I would totally start jacking off right now. Oh, it's all going.
We're gonna have a problem here. Top of me, so everybody just follow me, 'cause we need a little because it feels so empty without me. I said this looks like a top of me, so everybody just follow me, 'cause we need a little because it feels so empty without me.
Okay, cut.
All right, here we go. Hold your ears, folks.
It's showtime.
The Opie and Anthony Show. Oh, wow.
Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness.
Still more talking. I have never seen Jimmy look more disgusted in my life, and I've seen him look disgusted before.
I hope our microphones are on. They are? All right. We're back with the Opie and Anthony program. The O&A virus spreading across America. We're in Los Angeles at the Commerce Casino in Los Angeles, kind of in the ghetto.
Wow. It's off the interstate.
It's off the beaten path. It's on the other side of the tracks. We're at the World Poker Tour, and Anthony's going to be playing in about an hour and a half. It looks like we're going to lose him. And then Jimmy and I will do the rest of the program, and we'll be watching Anthony. He's right over there, table 14. It's only about 25, 30 feet right in front of us. He's going to be facing our broadcast center, so it should be very exciting to see how he's doing by just reading his facial expressions.
One of fear. That's pretty much the only facial expression you're going to see out of me.
And they're setting up the other tables. Look at those guys. They're getting all the other tables ready. And
a lot of work going on here.
And I think at this point we have Jim Norton joining the program.
Yeah, is that good? Is it fixed?
Oh, there's Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy.
All right, 38 minutes. All right, cool. I had a nice little break there. There we go. That's perfect.
Oh, boy.
Perfect.
Don't mess with my headphone.
No. I'm just trying to fix mine. I'm sure I'll cut something out by doing that.
You were a little angry.
You ever see how De Niro treated his date in Cape Fear? That's what I want to start doing to people. Just punching them in my bed and biting pieces of their face and spitting it out.
That was a little
Frankie.
Yeah, that was a little long.
This is the last road trip I'm doing. I don't want to do this anymore. For what?
Remember when we used to be like this, Opie?
Yeah, now I just go with the flow now.
And we're like, screw it. We're beaten dogs.
I was going to say we're like the beaten horses. You know, you see those wild horses, and
that's Jimmy.
Yeah, no one could calm them. You know, they ride them, and the horses just buck them off, and they don't want to listen to authority and be roped in and
snorting all the time out of the nose.
Right, and beaten, and then finally have a saddle thrown over the back of them.
They don't want that.
Guess what? You're looking at Ant and I. We're two old horses now. We're just with big ass saddles on our back, and we're like, They feed us every day.
We get food, we get water.
It would be cool to run wild and fuck other horses.
I remember the old days running wild.
Right. Now it's like they bring us inside when it's raining.
And there's Jimmy trying to knock the stall down so he can get out. And he doesn't realize how futile it is.
So, what's up, Jimmy?
Oh, I'm good, man. Yeah, it's good to be here. Just kind of standing around like an idiot. I'm just so cranky.
Yeah, well, and we wanted you in on the first break, but
that didn't happen.
Well, we can't share microphones because we have these headsets on, and it would just be very creepy and weird if we were, wearing the same headset as we try to do a radio show.
You know, Jimmy, what you could have done to broadcast during that first break was to just ask Opie if you could smell his breath, and then while he was doing it, talk. And what you'd be doing is broadcasting through his mic.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the extra.
Oh, we got an extra mic working. Well, Ben, why don't you pick that up, man?
Good.
Want to wish.
When it rains, it pours, right?
Yeah.
We got one mic, we get them all.
Do
we have Ben?
No, I can't hear Ben.
That's good.
There you are.
What?
Yeah, cool. Steve can hear you, so you can broadcast to Steve.
Good. Oh, wait. Hey, Ben, it's this mic. This mic's live. Here you go.
Well, that one is overmodulating like crazy, so keep it away a little bit.
Yeah, don't kiss that mic. Keep it about,
Who's this?
I'd call it about 6 inches away.
Who's this?
Oh, my
Deacon
God.
Jones,
that
my
is
friend.
Deacon Jones.
Deacon Jones.
What's up, Deacon Jones?
What you doing, Deacon?
Look at your bling, bro.
Hold this. Hold this.
That's probably why you didn't know it.
Of course I'm going to get. Deacon, you have to talk into this.
Yeah, give Deacon Jones this microphone.
Deacon Jones.
Hello, Mr. Jones.
How are you? I'm glad to be here.
Jim
You guys are interested in getting your ratings up, huh?
Yeah, can I have a picture with you?
All right. Wait a minute.
Hold on, just a picture.
Jimmy's not even waiting any longer to take pictures. Jimmy's not even.
You think I want to be photographed with you?
Maybe
stand up.
Oh, I am going to
stand up.
He tells Jim Norton to stand up.
Hurry up, Ben, before he hurts me.
Maybe it's better that Jimmy doesn't have a microphone. He's already.
Thanks.
That guy TJ is the one.
All right. Deacon Jones, sit on down, man.
Thank you very much, guys.
I got to say, one of my
is
favorite.
that a Super Bowl ring?
No, that's Hall of Fame ring.
Come on, that's even better.
Yeah, thank you. This is number 113 out of 200.
Look at the size of that. Opie, get back here. Where are you going? He's running off with his ring.
Yeah, he goes, you're going to need a better head start than that. I try to take off with Deacon Jones's Hall of Fame ring.
Look at the size of that thing. Put it on.
I could
put my ring finger.
I could put this around my penis, I think.
Jesus.
If you were that lucky.
And I'm not that small, but this would fit around my damn dick.
Wow. I lost weight. See,
I
had to put a filter in it. To try to compensate.
Yeah, how much weight did you lose, Deacon?
105 pounds.
That's 105?
Yeah. Wow. I had to. I did it over a 5-year period.
Yeah?
Yeah. I had to. I was having some problems physically. And,
Deacon, there you go.
There's your beer.
The lower back.
Blonde.
The lower back.
Nice.
What do you think of that, Deacon?
Thank you, Jesus.
Wow. Thank you, Jesus.
Look at the girl that just brought
all I can do now is look. Can't do nothing by my eyes. I can always look.
You could always look.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah, but back to the weight thing.
Who was asking about your weight?
I'm 66 years old, and when you're 66 and you survive 14 years in NFL, although I didn't get no operations or anything, you still. I was zoomed up to about 320 pounds when I left the game because I didn't do anything. And then, the old blood pressure ran up, and then, the old physical problems started to come in. And I was very lucky. I didn't have no injury, so I didn't have no problem there. But the lower back is a standard injury for linemen. And, boy, I had a 54-inch waistline, and I just could not even walk up a flight of stairs. So I had to do something about it. Now I got a 35-inch waistline, and my phone keeps ringing.
Yeah, it keeps on ringing. It's ringing a lot more now. Well, how tall are you?
6'5".
6'5". How much you weigh?
I weigh about 225.
220. But you used to weigh like 350?
Well, no.
340?
I said when I retired from the game, I played at 275.
Oh, okay.
When I retired,
and then
I went up.
Then you ballooned up after
320.
that. Right on.
Because I quit exercising. When my check stopped, I stopped all football activity.
Yeah. Were the guys doing the steroids back in your day?
Oh, what's a steroid? I still can't identify.
He doesn't. What's a
steroid?
steroid?
Number garbage, man. I mean, you know what? I'll give you all the steroids you want. You give me my 1967 legs back, and I'll give you a bottle of that stuff. And let's see if it works. You understand? Because ain't nothing work I ever seen but hard work and dedication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand? All the steroid users probably ended up working harder. Maybe that's it.
Maybe that's it.
But I mean, if they can make men and make batting averages like they say they can, then there'll be a hell of a lot more guys outside the bar playing instead of sitting in the bar bullshitting.
So you don't believe in that steroid thing at all?
I don't believe in none of that garbage. I think a man has to be a man.
All right.
I mean, the press has built up a lot of things about that.
Well, you got to. But I mean, the baseball players, they've been doing the steroids.
It might make your body look a different way.
Right.
But if you ain't got eye-hand coordination, you ain't going to hit that curveball, and you ain't going to hit that fastball.
That's what Barry Bonds was saying last night.
It's a fact.
It is a fact, and he was saying on one of these shows last night. But the fact is, you need the eye-hand coordination to hit the baseball, but because of the steroids, you're hitting it another, 20, 30 feet probably, right?
Well, I mean, that's just like saying if you gave a football player steroids, and I'm sure that some of those guys have been taking them too. I mean, I don't know. And don't quote me on that.
No.
I don't know. But I'd be sure in all sports there's some problem with some kind of a drug, okay? And they call them enhancement, what is it?
Human growth hormones, all that stuff.
All that garbage. It might make your body develop or overdevelop. But what does it do for your football game or your baseball game? That's what the question is.
You still need the talent,
You still need the talent, and you still need eye-hand coordination. And it's like if you got a lineman, you can give him all the steroids you want. If he got slow feet, he ain't going to be no lineman.
Right, sure.
Okay, as simple as that. And I want to know where the cutoff is. I want to know where it makes you hit 75 home runs at and where it doesn't. Why can't you pick up the bat then? And take steroids and hit 77 home runs.
Yeah, right.
I don't understand that.
That's what I always try to tell him, and he's always saying that the steroids make him better players. And I'm like, no, because it doesn't help with your actual skill.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't do anything for your actual skill.
Deacon,
told you that.
Work harder.
Look at my muscles. I'm on the steroids.
Put your arm down, man.
Put your arm down.
Somebody see you. Somebody see you. You got his arms up. Hey, look, my breakfast was bigger than that this morning. And I'm on a diet.
God damn.
I just got to sit here and take it because he's a monster.
He's nailing you.
That's
He's nailing you.
So are you playing today?
Am I playing today?
I don't know.
I'm going to win today.
You're going to win.
I didn't come here to play. I could have came here last night and played.
You play a lot of poker?
All my life I played
Really?
some form of poker.
You play Hold'em a lot, though?
I made a living on certain guys.
Really?
I didn't get the big money, but I got it from certain quarterbacks playing.
See, he's one of the dangerous guys out there.
Yeah.
He's gonna be dangerous out there.
I hope they don't let me deal.
No.
If I deal, I won't never lose.
Oh, bottom of the deck,
No, I
stuff
didn't
like
say
that?
that.
Of
I
course
don't
you didn't
cheat.
say that.
Hey,
I don't
Anthony
cheat.
said it.
I
Deacon,
don't
he
cheat.
said it, not me.
You know, the head slap might be illegal in pro football,
Yeah.
but it ain't illegal in this casino.
Have you been in any tournaments before? Any poker
No,
tournaments?
this is
the
my
first one.
time. I'm kind of retired. I don't make too many appearances.
Mm-hmm.
I like poker because I got some friends of mine who a couple years ago we started playing Texas Hold'em. It's a fun game, and I played a couple golf tournaments. Marcus Allen has a game, at his tournament.
Are you a golfer?
Oh yeah. I'm an athlete.
Oh.
That might be a little bit strange to you. Okay, but I'm an athlete.
I'm actually very athletic myself.
I drink, I smoke, and I go out with girls. Is this guy on the show?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Why y'all got him standing all way over there from you? Is he got some kind of disease?
No, you jumped on my
you
spot.
do know him. Well, look at him. I mean, can't you figure it out?
He say I stink.
His shirt says
Anybody
I
put that on their shirt, I kind of question that. The guy say I stink. No wonder y'all got him over there.
I was actually standing there, but you moved me over, and I was going to move. I was
But look where they got you here. They got you away from the group.
Well, I was standing right there, and you just stepped in, and I moved.
I pulled you over here.
You kind of threatened me just by looking at me, and I left.
I threaten everybody.
What was I going to do?
Everybody. That's my job.
You're a big man.
I know it. It ain't the size of the sea that make the ship sink. It's the rocking motion of the ocean.
That means you have a small penis.
No.
What the hell? How did you get that out of that,
How'd
Opie?
you get that out of that?
Why would you think of
And evidently you ain't heard about the myth.
Wait, what happened? No, I've heard about the myth.
Well, trust me, I started it.
Wait, what did he say then? I thought he was saying that's the...
No, man. How you...
Do you... What?
Can
Can he say that again so I can try to figure out what he was saying?
Is this show authorized?
Is it actually on the air?
Are we actually on the air? Are we just talking? Are we talking locally here?
This is actually being fed into a tape recorder. We're just going to play for our friends later.
Oh, good. Then we can cut him out. Then we can cut him out.
Yeah, you got tricked, man. This isn't being broadcast anywhere.
And you watch it. You see now how good I am.
Yeah,
watch your ratings change anyway.
Deacon's all right, bro. He's all right.
I like Deacon. One of my favorite Odd Couple episodes with Deacon Jones in it.
Oh,
remember that
thank
one?
you.
He was doing filming the commercial, right?
We did that in 1969, man.
69.
69, and they still play it.
Right, yeah.
Is that residuals? Is that residuals?
You get a check from that?
To this day.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. Checks for
Odd
10
Couple
cents.
episode.
No. The residuals weren't that great back then.
What was the shaving cream?
What was it?
Back then, in 1969, you guys...
When were you born?
I was born in the 60s.
What year in the 60s?
Right around there. Give or take a couple of years.
No, give me your actual date.
Give Mr. Jones your age.
How old do you think I am?
Don't ask me that question. Right. I mean, we on there. Can't you give it up, or are you embarrassed about it?
No, I was born in 65.
Oh, I got jock straps older than you. I still got jock straps that is unwashed, man. Right off the field, right in my
All
trophy
I'm
case.
trying to say is when you were in a sitcom...
But you've been in
back
65, you can't say nothing in my presence.
No.
You're supposed to raise your hand and ask permission.
We have studied TV shows.
No, you haven't.
And we have friends that were on old sitcoms, and this is the only point I'm trying to make.
Yep.
Like, they didn't have the residual thing happen like they do today. Like, the guys from Seinfeld are going to be making just boatloads of money for the rest of their lives because they had a much better deal as far as the residuals go.
So the football players.
No,
football players get much. Look at me. You know what my first contract was?
How much?
$7,500.
So what?
$7,500 in 1961. 5 years before you were born.
That's
Righteous bucks.
That's a mere bag of shell.
Yeah, but gas was 25 cents a gallon.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know what? I could go out in the Hollywood highest priced restaurant and wouldn't spend $75. Can you do that now?
Yeah,
so you need more money than I did.
Yeah, stupid.
And plus, and furthermore, I'm retired, I said, so I got most of mine.
He has a pension coming in. He saved it. Stop fucking with the residual money. I'm sorry about that, Mr.
That's
Jones.
all right.
Jimmy, apologize.
He's going to call me on my 69
He's very disrespectful.
residual
I don't
money.
like it. He's calling you old and saying you're broke. I don't like it.
Oh.
Look at him selling you down the river.
Yeah, your case, man.
Deacon, you're throwing you under a bus, Opie.
You can knock him down anytime you
No,
want.
he's working for me now.
I am. I see that. I don't like that. I'll get him back, though. No problem. So.
Wow, I hope I'm not at Deacon's table. What table are you starting at?
Number 7.
Number 7? I'm at 14, so okay. I'm playing, too. I'm going to...
Anthony's playing.
I'm leaving the program.
You ain't going to be here very long, so, don't leave your seat.
I'm not. It's going to...
You'll be back over here in a few minutes.
I'm going to phone it in. I'm at table 14.
Right across the way,
Yeah.
right there, Deacon.
So at least I don't have to play against Deacon, who I know is a good poker
Oh, you
player.
planning on getting out in the first round?
You know
won't play
something?
against me.
I don't know. I don't know.
You're not sure about yourself.
This is my first tournament also, so you know.
First tournament.
It's one of these things that
You got to have some guts, man. Some intestinal fortitude. That's
I got
all
some
you need.
intestinal something. I think I caught it from Opie.
I can't see what's going to upset me.
Yeah.
All these people, nothing but people. I'm a master at people.
All right.
You know.
But what
you
about
deal them cards and give me some cards, you got a problem.
You got a good poker face?
Oh, poker face.
Yeah.
Remember who I used to stare at.
Well, okay.
You don't want to look into my eyes.
That's true. No one ever did want to look into Deacon's
ask some
eyes.
offensive lineman about looking in my eyes. Okay, you look away, son.
Intimidating. You keep the sunglasses on?
Wait till I get through with that writer who wrote that bad article about me this morning.
Uh-oh.
What was this
TJ.
about? What paper was
He
this?
He writes on the second page of the Times.
What did he say?
Los Angeles
Well, read
Times?
it.
All right.
It's on the second page. You know, they
Who
don't
could
give us
possibly
first
say
page
something
stuff.
bad
Hold on.
about
let's see
Deacon
what-
Jones?
Let's see what they said about Deacon Jones in the paper.
No,
Where are we going?
Turn to the sports section.
Sports section.
Oh, you're a sports guy?
What do you think he's going to be in politics section?
I thought.
What team is he from?
Opie's looking in world events like they're sending Deacon over to Iraq.
Wait, you were over in Fallujah? What happened?
I was in Iraq in March.
You were over there.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Let's
was over there
see.
for a week.
I'll have no problem reading this.
You
Oh,
know,
there's
the
a whole
Iraqis
thing
put their
on.
guns down when I walked out.
There's a whole thing on. Are you Rosie Greer? No, you're not Rosie. Where are you?
What do you want to smack? He's going to smack you in
I
the
know.
head.
That's why I'm not looking up as I bravely say
Somebody
that.
come and read this for him.
All right. What do you want me to say?
I don't want you to say nothing.
Well, where's the bad part?
Read the article. I don't know what
Read
the
the
bad
article.
part is.
You want me to read the whole article?
Look for his name. It's got to be highlighted somewhere, right?
It
The whole
seems
article
that
is on me. I don't know what the hell.
it seems that David Jones fancies himself a card
That's
shark,
what
playing
my real
host to
name
a
is.
game
You
of
see,
poker
that's
at
Did you
his
say
home
David
every.
Jones?
Yeah, that's my real
That's
name.
his real
Oh,
name.
I didn't know that.
David Deacon Jones.
No. I thought it was Deacon.
Well, you've been living under a rock.
No, I don't know.
He just knows you as Deacon.
I call you Mr. Jones.
He knows you as Deacon. We know you as David.
Respect.
I know him as David. We go way back. It seems that David Jones fancies himself a card shark, playing host to a game of poker at his home every Saturday night. And while it's my civic duty to pass that address on to the local Vice Squad, I find it amusing that David, who prefers to be called Deacon, is about to feel what it's like to be sacked.
Uh-oh.
That's all he
You
said
know,
about
anybody who
Talking
had any
smack.
experiment with me would never write that in a paper, would they?
Has he ever played cards with you?
No, this guy,
No?
he is a young, he covered the Dodgers.
Yeah.
This guy, he writes on the second page. And, you know, first of all, if I had known he was a second page writer, he wouldn't have had the article. Because I don't deal with nothing but front page stuff, okay?
I hear you.
This guy's on the second page, and he's proud of it.
Well, he didn't really say anything that bad.
He's saying that he's going to...
But he didn't say anything good enough.
Do you see Mr. Jones on that one
Exactly.
That's true.
Mr.
Jones. Mr.
Then he
Deacon
threatened
Jones.
to turn me into the police,
Yep.
say I run a poker game every Saturday
he
night.
did.
That
He
ain't bad.
certainly did.
Well, what's your address?
You couldn't get to me, man. I live behind gates. You can't get to me.
You can't get to me.
Cops can't get to me either unless I let them in.
Oh,
All
damn.
right, well, that's not that bad.
That's great.
Well, that's how you think.
It's really not that bad.
See, I use a baseball writer writing about me. I question that.
What does he know about poker anyway, right?
That's what he
Baseball
said.
writer.
You know,
Get
we
out of
take more
here,
money
right?
from the Times guy. We don't want to be responsible for them getting an expense account.
Right.
No, what I take away from that is he had no idea that you were called Deacon in your playing days. Because he's just a young
you know
kid,
how old he
probably.
is? He's your age.
Yeah, but I know Deacon Jones. Everyone knew
Everyone
Deacon
knows.
Jones.
Who doesn't know Deacon Jones?
Hall of
Maybe the guy
Famer.
can't read.
I think you went in 1980, around there?
My first year of eligibility.
1980, right?
1980.
See? I know my stuff.
That was a
Wow.
good guess.
There you go.
Yeah. How'd you read that?
That guy sounds
I read
like
it off your ring.
a second page faggot, and I don't like the fact that he wrote that
I
about
don't
you.
either. You wait till you get down here. You'll watch how I deal with that.
All right. Well,
He'll be here.
well, we'll let Deacon go unless you want to hang out, but we're going to take a break or something.
Deacon, thank you so much for hanging out. I'm looking forward to seeing you play a little poker out there.
You
And,
ain't going to have a chance to see me.
I'm going to be gone before.
You do seem much more nervous than he does. He seems much more confident.
He's Deacon Jones.
All right, let's
Deacon
calm down.
Jones.
Look at the sweat coming off his
I
head. He's
danced-
very
I know.
nervous.
I danced every week before thousands and millions of people.
Deacon,
Right.
That's true.
Deacon's very
So
nervous.
He does sweat like Ben, but
You got a
what
lot
you
of
think
sweat
I'm gonna
going
do
on.
with this little crowd?
Really?
All right.
I might leave because
you like
there ain't
ice
enough
cream,
people
Doc?
Hey, Deacon, you're going to have to give up your microphone because we have a big star here waiting to talk to us.
You ever see Rich Voss?
That's a huge star.
Uh-oh. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. Take it easy, Deacon. Take your... Wait, what?
He must mean something to somebody. I never heard of the name. I got it. I got but I'm gonna look it up when I get home.
Oh, damn.
I really did not know he's a star. You said?
In his own mind, Deacon.
Oh.
In his own mind.
Oh, one of those guys. Okay. Come on, sit down, big guy. Let me hear your interview. Well, why you got the press thing on?
Yeah. Hold on. Wait, give Deacon the microphone. I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't take Deacon's beer. What are you, insane?
Yeah.
Ben?
Guys,
Yeah, just move the water.
Guys, he can't hear me. Let's sell Voss.
Are you with these guys?
Deacon.
I know you. Are you embarrassed, aren't you?
Deacon. He was off to the side getting all pissed off that we weren't getting him on the show fast enough. He's like, who's this Deacon guy? I don't know who the hell he is. I got things to do, places to be. I thought he was Lou Rawls.
I've been called that before.
My lady.
Hold on, we might want to give Rich Voss a mic.
Lou Rawls, very talented.
All right, hold on. Let's get Rich Voss a mic.
Lou and I used to be business partners.
What's that buzzing friggin'? You know what that is? It's a phone ringing, sir. Don't. Whose phone is that?
Everyone turn off their phones.
Y'all been on the air, man.
How long does it seem like?
In a row.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you, Voss. So.
Tell you what, anybody can get a radio show. I'm putting my bid in right now. I want to get on satellite. I might replace you guys.
Well, we thought it would be fun to have a little interaction between Deacon and Rich, but I don't think the mic's working.
That's fine.
It's not working.
We'll work on that.
All right, no, Deacon, thank you so much.
Deacon, thanks, man. And the best of luck out there on the floor.
What are you saying, Ben?
Who the hell is this guy?
That's Rich Voss, big star.
He's writing for Chris Rock.
He's writing for Chris Rock in the Oscars, and he's the world's tallest midget.
Hey, man, you ought to clean that act up. That's some of the worst language I ever heard in my life. You and Chris Rock?
Uh-oh.
Wait, you're thinking of...
No, I'm writing for the Oscars now, but what are you talking about his language? He's
you don't like Chris Rock?
I didn't like Chris Rock, but his language stinks.
How are you going to get me beat up over
Yeah, why, Rich, why are you
Oscars.
writing stuff?
I know.
Wait, Deacon.
You got a white guy writing for me. You writing all that old bad language.
That's what I said. It makes him look bad.
Hold on, Deacon.
Look bad.
Deacon, you know that famous bit that Chris Rock does about, it was Rich Voss.
No, get the hell out of here.
Look at how scared Rich is. He's all red and he's all scared.
Hey, look here. Are
You know the
standing
bit.
up?
Deacon, you know the bit. Yeah, he's standing up, believe it or
That's
not.
a great bit. I don't want to take credit for it.
Oh, sure. That's all.
Look here. You tell Chris to keep on pushing because I like his stuff.
There you go.
I like his stuff. And that Academy is dull as hell anyway. They need some activity. I think I'm going to put my bid in to host the sucker next year. I think it's bad now. You wait back.
All right.
Yeah, then it's going to turn into the Source Awards.
Deacon Jones.
Deacon Jones, everyone.
Fantastic, man. Thank you.
Who knew? Who knew that Deacon could do radio, man? That was hilarious. Thank you, Deacon. Where the hell is your money?
Yeah, who handles the money? That's what I want.
Oh, who handles it? No one.
All right, he's just back.
I know. We just
Then you
do
got to
this.
give him a microphone if he's going to keep talking.
There he
All right,
is.
he's gone. Let's.
Deacon.
Why don't we take a break, Anthony?
All righty. Deacon was a lot of fun.
Deacon Jones rocked. Absolutely rocked. So, all right, we're at the World Poker Tournament.
World Poker Tour.
Tour, I'm sorry. I keep saying tournament.
It's the Invitational.
World Poker Tour, I'm sorry. Well, we got a little NFL thing as we go to break, and we'll continue. Stay there.
It's coming to the Gay Channel.
What is it?
It's the second annual male group orgy competition.
And he hits the hole right after Jesse opens it up.
With your hosts, John Madden and Pat Summerall.
And then everyone's kind of slopping around down there and grunting and groaning. And, you get mud and stuff flying and gang tackles and scrums and quagmires.
No femmes, fats, or harries, just the hunkiest gay studs and wild group action competition.
Like to pack that guy around, too.
Don't get carried away, John.
There was all kinds of stuff flying around there.
It's male group sex to die for, as described by the best play-by-play team in the biz.
Yeah, that was a late one. That one didn't come and finally they threw it out of there. Whoop. I don't know where that one came from. Look at that big old meat and lop. Whoa, what a meal those guys are having.
They look good.
That's a good group.
If you go nuts for tight butts,
You push.
get pay-per-view today.
You just rode him backwards.
Just put him right on his back.
With Pat Summerall and John Madden.
That looked like it was the last shot out of the Roman candle.
The second annual male group orgy competition on Gay-Per-View.
Like to pack that guy around, too. Floyd? Yeah. He's going to fire into his guy right here.
Call 1-800-HEY-CUTIE to order today.
broadcasting conversation from a locker room.
Everybody was drunk and having sex and shooting guns.
I'm thrilled, I'm excited, I'm ecstatic.
Live from the World Poker Tour in Los Angeles, California.
Be happy, be sad, be broke. El virus. The Opie and Anthony.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony program, live from Los Angeles, California.
Live from L.A.
Where the hell are we again? At the
Commerce Casino.
Thank you, Anthony. And we're here for what?
The World Poker Tour Invitational.
And you're going to be playing with these animals soon?
Yes, I will be right there at table 14 when this thing kicks off. They're saying about 2 o'clock Pacific. So that's 5 o'clock Eastern that the festivities should be getting underway. But
no way, there's no one even in here yet.
They said it might be a little later than that.
Hey, we lost Jim Norton.
Norton's running around, and we asked, what is he doing? And Ben goes, he's looking for celebrities to take his picture with. Did you get any?
There's nobody here yet.
There's no one here yet. No. Let me explain Jim Norton. His third priority when we're on the road is to do the radio show. His first priority is to get laid. So
right.
he's probably already, combed the whole area and make sure there's no strippers or whores around. And then his second priority is to get his celebrity photos. And then the third priority, if he has any time left and he's feeling it, he'll do the actual radio show.
That's not true. You guys are definitely second behind the
Dude, you
celebrity
ran off to get pictures done.
But there was no one out. But Steve walked over and goes, oh, my God, there are some celebrities outside. And I walked out. Yes, you did. It was either you or Ben.
All right, get the microphone. So Deacon Jones was hilarious.
He was very funny.
God damn, was that good. And we set up Rich Voss great. I thought Rich Voss was going to get his face smashed.
I didn't write that. I was selling you down the river. Like, yeah, I know. He always says that about steroids. Anything that...
I know. Really selling you down the river.
But Voss, you could see his heart went up into his throat because Deacon Jones couldn't believe, first of all, that Rich Voss was standing.
He towered over him.
Yeah, Deacon, he said, what, 6'5", 6'6". Voss's top's 5'3.5".
See his hands?
Yeah.
His hands were like huge.
His hands were as big as my whole head.
Meat fist.
Yeah, so... anyway, where did Voss go?
He went outside. We were going to go out there and take some celebrity pics, but there were none. There was no one out there.
You went out there to get pictures with celebrities. He went out there trying to be a celebrity so people would take pictures with him, and it's just not panning out.
No one recognizes him anywhere.
Of course
not. He's leaning up against the wall hoping someone will come up to him and say, hey, can I have my picture taken with you?
He's trying to tell me that Vince Vaughn recognized him last night.
No, he didn't.
He's actually trying to tell me that Vince Vaughn recognized him, came over and shook his hand.
He probably mixed him up with some Puerto Rican he met one time. Like, oh, yeah, didn't I meet you one down in the barrio?
What?
All right, well, I think we got all the microphones finally working and everything is rocking and rolling. So.
Oh, we got the other one? That one works now?
Yeah, I guess it works now.
Hey, okay.
I got to give props to little Jimmy Norton. We were flying out of Newark yesterday to L.A., and all of a sudden I'm walking through the first class section, and all of a sudden I see Jimmy grabbing all his bags and going back with the rowers, as we like to call them. And,
the rowers and coach.
And I go, Jimmy, where are you going? He goes, dude, it's Steve's birthday. I'm giving him my first class seat. I thought that was cool as hell.
That was well, you weren't there for the debate that went on in his head for about an hour.
Oh, really?
Oh, my God. He's pacing in first class, pacing. I'm just sitting there, and he keeps going, should I... I kind of want to, for his birthday, I'll switch seats with him so he's up in first class. And I'm like, you're a better man than I.
What was business first, which is much bigger seats?
Well, yeah, because Kenny...
This first class section was ridiculous huge.
Well, it had the sleeper seats, and Kenny's like, wow, Norton would never give up a sleeper seat ever.
Yep. Sleeper seat and dinner was just... Dude, they pass around a menu. On Continental, a menu that you choose what you want from it, and it's like a restaurant menu.
There was one of those in Coach, too, but it was a picture of the sandwich or there an arrow pointing at the toilet saying you have two choices. You eat this or you go scoop out of that and munch down.
I felt so not bad for Jimmy because he put himself in that situation. Sure. It's a very honorable thing to do, very nice for Steve's birthday. So I figured I'd do something for him, and when my ice cream sundae came, I figured I'd walk it back there to Jimmy. So I come back and I look at Jimmy. He's got his laptop out, but the seat in front of him is pushed so far back that he can't look at the screen because it's angled downward, the screen of his laptop. He almost needed a mirror to reflect what was being seen from down. Yeah. It was the worst seat I've ever seen on a plane.
And what happened was we were all eating something in Gallagher's Steakhouse, just having like a little appetizer before the flight. And Ben was kind of joking. He goes, "Oh, it's Steve's birthday. You give him your seat," like as a joke. And I started to think, "Wow, why don't I? It is his birthday."
Ooh.
And the whole time I'm like, "Yeah, maybe I'm going to do that." And then I get on and I see how big the seats are. And I'm like, Jesus, we're not that close. I mean, it's his birthday, but, fuck him.
It wasn't just...
It was totally unexpected. I was all the way back in row 35, just getting myself configured, and Jimmy comes back, takes a look at the area, says hello, then walks back.
Well, I was just seeing the seats, how big they were. I was doing a survey.
Yeah, and I'm such an ass. I'm thinking that you might have went back to say something to Steve, and you saw that he was going to be sitting next to a really hot piece of ass, and that's why he did it.
Oh, type of...
Yeah, I never thought that he actually did it because he had a good heart. And
I was so annoyed because I kept trying to find a way out of it. Like, I would have been guilty the whole flight. So I asked the flight attendant, I'm like, is it okay if I switch my friend and coach? I was hoping she'd say, no, FAA regulations won't allow that. But then she's like, yeah. And I'm like, fuck. I keep hoping something will happen that we're not allowed to make the switch. We have to turn that off.
Well, we're trying to get messages from Eric, too. So
that doesn't really work, though.
Ben, hold on to that.
Yeah, Ben.
Those damn trios make such a noise.
So then I ended up sitting in your seat, and I saw that you left behind some kind of monster or whatever.
Yeah, Metallica.
And I want to see that so bad, and I'm like, do I go all the way back and give it to him or make believe I never saw it and then pop it in my DVD player?
I'm glad you gave it to me because I would have had absolutely nothing to do. And poor Kenny, who is also 6'5", is crammed into the... I love
also 6'5", like you're what?
With Deacon Jones, I was saying. Also, Kenny's about the same height.
Yeah.
And he's crammed into a little coach. I love Continental, but you got to get bigger seats. Yeah, you can coach.
Well, you know what it is? They squish coach to make that first class section that much bigger.
And you know what? You got to take the hit and lose one row. You have to lose
Look
one row.
at you gunning for the poor people in the back.
For the apes. I mean, they're not even people, really. They're just pretty much, they're just talking chimps.
Ballast.
Yeah.
And I was watching a little bit of that grunge movie on the plane. Oh, my God, is that movie scary. On those little screens and the really bad, headphones they give you, I'm just imagining on my system at home how crazy that movie would be.
The most startling movie you'll ever see. I had seen it before, and I was looking across the aisle at Anthony, who was watching it, just waiting to see if he jumped at all those token scary moments, and he got so jumpy.
Oh, it was very scary.
And you should have. Kenny was so annoying to the woman next to him. This big fatso was sitting in between him and Ben. And Ben, of course, 3 minutes into the flight, his Mount Rushmore head tilts to the left, and he's asleep. And Kenny is just talking to the girl on his right, and he's just annoying her. Where are you from? And she's like, oh, I'm from Poughkeepsie. He's like, you live on a farm? He was the most annoying man.
Oh, very good.
We have a guest.
Yes.
Oh,
Kelly Packard, right? From Baywatch?
Yes.
I recognize her.
Yes.
Of course.
Why don't we have an additional seat?
Yeah, why don't we get a
seat
for the...
Let's get a seat for a guest.
The guest.
Take my seat, miss.
Jimmy, that's very nice of you.
Here. Well, give her the comfier of the two seats.
Yeah, why don't you take that one?
I'll
that's
take
very
the hard
generous
awful
of you, Jimmy.
I was
nice.
actually putting it right here. All right.
Hi, Kelly.
Hello.
He's dirty.
Kelly Packard from Baywatch, and also, what was that other show you were on?
Uh-oh.
Ripley's, that's right. Okay, and I thought, right on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Ripleys, believe it or not. I haven't seen the new version, though. I used to watch the old version.
The old version with Jack Palance?
Jack Palance. That was it. Remember, he'd be like,
time.
believe it or not.
Yeah, I always tried to squeeze that in. Like, Kelly, please don't do that.
Yeah, doesn't work. You need to be Jack Palance.
Yeah.
For that one. But, man, watching Ripley's, I remember it was one of those, it was pretty much the first show you couldn't eat while you were watching TV. Now, with all the reality shows and stuff.
Yeah, now it's nothing.
Yeah, like Fear Factor and stuff, it's nothing. But back then, I could not watch that show and eat at the same time because some of the eating things, they come on with people,
My favorite, the only one that really got to me, my stomach, was a guy that ate things and then stuck a vacuum down his esophagus and vacuumed it back up. That was the only one that got to me. The hanging from their flesh, all the other things I saw, that was nothing.
Yeah.
This guy...
Yeah, they come out and do weird things to their body, too, like hanging themselves.
Yeah, I love that.
What was the one guy that was on? He had this weird oil behind his ear, and he'd rub it, and he'd smell it, and people would get nauseous.
Rich Voss, I think his name was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a while ago. I remember reading in the book, all those books that would come out. Ripley's, believe it or not, very entertaining.
Big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Baywatch, of course.
Yeah, Baywatch, good times.
Yeah, good times. Good times.
But
and
here I am playing poker.
Now poker. Are you a poker player?
I am. Don't tell anyone I'm going to play the card. Like, what am I doing? But yeah.
Is that your strategy?
That's my strategy.
Yeah.
It'll work.
Do you play a lot of poker?
I've never done professional, but yes, I've been playing since I was 5. So,
since you were 5?
Yeah, my dad taught me really
Anthony's
young.
playing too, so.
I know, yeah, I'm going to be out there.
Are you?
Yeah, I don't expect much out of myself, but hopefully I'll surprise myself.
But it's going to be fun.
But now I've been playing poker too for my whole life, but Hold'em's been around forever, but as far as being very popular, it's only been recent.
Only been recent.
Have you played Hold'em for a long time?
That's been more recent.
Yeah.
I've been dying to get like this huge hit show so I can be on Celebrity Poker Showdown. How pathetic is that? But here I am doing.
You don't need a big
instead,
hit
right?
show because Colin Quinn was on it. So believe me,
I'm just kidding.
if Colin's on,
I was like, what? But no.
You're like, wait, I'm bigger than that guy.
bigger than Colin. It upsets you that some people get on there. It's like. Donnie Deutsch. I mean,
Yeah,
he's a nice enough guy,
that.
but Jesus, come on, Celebrity
I'm
Poker.
excited to do this.
Yeah. Do you usually do well when you play? Or?
You know, I do. When I'm
Yeah.
amongst my friends, celebrities or not, I usually take the night.
What's
So,
the strategy?
Again, I'm going to play under the radar, and I think that's going to get me farther than I'm hoping it will, because otherwise I play pretty fierce, but I think today I'm going to play more conservative and just try to get as far as I can at first and save the fierceness for the end.
Do you think you're a good bluffer?
I'm a great bluffer.
Are you really?
All poker is acting and luck. There's a little skill, but it's really, if you think about it, a lot of acting.
Yeah.
So I can call the bluffers out on like Poker Showdown or whatever in a heartbeat.
Wow.
So,
That's tough.
yeah, and
See,
this is
another
my big
tough
thing.
one.
When I get nervous, I get beat red all down my chest. So turtleneck. Had to wear it.
Look at that. She's thinking ahead with her
Yep, It's
clothing.
either going to be that or a scarf, and I thought that would look ridiculous.
Yeah. You don't have any tells, though, as far as,
Nope.
you know.
Nope.
You just
My
keep
husband
it.
may think he knows my tells, but he doesn't.
He's told you have tells?
Yeah. But
Try to
he
keep
has
you from
no
doing
idea.
it?
Yeah.
What do you know what table you're at?
I am. I'm at 21.
21?
C8.
Okay.
So 21 lucky blackjack.
I'm at 14, so I don't have to.
Well, we can wave.
Yeah, we can wave and stuff, and if we get lucky,
Maybe we'll meet up at a
perhaps
table.
later in
Any
the table.
advice to Anthony? Because this is his first.
My first tournament.
Oh, is it
tournament.
your first
Yeah.
tournament?
Yeah.
Play under the radar like me. I think
That's
it's
what I
going to get
figured
us
I was
far.
going to do.
Yeah.
I figured maybe I'll let some of the predators really knock out some of the people that are being silly.
Exactly.
And then sit back and then, play some good cards.
That's exactly right. And obviously,
give it a
I mean,
whirl.
if you get lucky cards, play them and play
Right,
them to
right.
the fullest. But
Yeah.
You think they're going to underestimate you because you're a woman?
they absolutely are.
You know
and
something?
I'm prepared for that.
I watched a lot of the tournaments on TV, and the women do very, very well.
They do.
And it's amazing. A lot of the times watching the celebrity
Yeah.
poker, you watch these people walk away, and there's the girl at the table.
That's right.
Because they get distracted. Because guys are so visual. You're also
Why? It can't possibly be that they're good poker players.
Yeah.
I know that's a bad thing to say, but I'm just thinking, like, in my stupid brain, I'd be like, oh, screw the game. Look how hard she is.
This should be your tell.
Maybe I should work that
Every
way.
time you have a good hand, you flash, and the other retards will just drop their cards on the table. You can see
I
what they
can
have.
see them all. That's classic.
There you go.
Do you have a gimmick or any? I mean, some
Yeah,
of these
some of these
guys
guys.
have the gimmick. You don't play the gimmick angle?
No.
The Unabomber, he's got the
I
hood.
thought about being silly today and doing something like that, but I'm going to just play. I'm just going to play, and that'll make me even look more like I don't know what I'm doing. You know
who's a good player? What's her name from American Pie?
Elizabeth, Shannon Elizabeth.
Shannon Elizabeth.
Yes, I've watched her play.
She's
here
good.
and there.
I watched her, but she is really goofy. She was
Really?
lighting sage and letting it smoke around her to cleanse her area. Oh yeah, really. Woohoo! But she's so attractive that it didn't matter.
I should have asked about that. No.
You know, if she wasn't that attractive, people would have gone over and go, "Hey, kook, put that out and sit down." There's probably fire codes she's breaking, but everyone's just like, "Oh, she's adorable. Let her burn the place down. We don't care."
Kathy Bates, let's say, is an attacker with a fire extinguisher.
I love it.
Get that out, you fat pig. You're going to kill us all.
Oh, you're terrible, Jimmy.
Hopefully we'll see you at a finals table.
Yeah, Mina Savari. She's very good at
yeah,
poker
is she good
also.
too?
Yeah, seen her play.
All right.
I think the girls are just going to dominate.
Some of the girls are very ruthless.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. We're hoping Anthony could survive a little of the way.
You know something? If I make it through the first table, I'll be very pleased with myself
That's
and
how
very
I felt.
surprised because I'm just you never want to be that first one out.
I know.
Not only at the table, but imagine the first guy out in the whole tournament. I don't want to be that guy.
If that happens, I'll have to because I'm a poor loser.
I'll be
really
pissed.
am.
I think I'll
really
be
am.
pissed if they deal me like pocket aces the first hand because I'm like I gotta play them.
Yeah.
I want to get like a 7 deuce offsuit.
You go all in right away if you have pocket aces.
That's just it. Now, what do you do? It's
I
the
wouldn't.
first.
It's the first
the
hand.
first hand.
Don't.
I know.
Because I don't
you
want to go
wanna
out on the
screw
first
up.
hand.
Right. So you're going to take a beautiful hand
Yep,
and just waste it.
Yep.
Or slow play it
See, I
maybe.
can't play poker. I would have
You would just go all in.
You wouldn't have to.
Wow.
That's why I'm hoping for a lot of bad offsuits and just, all right. I'm in.
Great.
Looking around the room to see if anybody's walking away. All right, I won't be the first guy.
What season of Baywatch?
I did season 7 and 8. So right after Pam left, Carmen Electra's first year, it was her and I.
Because I don't watch Baywatch, but a friend of mine watched it. He said, like, the Carmen Electra years were really good, and I'm like, you think so? And he's like,
Yeah. Well, it had her on it. Wouldn't they be good? No, they were very good. The best years, I think, were when I was on it.
Okay. Well, he liked it better as actually progressively. He said it actually progressively got better.
I agree.
But I hadn't seen it.
I have to agree.
Can I? It's a little weird, but this is Jim Norton. He does the show with us, obviously. He's a pretty famous comic and been on Leno and things like that. But there's something about his body that just drives us nuts. Do you mind, Jimmy?
Oh, no.
It's embarrassing.
It's just his arm.
He doesn't have much hair on his arm. Look at it.
Look how hairless.
Look how hairless it is. And
Now, do you wax?
No, I don't have to.
That's just naturally.
I'm just a hairless lad. Yeah, I've always been that way.
Yeah.
Very popular with the camp counselors.
He's like a little. He's like the poppin' fresh doughboy. Just hairless. You poke him, he goes hee hee hee.
Nothing wrong with
All right,
that.
Kelly. Good luck to you
Thank
today,
you.
man.
Kelly, thanks for stopping by.
Much.
Good luck.
Thanks a lot. I need it.
Can I have a picture with you on the floor?
Of course you can.
All right, there she goes, Kelly Packard, Anthony. We're going to
Yeah.
go right to David Stein, World Poker Radio. Does the World Poker Radio, Anthony?
Here he is.
Fellas.
Hey,
David,
David,
how
how
you
are
doing,
you?
man?
I'm doing great.
Good luck.
Nice to be here.
This is kind of exciting. I got to tell you, I didn't expect this. I have no idea. I take a peek every once in a while, but the setup is amazing here.
I'm the huge fan, it's always watching all the tournaments.
I hooked up with the tour just to see Shauna Hyatt, so, has
saw
nothing
her
to do
out
with the cards.
Yep, saw her by the front door before.
Did you see her? Have you seen her Playboy layout?
Get out of here, really?
Yeah.
There's a
When
Playboy
she was
layout?
19.
Stop it.
And I don't want to give away her age right now, but it's been a couple of years. She looks better now than she did at 19.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to check that out now.
Yeah, I thought we'd start out with chicks. So.
Yeah.
And Jim Norton is funny. That
We
guy's
love
a flat-out
Jimmy.
funny guy.
Isn't he?
Yes.
We love Lil Jimmy here on the program.
And he's got more hair than me, so.
Well, not really, man.
He keeps it tight.
Maybe on his head, but the rest of his body has nothing.
Pretty hairless.
I really am a mess.
I don't want to know why you know that, but
No.
go ahead.
I should be walking off a spaceship in a Spielberg movie. Little smooth and nothing.
I helped him out a little bit with one of his comedy CDs, and I'll tell you why. Because we went to this photo shoot where he had to get just in his tighty whities and pull him up as high as he possibly could, and he's completely naked.
Like a
besides
wedgie?
that. Yeah, just completely up, almost up to his nipples, and that's some of the photos that are inside his CD.
Yeah,
that's a visual that I was hoping to get today.
Yeah,
Thank you.
exactly. Just to wreck that hot visual you gave us with the hot chick.
Yeah.
Sorry. So,
Are there any celebrities out there?
Yeah, there are quite a few.
Oh, who's out there?
They're working
I
their
saw
way in.
Norm Macdonald.
Okay.
And I was digging listening to Norm Macdonald talk.
I think we're going to get Norm on the show. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I want to see who's out there.
Yeah.
we're going to have Norm in a few minutes, I think.
Yeah,
So is it going to be between you and me to see who gets up out of the tournament first?
I don't know. What table you at?
I'm at table 2.
Table 2?
I'm at table 2.
I'm at 14.
Yeah.
How confident are you,
I was listening to you talk to the hot chick about the pocket aces. I don't know what happens if you get.
What do you do? First hand, first deal, boom, you get a great hand.
I'm gonna slow play.
You're gonna slow play it.
Yeah.
Not because you think you should, but because you think I don't want to be out.
Exactly.
Although you could double up right there.
It would be embarrassing
What
for the
pressure-
World Poker
imagine
Tour
the
radio
pressure.
guy to be out on the first hand.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine the pressure that would be off of you, though, if you could double up on that first hand. You could sit back and carouse for a while,
Or knock everybody at the table out.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Start pressuring them a little bit with your big stack. Might be the right strategy, but like you said, I think it would be more of a slow play, just out of fear that you're going to screw up. Somebody's holding maybe somebody else. It's very nerve-wracking going into this tournament.
Well, especially for a stalker like me. It's
yeah.
because there's so many potential victims.
Have you ever done a tournament play?
I played in one tournament.
You did?
I played in one tournament and crapped in my pants.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's definitely a tell.
yeah, I'm learning the terminology myself. I think that's a tell.
Does he tweak his nose? He fills his socks with shit.
Yeah, but, Anthony, I mean, you don't have high expectations, though. You just don't want to be the first guy out.
I just don't want to be the
few.
first out. You know what? Probably the worst thing that could happen is if I do well, and start, working your way up. You get through the first table. If you can knock out one table, then you start thinking in your head, hey, maybe I can do this.
Oh, it's like making the turn in golf, even party going, hey, I'm gonna shoot the course record.
Yeah, and then you fall apart.
Yeah.
And
Is there a
it's
pro at every
overdone.
table, though, or how's this
I don't know
working?
how they're working it.
I don't know how it's spread out, but generally at something like this, they would spread the pros out.
Yeah, but I don't think there's that many pros for how many tables they got the first table. I think the first round there's going to be some saps out there and some people that know how to play poker, moderately. How do you think you do? Do you usually do well when you play?
It's really something that I'm not really going to talk about right now.
Keeping it close to the vest.
Little poker face
Very
there.
close to the vest.
No, I'm going to kick everybody's ass.
There you go. Confidence.
That's how I'm going to go out.
Do you play online at all?
Oh no, that's scary. I've done that.
Yeah.
That's what I've a really interesting thing, and we did one of our poker features for World Poker Tour Radio on this. A lot of guys are playing online, and they're sitting there going through 2 packs of cigarettes. They think they're hot crap, and all of a sudden they come to a tournament, especially in California, where you can't smoke, and they're out in the first round.
They're just jonesing for a cigarette.
Absolutely.
Distracts them.
Playing online is completely different. Guys are touching themselves at home, and it's not that I haven't done that at a tournament here.
Porn in another window on your computer.
In a real tournament, you can't just close the box for a minute, jack off the donkey porn, and then go back up.
The key to tournament play is for guys like you and me that don't play professionally.
Right.
And I'll go back to the golf analogy. Don't have too many thoughts in your head. When you go out to the driving range, you've got 17 different swing thoughts. When you get out to the course, 2 swing thoughts. Yeah. So go out there with just 1 or 2 strategies, and if they work, they work. If you get some cards, terrific.
That's it.
Right on. Well, we got to take a quick break. You're going to be around the area, so
I'm going to be around the area,
all right,
and I might be standing up from those tables faster than you might think.
Very nice. Oh, look who's next, Anthony.
Yes.
The founder of the World Poker Tour.
Yes.
After the break, it's the Opie and Anthony program live from Los Angeles.
Nice.
Live from the World Poker Tour in Los Angeles, California. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about?
I sit here, I make some asinine comments, and I check the computer.
And you're a good squeezer.
Yeah.
It is insane.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
XM 202. The Opie and Anthony Show.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony program, live from Los Angeles with the whole gang. Anthony's going to be playing in the tour in a few minutes here. Well, I guess they're saying 2 o'clock, but that's not going to be the
Never
case, right?
happens. Who are we kidding? Come on.
No.
This is television. It never starts on time.
Of course not. What time do you think it'll be kicking off?
6, 7 o'clock tonight. We should get started. No, it'll happen right around 2. It won't be too
Yeah.
late.
All right. Very cool.
We're talking to Steve, founder of the World Poker Tour. I was going to say your last name, but I probably would butcher it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Steve Lipscomb?
That's perfect. Dear God. Well
There you
butchered.
go.
Oh,
I got one right.
Okay, stop. Thanks for the program.
Well
Hit the music.
butchered. Yeah, he's the founder of the World Poker Tour, and that sounds like it would be something easy to do in hindsight. But really, years ago, nobody sat around and watched other people play poker.
Look, it had been on television for years, and nobody watched.
No one
because
remembers
it was
that.
Uninteresting to watch. It was like watching paint dry. And
Yeah.
basically, 2001, the poker industry was in decline, if you can believe it. People were still playing at home, but they were closing card rooms all across the country. And now
these
we've launched
televised events, how many people would actually show up to play at these things?
Foxwoods, I'll give you an example. One that we just had this year. The year before we did it, their $10,000 event had 34 people in it. We had 674 this year.
Wow!
So that's nearly $7 million in prize money, almost as much as we did our whole first season.
Well, what changed?
The World Poker Tour. Literally. What we did in 8 months of editing our first show is invented a formula that made this interesting television. I mean, you guys know media is what it's about. So whether it's radio or television, television's a powerful thing. So what it's done is kind of into people's homes now. This is a great spectator sport, and now people are flooding into the casinos to play.
Well, seeing those hole cards, That's huge.
And that's us. You know, the first time that was ever done on U.S. television, we did it. And even more important than that, now you graphically, you watch it play.
Yep.
So, you know, once upon a time, if you watch, believe me, if you or I watched the way the poker was done before, and you tried to turn the sound off, forget it. Because I had to describe everything to you. I had to say, okay, this is really an interesting hand, and let me tell you why it's an
why
interesting
it's
hand.
interesting.
I'm going to come in right now. Oh, isn't that exciting? But now, basically, you can follow with the graphics what people are doing, and you go through airports, you see this stuff on mute, and you can follow what's going on.
Right.
And basketball, you could do that anyway, right? Basketball, football, all those sports. A guy's got a ball, it's going in the hoop or it's not. Poker's got a lot more, right?
Now, how do these the superstars, you know, the names, how are they reacting to the popularity? Because for years, I mean, these guys are schlepping around, eking out a living, playing poker, and now it's not even about their winnings and their purses. These guys are getting endorsement deals. These guys they're rock stars now walking around. How are they handling the whole situation?
Like every celebrity, they're awful. They're intolerant.
Really?
You can't say. Are you kidding me?
Prima donna
who are you
bastards.
kidding? Oh my God!
You know how you used to be.
Take a poker player and make him a celeb and see what you get.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, really, when we started the World Poker Tour and before we started hitting Wednesday nights on the Travel Channel in prime time, these guys literally were the black sheep of their family.
Yeah.
At our first final table at Bellagio, 2 of the 6 finalists hadn't told their families what they did for a living. Think about that.
Sure.
2 of the 6. Now, literally, these guys are walking through airports. They can't make it through because they have to sign autographs. And they're the hit of the family reunion.
Yeah.
So the change in 2 years is phenomenal.
It used to be, you know, they were the scourge. They were, you know, no one made a living playing poker.
You do what for a living? Now we do, you know, you do talk shows, etc. And the calls that you get from people are saying, now, you know, how can I get into being a professional poker player? It's this kind of new American dream. Is somebody's going to come on the World Poker Tour and be one of our this season 17 millionaires that we're going to make. 17 millionaires with $70 to $90 million of prize money. I mean, it's the first sport ever that you or I can go play in. You're going to do it today, for God's sake.
I know. That's why it's one of those dream come true things. This is I've been watching for years, you know, for the past couple of years anyway. And who's able to then step out on the field and actually play on the same playing field as these guys?
And who'd care to? Look, if you and I could step on the All-Star game, if last week at the NBA they would have let us stand on the court.
That was my sport growing
up. We wouldn't want to.
I can't even imagine this all of a sudden. Hey, shooting hoops with LeBron James. Yeah, I could.
Yeah, get out there. Go ahead.
You know? But here's the difference. It would be utterly embarrassing. Like if they let me on the court, I'd probably go just because I couldn't help myself, right? But I would be utterly embarrassed. When you play there today, you've got a legitimate shot. And every time the World Poker Tour airs, you know, on Wednesday night, every time you watch it, you got the Cinderella story. You got somebody that's been playing for 2 months and has been playing. They come in and play against the biggest players in the world, and they've actually got a shot and make it to the final table.
I've seen a couple of people at the final table that are just amateurs, you know, coming up. They got a little luck, and they're sitting there with the superstars.
And we structured this for you, brother. Today, it's a fast structure, which means all those guys will piss and moan because they're not happy with the fact that it goes fast. But people with who haven't been playing a long time have a shot because it's going to happen pretty quickly.
And Anthony just doesn't want to be the first guy out today.
That's
pretty much all, right?
You're pretty much destined to go out first then. That's
it.
I
know.
Well, you're as good as gone.
He was telling us just before we went back on air here that Norm Macdonald was the first guy out last year.
Yeah, he's really proud of that. When you talk to him later, I'm sure you're going to hear it lots of.
Yeah, he's coming in a few minutes here, hopefully. He'll be on the show. But he was the first guy out last year.
Yeah, and he'll tell you the story. It's the classic. No poker player in the world who would have played it any differently than him. He had kings, second best hand, and literally right at the beginning. And the other guy brought him in, and he was up against aces, and the aces held up.
See? You know, you get one of those hands.
As it goes,
That's why I'm hoping to get a 7-deuce offsuit
you don't want
first.
To know.
I just can
I'll
push it away.
Here's the advice, right?
Yeah.
You got the beginning is for the first 2 hours. You do not have to play a friggin' hand.
Right.
You don't have to touch your cards. And so remember, you want to just trap the other guy, and you'll be fine.
There you go.
You'll be fine.
And that
Simple
was pretty much my strategy. I want to sit back. I want to, let some of the predators knock out some of the people that are being a little overzealous, and then I'll get in. I'll learn a little something. I'll play some only the really good hands.
Yeah, he's going out first. There's no
I know. Yeah. I know. Look at me talking smack.
He's pretty much gone. That's it.
He started the broadcast really nervous. I see his confidence level slowly but surely getting higher.
Believe me, it's not a confidence level.
By the end, he's going to be screaming, "I'm king of the world!" standing on the chair.
Can he drink out there too?
Can I drink? I can drink anywhere I go.
But, are the players allowed to drink?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
No, I'm going to keep it.
It's even encouraged. But to tell you the truth,
in poker, it's one of those kinds of things where usually people don't. I mean, what you'll see almost everybody drinking will be water.
Yep.
Or people are just, or club soda, simply because you want to keep your wits about you. This is No Limit Texas Hold'em, man.
Should Anthony have a gimmick?
He should. You know, I think we should give him one.
Gimmick.
Don't you?
I don't want a gimmick.
We spent
I love the gimmicks.
We spent the last 2 weeks off and on the radio show trying to, find a gimmick for
Like,
Anthony.
I will not have a gimmick.
Some kind of silly little thing.
No, I got it. You could do a Rain Man thing. Just like repeat everything when you come, because they're going to think you're insane. And you got an advantage.
What was the silliest gimmick you've seen over the years?
I won't tell you the silliest. I'll tell you the most successful, and it may be the silliest.
Okay.
The guy Phil Locke, who is the Unabomber. Which by the way,
I know who he is.
We get lots of flack for. But he was on one show, and because of his look, he's instant career. I mean, the guy from that is wandering around.
Does he walk around like that?
And he only when he's he's a nice, good-looking young man, but all of a sudden the poker comes on, he puts his little thing, and I swear, he's going to be in video games before we know it.
Yeah.
And
he's a lunatic.
And he's
insane at the
while
table.
He was at the table, he came in dodging like he was boxing. So he knew what he was doing.
I am such a newbie at this, but I know who he is.
Yeah.
So you know who he is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
See? You ever goof on Vince Van Patten about some of his bad 80s and 70s movies?
My God, I don't have to. He goofs on himself.
Does he?
Vince Van Patten is an absolutely fantastic part of what we've done. I mean, he from the very beginning, he and Mike Sexton kind of helped us transform the game so you could understand it. And there's fun. We have so much fun doing what we do. So I give him a tough time, but he's a real pro.
They're actually playing in the...
Yeah, because we got really no worries that they're going to make it to the end.
Yeah, because I'm going to say, final table, who's going to host the show? But no worries about that.
Me, all right, we'll be out there. We'll see what we can do.
See, I'm not much of a poker player. My friend is like a big poker player, and he watches it. And we were talking about tells, and he said, "Man, if you have a tell."
That's exactly.
I mean,
Yeah, I know what you're saying. If he's got a tell, and here's the scary thing though: when you're sitting at the table, you actually against the great players. You feel exposed. I mean, one time I felt this sitting with Scotty Winner, where heads up at the end of a tournament, just me and him, and it didn't matter. I could have handed my chips to him. I may as well take all my clothes off, just giving it up, and just said, "It's yours." Because these guys, they're not just reading, reading your mind; they're reading your friggin' soul. And I didn't even think I had one.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
well,
Steve.
I'm hoping, like I said, not to be the first guy out. So
yes,
wish me luck.
You won't. Good luck. You'll be
Thank
there.
you.
All right. Final
Thanks
table.
a lot,
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're going to move right on. I mean, the celebrities are just piling up now, Anthony. I think we got
Sure.
Rossi Morielli from Junkyard Mega Wars.
Junkyard Mega Wars.
Rossi, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's shaking?
There he is.
Oh,
I've seen this guy.
Opie, how you doing?
How you doing, man?
Are you here?
Are you playing today?
Jim, how you doing? Yes, I am.
You just gave me a sweaty handshake, man. Are you getting
all
nervous?
A drink and it's a little wet. You guys are so intimidating. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah, sure we are. Look
and
at
plus,
that.
I saw Jim's routine last year with Jim Florentine in New York.
Oh, where'd you come?
The cellar?
Might have been the cellar.
It might have been. He was,
a routine at a club or them banging a chick?
No. It was an interesting routine to say the least. But
was it me trying to get an erection while Jim banged a girl like a porn star on the next bed?
I think that was discussed. I missed that, but that was later in the show.
Oh, dude, you want to feel like a failure? Watch him bang a girl while you're sitting there with a noodle hanging. It's awful, like a mealworm.
I'm gonna have to pass on that, Jim. But thanks for the offer. It sounds like a good time.
Yeah, he just told that story on the air last week. So. He gets naked with his friends all the time.
Yeah, we don't
Anthony
know what's
and I
going
don't
on
get
there.
it.
Apparently.
We've known each other for 10 years, and we haven't been naked in front of each other. But Jim, it's no problem with him and his boys. So.
Hey, what table you at?
Table 23, I believe.
Okay.
My seat 2.
14 over here. I'm hoping not to...
How are you feeling? Let's talk about you. How are you feeling about playing this thing?
You know something? Because I've seen this before, I haven't played in it, I'm not feeling confident. I don't have any reason to really feel, like I'm going to be the first guy out. But it's poker, man, so I haven't played in any tournaments. You?
I played in this last year.
You did?
It was my second
veteran then.
I played for like 4 or 5 hours, put out a Richard Karn when in like the 6th hand, from...
Did you?
Yeah, so...
What finally knocked you out?
Pissed. Big blind. King 6, holding, I check. Ace King 6 comes up on the flop. This guy's holding aces, which I'm assuming, which is great because I'm sitting there with 2 pair.
Right.
He checks, I raise. He goes all in, I call. Turn over mine. He's like, wow, good hand. Gets up to lead. I'm just sitting at the chip leader.
Son of a bitch. He was jerking you.
No. He turns over ace queen. I'm like, nice hand. Next card 7. his aces and sevens beat my kings and sevens now, so I'm gone. I was like, mother. So, you know.
How is that?
I had a good time.
Get that trio away from here. I'm going to smash it.
Turn it off, Ben. Turn it off.
I don't even know if it's that one.
Thank you, Angel Face.
Sorry about that.
You guys are so high tech.
I know.
How many phones? Whose phone is this?
I know.
I've got to get. What's going on? I mean,
phones
how
all
much
over.
stuff do you guys have around here?
That trio cannot be at this table. I swear I will smash it.
Thank you, Kenny. You're welcome. Starbucks.
Thanks.
How many? You only been to one tournament before?
Yeah. I mean, I got a home game I'm playing, with all my boys, and I have a philosophy, check, fold, and drink.
Why does he get the corona? We get
fold and drink. There you go. Until you got something real good.
Yeah, the way I see it, just stay as long as you can. You have a better opportunity.
That's what I'm figuring. That's it. Stay there, hang out, wait for the really good hands, and hope you're not like Norm Macdonald, which we just heard he was knocked out. First guy.
Yes.
Knocked out last year.
And they announce it.
Yeah. Oh, they do.
Which is and then you do a big interview and everyone's watching. That's where it gets embarrassing.
Dude, if you get knocked out first, you gotta circle all the other tables for us.
And not only get naked in front of your friends, in front of all these people.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good punishment. You out first.
See, I'm not a big poker player, but I've heard this is true. Now, I get nervous playing, but my friend plays at home, and he said when you get into a situation where there are other people, I mean, you just have to think.
Yeah, it becomes thinking is key.
I mean, like, it's good because I don't know a lot about poker, and they know that. But he's saying that the setup is going to be very different than at home because of the cameras and the fact that there's, like all that stuff.
See, I try to pretend like it's not that, and it is a home game, and I choose not to think. Yeah. And like I said, check, fold, and drink.
There you go.
Because it makes it easier, If you just you have fun. If someone's got it so serious, I got the glasses and the hat, and I'm over there cracking up and joking and talking while they're trying to think. I mean, it's poker. It's like bowling. You don't bowl sober. You don't golf sober. Why would you play poker sober? It makes no sense. You just don't get that serious about it. You don't have to wear a shirt with your name. You don't have to go bowl. You just go out there, you drink your beers.
So by showtime, you're going to be blitzed.
Well, we'll keep it a little bit, calm for a while. But I mean, I'm not going to sit there and every card and think, oh my gosh, and the percentages. I'm going to be like, look, I've got aces. You probably don't. I'm going all in. If I lose, great. If not, I'm in.
Yeah.
Well, Anthony said that if he had two aces up, he probably would want to go all in, but he's afraid that somebody else would wind up like trumping that. Do you think that if you had like a really good hand,
first hand, I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, would you go all in?
What do you do?
Or would you try not to because like what happens if the other guy gets something like
first
that?
Hand,
all of a sudden you're going to be
you pull those cards up. You see two aces.
Yeah.
What do you do, man?
Yeah, I will say going in, you definitely don't want to put all your chips at risk. I mean, because you want to hang around. I mean, that's the whole point of being in.
I'm looking for some crappy hands the first few. I just want to push them in, man.
Push it in. Fold. Man, you get aces.
You gotta play them.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck with that. Like Norm.
I've never won with pocket aces. Ever.
I know.
I always get beat a straight or a full. I mean, it's always two pair, always something.
Norm got knocked out with kings last year. He had two kings.
First hand.
And the guy had aces, man. But what are you going to do? Not play your kings? Come on. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, first hand. Hey, Norm.
If it happens, tell me what you did, and then we'll discuss that. But as far as a pre-plan, no idea. I would say drink. More.
I like his strategy.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to hit on that one.
All right, who else at your table?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah,
I probably wouldn't anyway.
Yeah. Rossi, good luck to you, brother.
Again.
Appreciate it. Enjoy that Corona. Get ready
to man.
Junkyard Mega Wars?
Yeah. And there's whatever. Just there's a lot of little stuff going on. Just see it, check it out. If not, whatever.
Whatever.
Fellas, you guys have a good day.
Good luck to you, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Do you mind if the guy with the big bulge takes a photo of us?
Look at the front of his pants.
Yeah, look at that.
He's smuggling a bowling ball.
There's a Haitian family in there.
He had to check that at the airport.
Thanks. All right, take care, brother.
There you go. Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan from Fear Factor.
Rogan, how you been, man?
What's up, Joe?
What's up, Joe? See you, man.
Oh, man.
Joe, you playing today, or are you just coming by?
I don't play cards. I just came here for you guys.
You don't play poker?
No, I don't play any games.
Yeah, well,
I used to play
club.
Quake online. I was addicted.
Quake?
I get really addicted to games. I used to play pool like 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
I got addicted to that. So
I don't have the personality for poker. I would have to be all in all the time. I'd be out so fast. It's not
as everyone says, that works every time but one.
Oh, I understand.
Going all in.
So Joe, it's really funny. You made one appearance on our new show so far, and you remember what happened at the end of the show.
The sound cut out.
You were telling the story about Doug Stanhope
almost dying. I I probably had a point.
Somewhere in there, right?
No,
but here's the deal.
God.
You've got to finish the story because the message boards have gone crazy. People are wondering what was the end of that story.
Oh, okay.
Because you remember, like,
I'll just tell you what
When
happened.
last we left, Doug.
What the funny part of it was.
Well, just give
It was just
I
thought
thought
Doug.
points.
I thought Doug was dead.
Right. What
Doug
was the drug? What was the...
It's called DMT. It's
There you go.
dimethyltryptamine, and it's actually produced by your pineal gland. It's like the most powerful psychedelic known to man. Powerful? Hear that? It's like if you've ever done acid, or you ever done mushrooms, it's that times like 100,000. It's like being shot through a cannon to the center of the universe. It's the craziest feeling ever.
Yeah.
And when you come out of it, you really like understand everything. And it only lasts for like a few minutes where you really feel like you understand everything. And then your ego grabs a hold of you and you start redefining your environment and everything again. But during that experience, while it's going on, you really understand everything. You're not afraid of death. You're not afraid of life. You understand that it all just cycles together and you're a part of everything. You feel connected to the air and the fucking table and glasses. It's the most insane and most enlightened experience. And Doug
Herman Hess. We're talking to Herman Hess all of a
So
sudden.
Doug is lying on the couch, and I give it to Doug, and Doug's body is a fucking dumpster. I love Doug. But Doug smokes as many cigarettes as he can get. So he's like, he doesn't count. He's like, I need a fucking another pack. It's like not like, oh, I'm trying to cut back. You know?
Yeah, right.
It's like, can I get another cigarette in my mouth? Oh, there's a cigarette. Let me light that. There's a beer. Oh, that's another beer. Like, you've had 18. Oh, it's another beer. Look, it's a beer right there. I'll just drink it. Like, he doesn't worry at all. So, and he's taking this shit, and I've seen a bunch of people do it, but I've never seen anybody react like Doug. Doug started moaning, and drool was coming out of his mouth. He's going, ooh, ooh. I'm going, fuck, he's dead. And then I'm like, shit, he's so funny. And then I'm like, shit, what am I going to do with the body? Because I'm not telling people.
All this racing through your head,
I gave Doug dimethyltryptamine and he died on my fucking couch. No, I'm digging a hole in the woods. He would appreciate that.
Yeah.
I mean, if that was me, if I died at his house, I'd expect him to do the same. Don't fucking tell the cops you killed me. Just bury me. I'm dead. You fucked up. It's over, all right? Just let's get rid of me.
I died enlightened.
Anyway, he came out of it. He was now, and then he bought it. Now he does it all the time. He's he's like, we need to experiment more with this.
Well, is it like a drug, or does it just tap into that part of you that makes your body create?
It's forcing that chemical into your brain, but it's a natural chemical that exists in your brain, and they think it's responsible for all these alien abduction experiences that people have. That what they are is actually DMT spikes.
Oh wow!
And that it happens because they all happen during dream time. They all happen while you're asleep, and they happen. A lot of them are very similar stories. And there's a guy named Rick Strassman. He wrote a book called The Spirit Molecule, and it's all on DMT. And he was the only man to ever conduct a bunch of clinical, all these different tests and experiments on DMT, where they shot it intramuscularly, they made people smoke it, all these different ways. You can eat it if you eat it with an MAO inhibitor, and they did all these different types of experiments with DMT, and they had very similar experiences to people who had alien abduction experiences. Yeah. So he believes, as crazy as it sounds, that what DMT is really is it's a portal to another dimension, that it tunes you into another frequency. Because the people share experiences. Yeah. That's the craziest thing. I know that sounds nuts, but people, if we all did DMT together, we would see the same shit. We'd be like, dude, what the fuck is that?
Really?
There's a guy talking to us. There's this little... You ever heard of Terrence McKenna? Do you know who Terrence McKenna is?
No.
A brilliant guy who was what you call a psychonaut. One of those Timothy Leary type guys who just lived his whole life tripping and learning from the experiences and writing books about it and talking about the benefits of mushrooms. And he actually believes that mushrooms and psilocybin and hallucinogenics in general were responsible for human evolution. And he's got like scientific points to it, like psilocybin in low doses actually increases visual acuity, and it makes you hornier, and that would make like a more successful predator. And he's got all these different it's fascinating shit. But it's all about all these stories and all. It's all about like losing the ego through the psychedelic experience.
Wow, Jesus, it's
heavy,
there.
dude. Once you start doing it, dude,
it's
really heavy. And you know what? It doesn't make you stupid. You don't feel like shit. You wake up in the morning, you're not hungover, and you look at everything differently. I don't recommend it for everybody. It's not for idiots.
Why don't we do it and do a radio show?
That actually sounded like a rousing endorsement.
Listen,
from Joe
I brought something in just for you guys.
Uh-oh.
This is just for you guys. I got this a long time ago, and I saved it, and I brought it in just for you guys because you're the only ones who can play it. Because it's XM Radio. This is a hardcore gangster rapper called Gangsta Fag.
All right.
Look at this. Check this out. It's a guy who talks about sucking my man's dick and fucking niggas in the ass. He's a guy in L.A.
Oh, wow.
Dude, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Wait, we got
look at it.
He's doing Bin Laden up the ass.
Dude, the cover is a hardcore, folks at home, playing at home. He's a hardcore, black, thugged out rapper, big muscular dude. and he's got a gold chain on it. It says "Gangsta Fag."
Yeah, it's gangstafag.com because our listeners.
No, but he doesn't have a website. He doesn't exist. I've tried to find this guy because I wanted to put it on my website, but I didn't want to get sued. But I figured, you know what? Even better than that, let's just play it on the fucking radio. How perfect would that be?
We'll play it when we get back.
And I'm going to put it up on. I got my website's JoeRogan.net. I'm going to put it up tonight so people can download it from my website. But it's some of the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life. It's just how rappers brag about fucking chicks.
Yeah.
This guy brags about fucking dudes. It's phenomenal. But it's good. He's like a good rapper.
Well, the name's
fucking awesome.
He Wants It, Twisted Life, Closet, Eminem, and The Faggots.
Yeah,
those
it's
are the 5 tracks.
It goes, run from the faggots, run from the faggots. I guess you pick a wrong fucking fag to fuck with. It's all about gay bashing, and him and his boys go after some guy for gay bashing.
Wow,
dude, it's awesome.
You're a little too excited about this.
It's hysterical.
We'll check it out.
Dude, it's hysterical.
Joe Rogan digging on Gangsta Fag.
You're gonna cry when you listen to it. Seriously,
check it out.
It's very fun.
Look who's here, John Favreau.
What's up, John?
Hey, look what you stepped into.
Yeah, I don't think John wants to sit down with us.
This must be satellite.
Yes.
Satellite radio.
It is indeed satellite radio.
These are the guys that you would wear on your shirt all the time on Colin's show,
yes,
right?
these are the two guys.
Yeah.
How much did you pay him for all those plugs? Or
he's on the show now, so he gets paid. Yeah, he's full time.
That was his way of golden parachute.
It's kind of incestuous. The more these guys get bigger, the more my shitty gays get plugged. It all kind of worked out. So it was a financial gain for me to do it.
Let me just say, I love that show. The first 2 acts every night. I would TiVo that thing. I'd watch Colin's show all the time. I really, really liked it. Sorry to see it go.
Yeah.
All kidding aside. And you were always very, very funny.
Oh, thank you.
Very good. Did you see Colin play poker? He played in that Celebrity Poker.
No, did
Actually, played some of the worst poker I've ever seen in my life and won. And won for the night.
Well, that's it. That's
beat everybody.
About poker.
He was calling everything, and he was playing with like 5-3. 5-3. He didn't care, and he's raised. And he wound up winning the whole thing.
His ignorance was his greatest strength.
It certainly was.
Yeah, they were making fun of him. We had the audio of
they were making fun of him.
They were just trashing him.
I know. How you like that, though? See, that's the thing. If you don't, I'm at the point where I know enough to get me in trouble.
Really?
Where they could put me on a hand.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're
I've seen you play a few times.
I know enough that the pros could just tear me to shreds.
What do you think of your chances out there?
Oh, horrible.
Really?
I just don't want to make a mistake, honestly.
Yeah.
I like it so much, though.
It's
so
a lot of fun.
This is the best one of them all, too.
Yeah.
It's all, you're half the table is fish, and half the table are, sharks.
Right. So you get to watch.
So it's like a strip club.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of dudes and it's just like prey and predators.
Who's the guy that's going to buy the chick the champagne?
Do you find in this setting that...
And I'm a blonde in a mini skirt.
I don't play much poker, but I've heard that in this setting, my friend said that the dynamics are so different just because of everything.
I've played in the... It's true. Oh, don't laugh. I'm trying to do it. I know what you mean. I know the essence of what you're asking.
Don't laugh. He's my favorite.
It's this one's not so bad, but I lucked into a seat at the finals at the Bellagio for like a $25,000 buy-in with all the big boys, and I swear it was like first day in jail.
Really?
You just didn't want to make any eye contact. Yeah. You didn't want to drop the soap. You just wanted to mind your own business. Yeah. And
how'd you do?
I slipped in the shower. I did good until I did the cardinal sin. I folded and showed my hand.
Why would you do that?
Because I wanted to show them I was folding a strong hand, that I was playing tight to set them up.
That's what
any information you give them, it goes right in the back computer, and right after that, they all came after me. All came after me. So, but I hung in there for a full day, and like
you did.
With all the big boys, with like T.J. Cloutier and Ron Rose and Dewey Tomko, these big guys, and it was really great to be there and watch them play and see how they did it. But it's literally like playing with both of your cards facing up.
Right.
They can read you totally.
They just look right through you. Yeah.
But I'm such a fan. It's like would you play in Wimbledon against Agassi? Sure,
exactly,
you would.
Yeah.
Anyone but Arthur Ashe.
Oh, Jimmy. So what's the name of your
play
disc?
with no high five at the end.
What a despicable human being you are, man.
Was that question just a long setup for that joke?
Everything in life is a long setup for that joke.
Let me run with the line.
What a scumbag.
Like a sailfish.
We should take a quick break because we don't know what's going on out there. We got to get Anthony to his table.
Really?
John, what table?
What table you at?
7.
7.
Seat 7, table 7.
You're going to be playing with
Baywatch girl.
I think Deacon Jones.
Deacon
Jones.
Deacon Jones?
Yeah.
Was Deacon Jones lucky 7? I
think he was.
He's very intimidating.
Yeah,
is he?
He's a scary cat.
He says he's good.
Does he spit on the cards, or was that Nitschke? Nitschke spit on the ball.
Was he? I don't know. Wasn't it Butkus?
Butkus, that's right.
That was
Butkus
spit on the ball?
on the ball.
Dick
I'm not
Butkus.
sure.
All right.
Just keep bringing up his Odd Couple appearance back at Deacon Jones. Remember that one when he was an Odd Couple making the commercial with Oscar Madison about the shaving cream?
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember.
That was a good
Oh,
one.
you just dated yourself.
I certainly did. Who doesn't remember watching The Odd Couple? Like it's never been rerun. Yeah, I saw it first run.
It's like...
Yeah.
All right. That was it.
Let's
I remember your show of shows. It was fantastic.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're going to step aside. Rogan's going to help us out with the rest of the show because Anthony's going to be playing poker. I don't know if you're starting at 2 or not. But
I don't know. It's supposed to be 2. We'll see.
Huh?
That's right.
Oh, I got to go?
Good luck, Anthony.
5 minutes.
Good luck,
Thank
Anthony.
you.
Hopefully it won't be like that Ernie Kovacs
Thank you.
episode.
Yeah, I know. I'll be right back.
Good luck,
All right, it's the Opie and Anthony program live from Los Angeles. A quick break, and we'll continue. Joe Rogan is here. Also, we'll say hi to Rich Voss next. Stay there.
Live from the World Poker Tour in Los Angeles, California, it's the Opie and Anthony Show.
What did you say?
Ladies and gentlemen, sit down and put on your laughing hats because here comes a home run.
Whoa, hey! Hey now.
It's psychotic. They keep creating new ways to celebrate mediocrity.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Yay.
The Opie and Anthony Show. XM 202.
And we're back with the OP program because it's all about me. Live from Los Angeles. It's we're broadcasting from the World Poker Tour. Anthony has left the broadcast center. Oh no, Ant, jump on for a second. Oh no, look at Anthony getting the special treatment. They're ready to escort him. Just say something real fast. Any final thoughts, Anthony?
Try my best.
Oh, wait. Now the mic's on. Go ahead.
Gonna try my best and hope I do well. Make the people back home proud.
You were just peeing next to Ed Asner.
I was.
Really?
I went, Lou, nice hog, Lou. Lou, that's a beautiful hog, Lou. Yeah, I was peeing next to Ed Asner. That's great. There he is.
That doesn't happen every day, huh?
And I got to go to my table, though.
Yeah, Club Soda Kenny's ready.
And you got Vince Van Patten showing up over here.
I see Vince.
There he is.
Right next to you. Hey,
Vince, you can take this microphone. I'm going to go play.
This is a
pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you. Good to see you. Man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, this is a cluster F of a radio program. Joe Rogan from Fear Factor.
What's up, man?
Yeah,
How you doing?
Opie, how are you, buddy? Kenny's escorting Anthony to table 14. You think Anthony's going to do well, Joe?
I have no idea. I know nothing about cards.
Yeah, I'm with you. So maybe we could get something from Vince here because I would be out first, no problem. I don't have the personality for cards.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's just a little piece of paper with numbers on it. I don't care.
Vince is like, oh, wow, that's great. We'll use that on the TV show. No, I would have to know what the other guy...
Are you going to play, Joe?
No.
Just lift the mic up just a little bit.
Are we on? We're doing something? Oh, okay.
This is what we do.
What are you guys doing?
There's
a radio
nothing.
show?
Yeah, we just.
Oh,
this is what we do. We just goof on each other and talk about how hot half these girls are that are walking around. And,
very hot.
And that's about it.
That's right. It's going to be great. No, poker. You have to be very patient. You got to wait for cards. But you have to have a peripheral. You have to be able to see at the table everyone what they're doing without them seeing you doing that. That's why a lot of guys wear glasses.
So that's the big part of the game. It's winning, like psychological warfare. That's
it is, and you know what? It is truly playing players and not your cards. I don't care what I get. I want to understand what you have. Because if I don't think you have anything, I'm going to win that pot. I'm going to take pots that aren't mine. That's the essence of poker. Good poker.
See, that's the problem. I would just keep
no patience.
Yeah, patience, and I don't want that guy to get the upper hand on me. So even if I have a bad hand and he keeps raising the pot, I'm in every time because I can't let someone do that to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a sucker play. You want action.
Oh, I know it is.
Players want to play and they get excited.
Hence, I'm broadcasting. Anthony's out there because he has the patience for this, and he understands the game a little bit more. Nice. I don't know. Jim Norton has joined the.
Hi, how are you?
broadcast.
Vince Van Patten. Nice to meet you. Good to see you.
And big celebrity here, Rich Voss.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, it's Vince.
How's it going?
Great.
What's up, Rich?
Well, we just took a picture for him with James Wood.
Oh, really?
And then when I went to get one, James Wood ran like somebody yelled fire.
Probably you don't know his name is James Woods.
Whatever. All right, wood.
Did you see Tiger Wood outside, too?
You're breathing really heavy. Did you run back to the table or something?
Yeah, we had to squeeze through the door.
Yeah.
Tight squeeze. I don't know how he made it.
Back off the mic a little bit. You're driving people nuts at home.
Yeah, we had to squeeze through the door.
Are you trying to say he's fat?
No, I wouldn't say. He looks good, doesn't he?
Thanks.
You know, for the last half an hour, I've been going over in my head how I could have got Deacon Jones. But if I only had the ad-lib skills on the mic when I had the chance...
You had him with Lou Rawls.
I had him with Lou Rawls, but nobody...
He trounced all of us. Don't feel bad. He trounced him. He trounced me.
He smashed all of us.
He's very funny.
And I set you up good.
Yeah.
The Deacon Jones, you know, the NFL, the Hall of Famer there, the linebacker, he found out that Rich is writing for Chris Rock for the Oscars. And Deacon goes, Chris Rock, I don't like Chris Rock, blah, blah, blah. So I go, well, you know that bit about, the blacks and I told Deacon that Rich wrote that bit. And Deacon was ready to just kill you.
I know.
I saw your heart go up to your throat.
I was nervous because I don't want people to think that I wrote that bit. That's a classic bit of his. So you can't go, whatever.
No, but I was going with the racist angle because it looks like he didn't like that bit because it makes fun of, quote, his people.
Wait, you don't want people to think you wrote that great bit, but you're happy to let them know you wrote your act?
You had to open your eyes and prepare for that. Don't turn to the phone. What have you done?
Well, I'm the host of this whole thing. I'm the World Poker Tour.
Yes. And you're playing
too, right? I'll be playing today, but usually I don't get to play. But also, I think I was supposed to talk about the boot camp that we're doing, World Poker Tour boot camp, coming out next month. That I'll be doing. I'll be the sort of the drill captain of the boot camp, WPT boot camp, which will make players supposedly great poker players. That's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing today. I'm going to be playing in the event
as well. How do you make someone a great poker player? You either have it or don't, right?
Well, you
the
can.
Acting skills and the gimmick.
Yeah.
Do you teach gimmicks?
Yeah, you do. There's so many elements to becoming a very good poker player. You can't learn it in 2 days, but we're going to try to teach people as much as we can. Okay. And this event's going to be great. Celebrities going against the best poker pros in the world. Celebrities for the first time, unlike golf, celebrity events and tennis events, where they don't get they don't get excited. They truly get excited playing with the best players in the world.
Let me ask you. I don't really play poker, but do you think that this? My friend was telling me that this whole thing here is very different because he's like, man, just the attitudes and
this,
like the whole vibe here.
Well, it's. I think the poker pros want to win it. I mean, there's real money going at stake here. I think it's $150,000 or $250,000 to win it. So the pros want to win this. They're hungry. The celebrities would love to win it and put it to the charity.
There's a charity they're playing for, right?
Okay. When they went trying to get celebrities, do you think picking the week of the Oscars was a bad week?
No, all the celebrities, they love to play it. I think we got a great bunch out there,
I saw the lady from the practice.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Cameron Manheim,
Oh, she's out there? Oh, wow. We're going to let you go. Don't you have to get to your table?
I'll get out there. Nice to see you guys.
Well, when you get knocked out, come on back and say hi to us, all right?
Wait, I want to get a picture with you.
All right, well, get your picture now.
Sorry, buddy. Ben, hand it to Ben.
That's the most uncomfortable thing ever. So it kills me. What's up, Rich?
Nothing. Just walking around here.
This is gonna. Oh, I see Anthony. Anthony is already freaked out. I could tell. Look at
what's the big deal?
Hi, Anthony. Anthony.
That's all embarrassing.
Look, hi.
Here's retard friends yelling from the car.
Yeah, we're about 30 feet away.
Good luck on the date.
Right.
Lou Gossett Jr. is making him do leg lifts on a roof, and we're mooning him as the boat goes by. Can I have that?
Anthony just gave the universal sign of done. He just did the.
What's the big deal? Most of
the
it.
Neck. He recognized one of the pros is right there, right? Pro right there.
He looks nervous, doesn't he?
He's losing his mind.
He's playing poker. How could you be nervous?
I don't get it. Because he's playing against pros and he's being
filmed. What's the big deal? You get cards dealt to you. If they're good, you win.
Rich, he's pointing to that guy that has his back turned to us.
Yeah.
Going, I'm so done. So obviously he's been thrown on a table that has a real pro. So I think Anthony will be back with the broadcast in 10 minutes. They're about to begin. Kenny, what's up? Club Soda Kenny.
Anthony's sitting with a poker pro called Men the Master.
Yeah, back down a little bit. Men the Master? What is his name?
He's sitting with a pro called Men the Master.
That's the club Norton was in the other night.
Now, Club Soda Kenny escorted Anthony to the table. What was the vibe? Is he feeling it? He's getting nervous?
I tried to psych him up a little bit.
Oh, wait, Ben wants in. Ben?
the master?
Min the master. He's like, I'm dead. He's the best. He's sitting right across from Anthony.
The guy in the black leather jacket?
Yeah, there he is. Min the master.
Oh, my God. He's one of the Asian pros is at his table.
Oh, great. You'll never I read don't his know how expression. you can play the blank stare. You can't tell if he's happy or crying.
How can you play poker without smoking cigarettes?
Well,
If you're a smoker, that's half the game.
You don't let him smoke in here?
No. How do you play?
That's so weak.
One of the guys we had on the program said that's the difference between playing online and, in one of these atmospheres. You can't smoke during these tournaments, and some of these people freak out because they need a cigarette.
Do most of these guys spend their time playing online?
This guy who's supposed to sit down with Anthony, he's so good he's not even sitting yet.
Why would it be? He's talking to his friend.
Who, the Asian guy?
Yeah.
So is most of these guys, they play online? Is that how they get their action in? They practice online?
You guys probably play in Vegas, I'm guessing. Most of the pros, right?
But you can make a lot of money online, apparently, right? You can put up your credit card, and it's illegal gambling.
Yeah, Anthony plays online a little bit here and there, but the real players don't play online. They're too busy.
They don't?
No, they're too busy, going all over the world to enter these tournaments.
I wouldn't trust online, though, because you never know if the computer is just generating and beating everybody. I wouldn't trust that. I like to play with people.
Can it do that?
I'm sure it could online if you're playing just like a slot machine. You know, slot machines are not accurate.
Yeah, but those things are...
So I guess like the server would have to be rigged. Somebody in the middle would have to rig, and they would decide who would...
Sure.
I got to break in here because, I've known Anthony for 10 years. He is out of his mind nervous right now. He's like doing this with his hands and what?
Oh, look at him.
Just say it, Ben.
The other people that are at Anthony's table.
We found Anthony's gimmick, by the way. Just shake like a girl. He's finished.
Cameron Manheim from the practice is at Anthony's table.
Oh, yeah? Oh, cool.
And some guy...
It's the one that looks like Lithgow from Garb.
And Eric Palladino? Which one is Eric Palladino?
He's wearing the green.
Oh, from ER, right?
It looks like he's listening to his Walkman.
I got a couple celebrities at each
Wait,
table.
where's Gabe Kaplan? Where's Ed Asner?
Did you hear that Anthony peed right next to Ed Asner in the bathroom?
Oh, he's here?
Yeah.
Where is he?
Anthony, I want to ask Anthony if he saw Ed Asner's hog.
It hung to the left.
All right, well, Anthony is giving us a look like, save my seat, boys. I'll be back in a few minutes.
That'd be funny if he gets knocked out.
I know. Ben, what's going on?
It's funny looking over there because the master is just standing there looking at him.
You go in and stand around the table if you're not playing?
Yeah, well, Ben's going to be our runner. He's going to go back and forth.
And look at people's cards and stuff?
Yeah, can you give Anthony a little help there?
Yeah, I don't think we could do that.
All right,
I don't have a clue.
It's funny because Anthony watches a lot of the poker on TV. He knows all the professionals. I wouldn't recognize one of these guys.
Dude, I don't give a fuck about those cards. Look at that chick.
Which
the
one?
chick who's got her shirt hanging over her sleeves to give you the impression that she's sort of undressing. She's walking around with her shirt hanging off her elbows just so you could just think about ripping her fucking dress out, fucking the shit out of her. That's why she's walking like that. Dirty little bitch. She's just putting that fucking scent out. She's the hottest chick in the room and she fucking knows it. So what does she do? She takes her shirt halfway off and lets it dangle around her elbows and walks with her tits gently bouncing around. Little skirt on, hugging and kissing everybody. Fuck yeah! All right. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Is that a tranny? Oh, come on.
Is it a tranny? Listen,
it's not a tranny.
I smell pussy from here.
Yeah.
That's not a tranny.
Yes, Kenny?
You should see the Adam's apple on that thing.
Oh, really? Oh, well, from the back. It's not gay if you can't tell from the back.
Yeah, screw this poker thing. Let's just start pointing out hot chicks.
That chick's fucking hot, dude.
Yeah.
Where'd she go?
Have they dealt
I haven't jerked off in 2 days. I got a build-up.
I think they have started the games.
Where's Ed Asner?
I don't know.
He's still peeing. Somewhere. No guy. They got the prostate thing.
Saving an animal
Comes out slow and it squirts.
All right, I'm trying to read Anthony right now.
Like a dog with a boner.
The cards have been dealt that he's already shaking his head. Did anyone else seem to shake his head?
Yeah. What does that mean when he gets up and walks away from the table? Is that a good sign?
He shook his head, and then he kind of acknowledged the mean guy. The what's his name? What?
Min the Master.
The guy with the glasses is kind of throwing.
That's the guy from ER?
That's the guy
with
from
the
ER.
iPod thing in his ears?
Yeah, and the sunglasses, and he's got a big old beer. There you go. Yeah. I don't know why Anthony doesn't have a beer. He's taking this a little too seriously, I think.
He does.
He does have a beer? All right.
Where was Scott Baio at?
Scott Baio's here?
No, I just feel it.
Just feel it.
There's some really good people here tonight.
What do they have? Isn't Mimi Rogers here?
I don't know. Mimi Rogers.
Mimi
Rogers. Yeah, I guess so. Matt Culkin.
That's
Great would be to ask him about Michael Jackson.
He ain't coming over here, right, Ben? Huh?
Where is he?
Didn't even see him.
Are we going to get more of these celebrities after they get...
How old is Macaulay Culkin now?
Like 15, I think.
Why wouldn't he be on?
Can we get some of these guys over after they get knocked out?
Yeah,
then?
as soon as people get knocked up, they're coming our way.
How do you know they're coming our way?
That's the plan anyway.
Do they have to put their own money up for this?
No.
I don't know.
It's charity.
Yeah, we didn't have to. I think XM threw in the $25,000 entry fee.
Sure.
I was talking to Joe, while we were in break. He has a flotation tank, and I want to get one of these for my apartment.
What's it do?
Have you ever floated before?
No.
You would try it.
No.
You wouldn't try the float?
It's a sensory deprivation tank.
It's claustrophobic,
It's a gigantic tank of water that has it's got like 800 pounds of salt in it, and so you float, and the temperature of the water is the same temperature as your skin. It's 93.5 degrees, and it's total silence, total darkness, and you float in there, and all the senses are gone. You don't see anything, feel anything, touch anything, no sense of distance, and your mind starts just going into crazy places. It's the wildest experience you'll ever have in your life. It's like a psychedelic experience without taking any drugs.
How long do you have to stay in there for?
As long as you want. I go in there for a couple hours at a time.
Is it for relaxation or
It's for everything. Relaxation. It gives you a much more objective look at life than I think you ever possibly can have just walking around. And your mind is always dealing with shit. You're always dealing with noise and people talking to you and what everyone needs and sounds and touch. And when you're in that tank, all that shit's gone. Your mind is like on hyperspeed because your mind doesn't have to deal with any sensory input. So it opens up. Like you can think so much clearer. It's phenomenal. It's the most phenomenal physical experience you can have. It's like floating through the universe.
Yeah, you just float. I did it once when I was working in Rochester. It's amazing. Absolutely
and the
amazing.
first time you don't get the hang of it. You got to do it a bunch of times to relax.
You get
freaked out.
Yeah. You're so freaked out because it's completely dark, and after a while you really feel like you're just floating in space.
Well, not only that, you have to learn how to manage your mind because your mind starts doing busy work. Like you'll start going, God damn, I got a fucking itch on my nose, but you don't have an itch on your nose. It's just your mind can't believe you're not doing anything. So your mind wants you to start doing shit. So you're like, fuck, I want to itch my balls. But if you itch yourself and you're totally naked, the water is very salty. So anytime, any place you touch is not a good idea because you'll start feeling that it's itchy and salty. So you got to just chill. And so it takes a few times to get used to just chilling.
You don't start
freaking
freaking from it, do you? You don't start like all weirded out?
I go in there really fucking high. I smoke like 4 or 5 hits of like sick chronic and get in there and it's the wildest experience ever. It's like it's literally like you cease to exist.
Is that wild?
Yeah,
you must feel that way every day.
Would you do that or what?
I don't know. I don't like Rich's hurtful comment.
What did you say?
You must cease to exist every day.
Rich is implying that I kind of live in one of those soul-filled things with my fat tits just bobbing around in cyberspace somewhere, meaning nothing to anybody. I mean, that's kind of what he was saying, I think.
No. Can you pump in some music, too?
You can if you want. I don't.
A little Dark Side of the Moon or
It has speakers installed in it. They're underneath the water.
I would imagine you have to pick the right music, though.
Yeah, you know what? You don't want to do that. You don't want to have any input, man. You just want to just do it.
We could do it together, can't we?
Yeah, just 2 men sitting there getting salty.
What's going on, Club Soda Caddy?
Another pro just sat down at Anthony's table. The female, Annie Duke, in that pink shirt with the gray sleeves.
Oh, cool.
She won like the high-low game of the poker thing.
So getting beat by a chick in poker is a lot like getting beat by a chick in pool. You don't really want that to happen.
I just saw Jennifer Tilly just walked in, Brad Garrett, Ray Romano. So
Romano?
Yeah, Ray Romano.
Yeah. Who's that?
I don't know. He's on that show.
What show?
I don't know. Everybody loves Romano.
All right. Have they started dealing the cards?
Yeah, they're playing. Right, Anthony's being very conservative from what I could see.
What is he doing? Is he doing anything?
He's got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
No,
dude. Oh, no, he drops the mic and walks away.
Yeah, he knows that's awful.
Will we get any celebrities over here?
I know when to punch out.
And slam the mic down.
I want some pictures.
Huh? Well, you'll look at the pictures later after the radio show.
He's the biggest celebrity here.
I want Ed Asner, dude. Guy was the mayor of Tullamore.
Oh, yeah.
I am
all
so
you care
worthless.
about?
Dude, I'm so worthless when there's celebrities around. I just get pictures.
Oh, you know what? We haven't talked about it. You were supposed to direct a porno last night.
Oh, yeah. Scene. There's a golden shower scene I was going to direct.
Really?
But, yeah, the chick didn't show up because she has to get up this morning. She's a day job, which is nice.
Phenomenal.
That guy?
You sell your life to pornography, but you're responsible enough to wake up on time for work.
So she couldn't do the shoot?
Yeah.
How much sleep does she need?
Well, she does some kind of a day job. She was going to do a pussy pump, which is that thing they rack around their vagina and they pump it up and they leave it and it looks like it's really swollen.
Have you seen this thing yet? We're at the Porn Awards in Vegas. It's disgusting. It makes the vag just really overly puffy. Not in a good way. It's the whole air.
Like
I can't
a
even explain.
vacuum, like
yeah,
it sucks it out.
Yeah,
or
it's a
something?
suction cup.
Yeah.
So it's suction everything outward, kind of, and it explodes like an exploding onion, basically. That you get at TGI or something.
Yeah.
Huh?
Where's the fun in that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It looks like Schwarzenegger's face in. Remember when his mask came off in Total Recall for a second, and his face started to blow up? That's exactly what it looks like.
They're running out of things. What it is, Joe, is they're running out of things to do in porno. So it's like, all right, well, let's put a pump on a vag. Let's see what that does. And then they take pictures of the girl with their their vages puffed up. I don't get it myself.
Have you ever seen those guys online that shoot saline into their nuts? You ever seen that?
No.
They fill their nuts up with saline. They pump their balls up with saline. Yeah, they tie their balls off at the end. And then, I'm not bullshitting. And then they fucking stick a needle in and they pump their nuts up with salt water.
So wait,
it's fucking insane.
So if your friend's contact is dry, you jerk off in his eye?
As long as it's through a filter. There's a lot of people online that do extreme body morphing. There's a site called, I think it's BME.org, and it's all about extreme, or it might be BME.com, but it's all extreme body modifications, like guys who split their cock down the middle.
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Tattoo the inside, with all these weird studs in it. It's awful.
I saw one recently where a guy cut his dick off, cut the head of his cock off. He did it with a rubber band. He tied it down with a rubber band, and he slices, and he did pictures of every step of the way. He cut his finger off too. The guy had been missing a finger. It's a sickness. One guy cut his fucking hand off. He built a guillotine. He built a custom-made home guillotine. He cut his own fucking hand off.
No.
Yes, he's got photos of it online. He's got photos of the
Where's
guillotine.
his website?
I don't know what his website is, but I actually wrote something about it on my website. It was like 3 or 4 years ago. I read about it.
I know where you can see those pictures. If you go to eatabullet.com, there's a whole bunch of them up. Just check under calendar so you'll know where the...
And isn't there information being given out at the Houston Improv?
Oh, yeah. I don't want to talk about that, though. This weekend, if you're down there, just come to the show. If you're not, it's all right.
He's flying out tomorrow. Yes, Club Soda Kenny, back at the table here.
No, I just heard you speaking about cutting dicks off.
Yeah. He had to jump in. You got a story?
Do you know why Jewish women like their men circumcised?
Why?
They like 1/3 off.
Oh.
I just want to say, what a great comedy show this would be with Rich Voss, Jim Norton, and Mr. Joe Rogan.
I saw Joe. I told him on the air at the Comedy Store. I absolutely loved his act, man. Absolutely. Are you going to be doing the Comedy Store in the next couple of days?
No, this weekend I'm at the Irvine Improv.
Oh, okay.
The Improv in Irvine. So if anyone's in Orange County, head on down there.
Anthony's still in the game.
Not for a while. I don't know.
Anthony's still hanging in there.
Well, he probably just anteed and folded.
He's doing well.
Oh, he'll get into the hang of it, though.
I see people playing games like this, and I totally get how I could get sucked into it. I used to play Quake 3, the video game. I used to play online literally 8 to 10 hours a day.
Dude, I was obsessed. I could gamble, and I would love to do this stuff. I mean, how hard can it be?
I used to play pool before that. I used to be obsessed with that when I lived in New York.
You know what? My gaming got very, very involved, and recently I took a drastic step backwards. I'm playing solitaire on my Trio.
Ooh. I won't play anything on my phone. It's
on my Trio when I fly and stuff, and I have to play until I finally beat the game. It's like a whole OCD thing that happens, and it's not even about having fun anymore. It's like just keep playing until I finally beat the game, and then I can finally, put my Trio down.
Yeah,
so.
I've given up on games pretty much. I used to play chess on my Palm Pilot on planes.
Yeah, I played Scrabble on the Palm.
Did you hear my chess story?
It's obsessive, though. No.
My chess story, I used to play chess growing up and stuff, and recently I started playing online through AOL or something, and I started kicking ass, having a lot of fun, feeling like I still have the skills, right? And then I'm playing this guy, and all of a sudden he goes, "How old are you?" And I'm like, "Well, how old are you?" And the person writes, "I'm 8. I swear to God, I felt like such a creep. I'm like, "Well, I'm 17." I couldn't even fess up to my age, and then I finished that game, and I haven't played since. I'm like,
I think
you didn't write back. What are you wearing?
Yeah, right. I really thought I was playing against 30-year-old
mommy home.
Yeah. Are you a big boy?
Have you ever been in a Turkish prison?
Yeah, it was so innocent, but then all of a sudden you start feeling like a pedophile and crap. I thought I was playing against guys in their 30s. I'm playing against an 8-year-old, feeling good about myself because I'm smashing them.
I did that bit on stage about checkers about 6 months ago. So
what's it?
About me playing online. I beat the kid. I go, "Do you want to play again?" He goes, "I can't. The babysitter said lights out." So it's basically the same story, but
you do listen to the radio show religiously, so I'm thinking you might have ripped me off.
No, I did it before you guys got back on the air. I did it when you were on.
I noticed you're playing checkers.
Yeah,
because I can't play chess. I don't know the game.
So getting back to you, are you doing are you directing the thing tonight?
If she shows up, we're gonna have to make it a little earlier.
It's in L.A.
Yeah, well, they were going to do it in the hotel room.
Who's producing it?
Kick-Ass Productions.
Kick-Ass Productions.
Yeah,
I know so many porno stars now. I was on the way over here. I was talking to Stephen St. Croix. Ben.
Sure.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
And he did a show called 2 videos called Rear Factor, where he plays me. It's fucking phenomenal. I was talking to him on the phone, and then I'm like realizing I talk to Ron Jeremy all the time. I know Jenna James, and I'm like, how weird is this? You know, how strange that you know all these fucking porn stars. Does it trip you out?
I pulled a train with Ron. It was me and him on a girl, and Dennis Hoff took
Dennis Hoff took pictures and showed it to me.
Oh, you saw the pictures?
Yeah, he's bringing them around to everybody. I'm like, yeah, keep me away from your whores, you fucking big mouth.
Oh, I don't mind, too. She's got my new one straight in those, too. It's such a deceptive angle. She's holding it like it's the fattest cock she's ever seen. Wow, good work, Hubble.
Hubble!
Hey, Ben's back at the table.
That's funny, man.
Good work, Hubble.
Go ahead, Ben.
Anthony said he's folding a lot.
He's just folding a lot?
Yeah.
Are you able to go right up to him?
Yeah, I can go right up to him.
So what's going on at that table? Any action at all? I see they got a camera guy there kind of filming the table as we speak.
Yeah, they're just playing away.
How are you going to get people over here after they lose? They're going to go that way, right?
Nah, we'll figure it out. Don't worry
about it.
it.
No, because I'm just saying, Jennifer Tilly.
How many hands has he played?
I don't know that. I don't know that.
The one girl, bad-looking girl.
Dude, this is the most hot chicks that have ever been in commerce ever.
In this place,
in one point in one time.
Yeah, this casino is a little strange. Well, Joe said that. We're very happy to be at this casino.
No, not the casino.
So, Joe,
just commerce in general.
You could talk for all of us if you like. we were kind of scared about the ride over here.
We're top shelf.
We're in this van and
it's like going on a fucking bamboo boat through Nam. Make your way to the fucking casino.
I'm like, where the hell?
There's a lot of hungry looking dudes out there too.
I've been to LA, I don't know, about a dozen times. I'm like, I've never seen this part of LA before.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we got lost. Club Soda Kenny's driving the bus, and we pull off the highway, and next thing you know, everything is now in Spanish, and he decides he's going to jump out and ask for directions. I'm like, good luck.
Yeah, when did we ride into an Edward James Olmos film?
It's like 70% it looks like Vietnamese and Cambodian.
I don't know how to even call these casinos. There's no crap tables or slot machines.
It's so weird. It's one of those weird gray areas. Like you can't have whorehouses, but you can have strip clubs that give you naked lap dances and girls rub their dicks with their ass.
Yeah, why
it's
are they?
Like, okay, you're saving the world.
Why is this allowed to happen? This casino?
It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. There's shit you can't do. You can't have slot machines. You can't have certain things.
No,
it's not
tables.
Totally a casino.
It's just poker and I think is there blackjack here too?
I don't know.
They have weird games like Pai Gow and shit.
Oh yeah.
I just want to keep waving at him like a fag and embarrassing him in front of his new poker friends.
It's actually quite boring to watch.
Yeah, it's cards.
No, I understand, but
golf.
There's no real action going on. No one's really talking with each other.
I want to see a punch being thrown.
That would be nice. Or James Woods hit somebody with his cock.
Well, he has a big one.
Legendarily huge.
The room.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. That was the showstopper right there.
Big cock?
Yeah, big.
Hello, my name is Elaine, and I'll be your tour guide through South Central Los Angeles.
There's a difference between hookers and actresses.
Okay, you want to fill me in?
Hookers get paid more.
That's what the bottom line is. It's a bunch of geeks and a bunch of porn stars in the same place at the same time. Hot young men pointing at each other, getting educated every minute.
Like someone making grilled cheese with an iron.
Stupid criminals. Holy crap.
Say goodbye to your T-cells, everyone.
Live from Los Angeles.
Just pummel them with nightsticks.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
From O&A Pictures comes a true story of one man's pain.
It does hurt.
And a family torn apart.
And it makes you feel really funny right after it happens.
The War of the Cumias.
I had the yelling parents too growing up until they got divorced, and it was just, And then you'd see like the old man and take the plate full of spaghetti and throw it, and it would hit like the wall next to the phone. And you're sitting there horrified watching the spaghetti slowly go down the wall.
Get the fuck out of the room, fuck you.
Oh, and the horrified kids.
Did Dad actually leave after the fights?
Yeah, a lot of times, sure. And then, you'd be able to go to sleep because the yelling would stop. First, Mom would have to wind down a little.
Fucking asshole.
Even after Dad left, she's still going.
Beat that shit like I need a fucking hole in the
I'm
head.
trying to sleep. He's gone.
Son of a bitch.
Shut up.
Come in here.
Shut up.
That way, is that the...
Oh, God, he's been gone a half hour.
When would he come back? The next day?
Yeah, like the next day. you know, they'd be sitting down watching like Ronan Martin's laughing, everything was fine, you know, and then out of nowhere, you'd hear the rumbling. You'd be in bed, and you'd hear like, and then you hear from the kids' room. Can't you two just shut the fuck up for like one night? And then we were pretty young, so, you know, we got, you know, called into the room, and Mom sits down and goes, me and your father, I want you to know, and I want you to know it has nothing to do with you. We're divorced. Oh, okay. Could I go out and play now? How is this going to change my life? Does this mean I don't have to listen to... Oh, it does? Okay. So it's a good thing. Great. Well, thank you for staying together for so long and really, like, torturing us. You couldn't have pulled this one, like, 5 years ago? That fucking asshole. When maybe we couldn't remember as much and didn't have to listen to the yelling and screaming.
No way, is that...
Here's an idea, Pop. There you go. Right back into the Huntington boat ramp. Give that a whirl.
The War of the Cumias.
You gotta figure you're gonna just sit there disgusted having to listen to this crap.
Watch them run, watch them crawl, watch them try to catch a ball. Olympics. Yeah, them spatial Olympics. Watch them laugh, watch them drool, watch them fall into the pool. That's a dive-in.
The Opie and Anthony Show. XM 202.
All right, are we back? Had a slight little technical problem there, but it's the Opie program today. I'll take advantage of this. Now, it's Opie and Anthony. We're live in Los Angeles at the World Poker Tour. Anthony's at table 14, playing with a couple pros, a couple celebrities, a couple other fishes, I guess. I'm starting to learn the terminology here. I don't really care, to be honest with you. I'm just making believe I care for the program. But Club Soda Kenny ran over all excited because there was an all-in at his table.
At Anthony's table, but I got more updating news. Big Talkin' Deacon Jones is out already.
No. He's one of the first guys out?
Yeah.
Count, and he put all his money in.
I tried to get him over here. He goes, no, those guys are going to rat on me.
Well, you got to get him over here. He was talking smack.
Why doesn't he like Chris Rock?
He's got like 2 cocktails in his hand. He's like talking to blondes. He ain't coming over here.
Hey, Rich, why don't you shut up while Club Soda Kenny's talking?
Yeah.
Pay attention.
It was the language. That's what he doesn't like, the language.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Mr. Rogan asked me a question. I'm sorry.
And Club Soda Kenny was talking.
Doesn't like the language.
All right.
Does that kill you?
Well, Deacon Jones...
He's fucking crazy?
Deacon Jones
ridiculous.
Is still going on?
Is pissed off at this guy in the Los Angeles Times because basically, trashed Deacon as being a really bad poker player. So Deacon was talking smack, and it turns out he is one of the first guys out today. So
Deacon stinks.
He really
does. Ain't just a river in Africa.
And we were trying to get him back on the show, but that ain't happening.
Oh boy, he gets smashed quickly.
And then there was an all-in on Anthony's table. I don't know what happened. I don't think Anthony went in on that.
Anthony
obviously,
looks comfortable.
Yeah, he's starting to relax a little bit. He knows we're talking about him right now. He's just kind of nodding his head. He's got a
big shit-eating grin. Look at him.
I wish we had like some special signs that. What? Oh. Now he's hanging in there though. All right. We got Rich Voss at the broadcast center here. He brought his lovely fiance, Rich. Rich
McFarland.
Rich got engaged.
Well, you laughing. Look at the beautiful rock on her
She's
hand.
a very attractive lady.
She's beautiful.
Very funny too.
Very funny. A great writer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a lucky man.
All right.
You're a really romantic guy too. The way you did it, that was really nice.
Yeah, I took her to the diner.
Yeah. Why don't you tell Joe how you did this whole thing? She flew in from L.A.
Yeah, she flew in from L.A. I knew my friend was Sunday night, right before Valentine's Day. And I knew my friend was selling a ring because his engagement fell apart. So I went to I was at a 12-step meeting, and I saw him there Sunday night before going to the airport. I saw, do you still have the ring? Because I was planning on getting it anyhow.
Sure.
Right.
So he had it. So we ran to his house, and I went back to my house and got the cash. Because I keep that kind of money around. I headline. And
well, $500. A lot of people have that around.
So I got the ring, and I picked her up at the airport, took her to the diner, had some turkey burgers or whatever.
Right.
Then I checked into a Best Western hotel, And I,
busted out the ring.
Yeah, but I already bought her diamond earrings, and I wanted to return those. I figured since I got the rings, why should I give her both? But like an idiot, I gave her both.
That is really cool, though, that you didn't go to a store and pick it out. You just got it from a friend in a 12-step program who's probably relapsing and needs the money to get high.
That's all right.
So here, let me have the ring you bought for your fiancé. That's nice. Very spiritual.
We got it appraised, man. It's unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah, I'm very happy. Very happy with the appraisal.
You really are a Jew squared. Do you know that?
I'm telling you. Yes, I am.
Bought it from a friend, then had it appraised. I know you, you murderer.
I just got a note from Ben. What's going on, Ben?
Anthony continues to fold.
He's just folding every hand, huh?
Yeah.
I can't wait to get the inside scoop on this whole thing from him.
Deacon's just getting hammered. He's shit-faced. No, he's talking to blondes.
We can't get Deacon back over here?
Maybe when he finishes his couple drinks, we'll work on him.
Yeah,
is he knocked out already?
Yeah.
Are you listening?
Yeah, but I don't know if it was real. It could have been somebody else that looked like him.
That's true. Scatman Crothers might have got knocked out. Who knows the difference?
Yeah.
You didn't go there. Or Lou Rawls, like you said earlier.
He looks like a lot of people,
The best part of Deacon coming over here is Jim's like, who the hell is this guy? And he heard Jim say that. That's half the reason he was attacking you. You're like, who the hell is this guy when he first started talking? Something like that.
You didn't recognize Deacon Jones?
No, I don't. You
know
that
major weight loss.
I don't even really know who Deacon Jones is. I've just been playing along.
Just a big football player.
From the Rams, the fearsome
I don't watch
foursome.
football.
I knew his name because he's a legendary player, but I would never have known the face.
You can't be bothered with football?
I don't like football.
Why?
I really only watch fighting. I watch like the UFC, Ultimate Fighting, and boxing. That's the only thing I watch. I get bored with sports. To me, the only thing that matters is like the score and everything. It doesn't mean anything. Like a ball goes into a hole, that doesn't mean anything. To me, it's like a guy dropping his cell phone. But if a guy beats a guy's ass, that's exciting.
I'll tell you one thing. I don't know. I finally found my line because I was into the UFC for a little while, checking that out. Oh man, what they do when the guy's just in that. When that guy's in that position, they're just using their elbow on the guy's nose and face. I'm like, I'm done.
I do all the color commentary for the UFC.
You do a great job, by the way. I bought one of those things. I didn't even know you did it until I heard it. You're really what an animal, man. You know everything about it. It was really interesting to watch.
Thanks, man. I've done martial arts since I was a little kid. That's what I used to do before I was a comedian. I used to teach Taekwondo. I taught at Boston University. I used to have my own school, and I used to kickbox.
But you took other stuff. I mean, Taekwondo was
I do
years
jiu-jitsu
ago.
now. Yeah, I've been doing jiu-jitsu.
You ever
since
do
like
Ultimate Fighting, though?
No, I don't want to. Fighting is something that, first of all, even if you win, you still go to the hospital. You're getting bashed up. You're going to get hurt. Your face is going to get smashed, and you have to be completely, totally committed to doing that. And I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to do it. I just like watching it now.
Frank Shamrock. Would you be nervous about fighting him?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
This
guy's phenomenal.
Well, didn't you say one of those celebrities were kind of like Bull? One of the karate celebrities were kind of like a fraud.
Yeah, but these are guys who fight. None of these guys are frauds. These are all the guys that fight in the octagon. They fight in the UFC.
We're getting an update from Club Soda Kenny.
No, I just spotted Macaulay Culkin. I'm trying to catch his attention so we can talk to him about Michael Jackson.
Talk to him about anything.
Where is he?
Fascinating would it be
I don't
to
know.
talk
He's over there with a stupid green hat on. Yeah.
Ooh, that would be fascinating.
So I'm keeping my eye on him.
Does he still look like he did when he was young?
I don't know. I just saw the back of his head, probably what Michael saw also.
Thanks, Kenny. Captain Obvious.
Is Seagal the real deal?
Oh, who knows? Probably not. Even if he was, the martial art that he does is Aikido, and there's a lot. Before the Ultimate Fighting Championship came around, there was a lot of confusion as to what was really effective. Like people who did karate, they thought their style was the most effective. People who did judo thought their style. Everybody thought what they were practicing was the most effective, but really, it's little pieces and percentages of all of them mixed together, and that's what it is now. It's mixed martial arts. And when the Ultimate Fighting Championship came along, they said, "Look, let's find out what's better. Let's put everybody in a cage, and you have a grand prize, and the best guy wins it." And we found out a lot of stuff that people have been practicing for thousands of years was almost totally fucking useless in a real fight situation. And that's what fighting is. That's what martial arts is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be martial. It's supposed to be about war, about combat with your body. And there's a huge percentage of it that's just completely fucking useless. And they didn't figure that out. So, what is Seagal good at Aikido? Yeah. Is Aikido good as a martial art? No. No, it's a transference of energy martial art. It's like a guy commits to you and you throw him on the ground. I mean, basically the idea was Aikido was invented so that if a guy has a sword and he loses his sword in combat, he can defend himself against another guy with a sword. Where the guy commits to you, you use his energy against him. But that doesn't work against a guy who knows how to fight. He'll fucking strangle you. You use I just gotta get a hold of you. All a guy has to do is get a hold of you. Get a hold of you, control your body, and choke you unconscious.
Aikido is good, I think. If Kelly LeBrock comes at you too hard, you want to smash your head into a wall. That's what Aikido is.
Smash your cock into her mouth.
We had Tito on the show. Tito Ortiz.
Oh, yeah?
And, get Steve over here.
Oh, that's when he choked that guy out. Yeah.
That's right.
I heard about that.
Listen to our show a lot.
Well, you know what,
Here's
dude?
the guy
I didn't.
that he
I heard about it from the UFC. I couldn't listen because I was living in L.A.
Oh, okay.
But I heard about it.
Steve.
Yeah.
We're, Joe does the UFC and all that. And,
and Tito choked you?
Yeah, in 12 seconds I was
Tito's
out.
a bad motherfucker.
But I bow to Steve that he even took him on.
Yeah, I was.
I mean,
you grappled with him for real?
I was a good 140 pounds heavier too.
140 pounds
Dude.
heavier. Steve agrees to let Tito go at it with him, and
It was right before a big fight, right?
Yeah, he was in
Yeah.
town promoting the fight,
Yeah.
and Tito's like, yeah, and we're like, Tito, seriously, Steve's a bouncer and stuff. He sort of can handle himself. Go for it. Just don't kill him.
Right.
Right, and it was freaking scary how fast he got you out.
He's a brutally strong dude. That
Very.
guy, very strong, and he's professional fighter. That guy trains 5 hours a day. He's legendary for his conditioning.
Within 10 seconds, he was on my back and had me in a sleeper hold, and you could feel just the air leaving. And before I went unconscious, I just tapped, and that was it.
Tough motherfucker.
Really?
Yeah.
And you know what? He's not even the best. How crazy is that?
He was
These guys
for a while,
that beat
right?
his ass. Randy Couture just beat him. Chuck Liddell just knocked him out in the first round or second round, excuse me.
Isn't it being
But,
banned?
it's amazing.
Is
It's
the
amazing.
UFC still being banned in some places?
No. It just got passed in California, and it's legal in Nevada State Athletic Commission, legal in Jersey, legal in a bunch of places. But I've been doing it. I've been doing the commentary or doing interviewing the fighters since '96. We used to have to go to Dothan, Alabama, and weird fucking places because that was the only place that would allow us to do the shows. But there's a TV show on Spike TV called The Ultimate Fighter, and that thing's getting fucking huge ratings.
Yeah.
It's 2 million people a week are watching it, which for Spike is fucking phenomenal. And so the pay-per-view numbers are growing. It's a growing sport, but once you go see it, it's the most fucking exciting thing you'll ever see. Because it's human nature broken down to the basic element. Two men trying to dominate each other. When a guy slam dunks a ball in a guy's face, ooh, what he's trying to say is, I just beat your ass. But the guy at least can walk away and go, yeah, man, this is a fight. I'll kick your fucking ass. See, that's what fighting is. In a fight, there is no, you can't get your ass kicked and go, yeah, well, I could fucking slam dunk a basketball on you. Because nobody cares. You just got your ass kicked. It's the definitive ending of all male combat, of all male competition.
Do boxers enter it? Do boxers
They
go
do,
in?
but they get tackled and taken to the back.
Yeah,
you have to know how to grapple. You have to. I mean, boxing's very important. A lot of guys who are fighting in the UFC are actually pro boxers, and they do really well because they know other things. There's a guy named Chris Lytle, who's one of the top guys at 170, and he's a professional boxer as well. He does both. But it's a fucking crazy sport, man. But it's so much fun to watch. It's so much fun.
I watched a few, and then I couldn't handle it anymore.
I
just could not handle it.
Have a couple of beers.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't be such a wimp.
Enjoy it. It's exciting.
I was pretty much able to watch anything, but that was finally when I said,
look, it's
I'm
safer
done.
than boxing.
Done.
Boxers are much more dangerous. They take much more shots, and they don't have as many options. When you're boxing, if you get hit, you're not even allowed to clinch. You're not even allowed to hang on. You get penalized for that. You can get disqualified for that. But with the UFC, that's what it's all about. It's like using the best tool for the best situation. If you get hit with a punch, try to take the guy down. If the guy's dominating you on the ground, get to your feet. It's a strategy. It's chess with your body.
Who's the best guy in the world right now, you think?
There's no best guy. There's a bunch of really good guys. Most of the really good guys, like Tito is a really good guy. Randy Couture. There's a guy named Vanderlei Silva is probably one of the best pound-for-pound guys. He's from Brazil. There's a guy named BJ Penn. There's a guy from Hawaii who's a bad motherfucker. He's phenomenal. There's a bunch of really, really tough guys. And there's not that much money in it. I mean, the top guys make a couple $100,000 for a really big fight. I mean, for boxing, that's shit. You can't get Roy Jones to fucking piss in a cup for $200,000, and you're going to get these guys to train for 6 weeks, weigh in, take drug tests, all that shit. I mean, it's the sacrifice they put their body through. I mean, Tito, that motherfucker goes to Big Bear, and he's up there for 6 weeks just running in the mountains at 10,000 elevation, pulling fucking people on bicycles behind him, and wrestling for fucking hours and hours at a time, and punching and kickboxing.
They're just animals.
They're fucking, but you know what, dude? When they're there, when they're competing, it's the most exciting thing in the world. When two of the best guys at fighting, when you see two guys that are fighting for the UFC heavyweight title or the UFC middleweight title, those are the toughest motherfuckers in the world. Period. There's no one better than them at that level.
See, I'd rather see how tough they are because they're both so good. It's fairly even. I'd rather see one of them just beating up a scrub. Then you get the real difference. See some regular civilian just getting his teeth kicked.
Well, that's what the old UFCs were. That's what UFC 1, UFC 2. There was a lot of guys who were fucking karate masters. A lot of guys who took a lot of bullshit martial arts. And those guys thought they knew what they were doing. They got in there with Hoist Gracie. And they just got strangled like a little bitch, instantly, toyed with.
We got to break in here. Club Soda County?
No, I just wanted to say, did anybody notice how ripped Joe Rogan is?
Yeah, he's a
I saw his photo layout. I almost quit comedy and just left the fucking city. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, no, he's a serious dude, too. Martial artist and everything.
His washboard abs.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. You're not supposed to do that if you're a comedian. It's really a violation of all comedy rules. It's really stupid.
Goes with your good looks, though.
It's stupid in my part to fucking pose for this. After I did, I'm like, ooh, this is really not a good.
Well,
movie.
Joe is an odd combination. He's actually a comedian that has self-esteem and gets laid. It's a very odd thing to watch, and a good comic.
But when you say like
that's the one thing I learned hanging out with you guys. Yeah, low self-esteem and just banging hookers whenever you can.
What, Ben?
Hold on, Ben is laughing about something.
Oh, so I just talked to Deacon, who's coming back in a minute. He's outside smoking. All he could talk about is Jim. And he's like, that guy looks like the type of guy that kills families. And he's a sick fuck. That's all he's talking about.
Give him the stare when he comes back. Give him the. Give him the.
He's like, something's really wrong with that guy. He's like the little one, the little chubby one that's bald.
And you know the worst part of that, I don't mind if he thinks I kill families, but did he have to call me fat? That's the most hurtful part of that description.
He's coming back. He's smoking a couple.
The pedophile with the weak chin.
Oh, it was funny. That's all he's talking about is you.
And Deacon will be drunk too. So, hey, boss, you still writing for the Oscars or?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, I've been watching Chris Rock do that shit at the Comedy Store.
How funny is it?
Funny shit. If he does that set at the Oscars, he's going to fucking destroy.
It's so funny. It's so, I mean, it's
the funniest. Give me one of his lines, man.
Oh, he's doing all. No, never. Never. I don't want. No, never.
Give me a little taste, Joe.
No. Tune in Sunday. Sunday.
Yeah, but you know what? Give us one of the jokes that you know he just won't use, because there's no way that all his material is going to be.
No, I can't. I don't want to do that. It's just really funny shit on Alexander about how he was for gay marriages until he saw Alexander. It's fucking just. And I'm not even doing it justice because I don't remember exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a long bit, but it's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. He's got some really funny stuff.
Really
His
funny
intros,
shit.
Everything.
It's about time they got somebody with balls to host the event.
Fuck yeah, this Billy Crystal shit.
Yeah, who wants to song and dance?
I always like those.
See Nathan Lane on Broadway.
But sometimes though, you got to give him credit. He'll put himself in like the movie, and you'll be like, oh, that's Billy in the movie. And it's always funny.
I'll tell you, Steve Martin was funny when he did it. He did some edgy stuff.
Great.
Oh yeah,
Steve Martin was good. They need someone who's going to do stand-up. That's how I look at it.
This is a weird thing that happens with comics. I mean, Steve Martin at one point in time was probably one of the funniest guys ever. Yeah. But then a lot of them just kind of drift off into a bad spot.
Club Set of Candy?
Eric Palladino, he's a doctor on ER. He was on Anthony's table. He just got knocked out.
Wait, Anthony beat him, sorta?
Cameron Manheim beat me. Oh, her show's canceled.
Couldn't get her off Ace Jack.
Were you the dude that was playing with the shades on, drinking the beer with the iPod?
Yeah, that was me.
Dude, what were you listening to?
I was listening to it. Which point? I was probably listening to Foo Fighters.
Oh, okay. No, right at the beginning, you were cranking something out of your iPod.
Oh no, I was listening to Oh fuck. Oh shit.
You're last. It's satellite radio.
Oh fuck.
Dude,
This shit.
Motherfucker. Let him fly, man. Let him fly. So yeah, the guy I do the radio show with was to your right there. He's still hanging in there
with the black hat.
Oh yeah, he's a prick.
He's a prick. He's just
you are a prick.
He just gave Anthony the finger. Anthony's I hear his strategy. He's just folding a lot at that table, right?
Yeah, he's folding.
He's not really doing much.
I was playing tight up until I ran into the Cameron Manheim.
Wow, Cameron Manheim can play poker.
She took you down, huh?
I don't know. That's debatable. I think the pros.
She got lucky.
Well, no, she had ace jack top pair, but there was a straight out there, one card off the straight. The problem is, you can't bluff out a celebrity.
Yeah. So are you like a serious player?
I just won my first tournament Monday night at Hustler.
Wow.
Oh, wow. The Hustler tournament.
So this master. So you know who that
Master
Mint guy is?
Yeah,
you know who that guy is? That's pretty. He's a famous guy.
He's pretty good. I took out Phil Hellmuth last night at a tournament.
Is he a big guy?
Yeah.
Really?
We don't know anything about cards. We're just sitting here, just goofing off,
just hanging out.
Yeah, we don't know. It's $25,000. Isn't that kind of a lot to go that quick? 25. What were they betting? 5, 10 grand.
Yeah. Was it your 25 grand?
No, it was 10 grand. You start out.
Oh, I
10 grand.
25.
You start out with 10,000. Yeah, and then I was up to like 12, and unfortunately I played a little too
aggressive.
So you've played in tournaments before. I've never played in a tournament, but a friend of mine plays
aggressive.
A buddy of mine plays a lot of poker
from the beginning,
and he was saying that a lot of times aggression in a certain situation is just something that
it works. I mean, put it this way: if I played that way,
right?
If I played that hand against a pro, they would have folded.
But
because it was.
But the Cameron.
I have the jack. I'm sticking with.
So
the
you
jack.
played too good.
That's what I think. I like the way you put it. Yes, I will say
You
yes.
played the right way, and she played the wrong way, and she got lucky.
I don't think she's going to win.
Do you think that the
But
camera...
I'm bitter right now, and I'm angry, so I wouldn't trust anything I say.
Do you think that the camera and the lights just contribute to what's like the whole thing?
I think if you're looking at it as far as lights go, yes.
It's awesome that
Do you
people
think
answer him.
that fan should have won season 1?
Who?
This actor character doesn't have.
I think B. Arthur has
He
a better
doesn't have
chance this year.
Big star here,
So
to
he
your
doesn't
right.
know that Jim's goofing on him.
No, not at all. Big star right to your right, Rich Voss.
Rich Voss, how you doing?
How's it going?
He was on
Last Comic Standing.
Last Comic Standing.
1 and 3.
I knew that was you. And my friend, oh my God, I'm totally blanking right now. Dan Cutworth and Dan produced that show.
Ben Sparks?
Dan produced Last Comic Standing?
Dan and
second season.
I can't believe I'm blanking on
Jane.
Yeah, I was only on for
Jane,
one
actually.
thing when I got in a big argument with what the fuck's his name, the old dude that died.
With Hackett. Buddy
Yeah,
Hackett.
Buddy Hackett.
Oh,
Buddy
you
Hackett was
had to
supporting
Buddy?
hacks.
You got in an argument with Buddy Hackett?
Huge argument with Buddy Hackett.
About
there was
what?
a guy who was stealing material. This guy
Rogan
fucking
calls
Ant.
out hacks.
yeah.
I like
I
Rogan,
know.
man. He
Yeah.
calls out hacks.
Wait, explain
How
it.
bad does it suck?
Hold on,
As a
explain
comic,
this.
Jim, you know I'm a fucking huge fan of your act. I think you're hysterical. How bad is it when you see guys biting off your shit?
It's just
It's
awful.
the worst feeling in the world when you spend all that time constructing a bit, writing it out, testing it on stage,
Absolutely.
tweaking it, and some fucking cockless douchebag goes and steals it. Well, this guy, Ant, goes on fucking TV, and he's in front of this crowd, and he's doing old George Carlin shit. He's doing shit that's from a movie. He did some hack jokes from the movie Boiler Room that apparently at one point in time was Jim David's bit. It was a gay joke. It was, the guy says to him, yeah, they should put you people on an island. They did. It's called Manhattan.
That's Jim David's joke.
Exactly.
Jim David's
So
joke.
he did this, and I said, look, I said, Ant, I said, you got great energy. I said, you're a very likable guy. You're obviously very talented, very funny.
Saw this.
I go,
remember
but
what you're talking about.
I've heard all those jokes. I've heard a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So, fucking Monique is sitting next to me. She's going, well, you made it yours, sugar. You made that material yours. And I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? And then, Buddy, I go, comedy is supposed to be your thoughts. This is what you see, and this is what makes you funny. And Buddy Hack goes, you're a fucking asshole. You know, that guy, I never heard those bits, and you fucking did this.
Okay, I saw this.
And then he died like 2 weeks later, and it was really funny because at
put it
that
on
moment,
Italian
while it was
hexagon.
happening, that moment, I was like, should I yell at this old cocksucker? And then I'm like, you know what? No, I shouldn't. You know what? Fuck him.
Yeah.
Let this happen. If was a hack or supports hacks, that's fine.
The words were
That's
"fuck him,
fine.
let him die." Is
Well,
what
he
you said.
died.
I think that's is
he
that
died
wrong?
2 weeks later. But I was like, fuck, if I yelled at him right there, I went, fuck you, who are you yelling at, cocksucker? If that happened, and I pushed him right over the edge, I could have killed him on TV. It was an excellent career move that I backed off at that moment.
That would have been in your promo tapes they show at the improvs on the road.
Yeah.
Just
Fuck you,
killing Buddy
cocksucker.
Hackett. June 22nd through 25th.
Yeah. I just, I always love it when old people think it's okay that they act like fucking assholes.
Well, because
I'm like, you were an
they all
asshole when
stole.
you were 20. If you were 20, you were talking to me like that, I'd smack you in the fucking head. But because you're 80, it's okay.
Yeah, but all
like,
the-
it's like understood that I'm not going to do anything.
Go ahead,
All
Rich.
those old comics stole from each other anyhow back in the day, so they figured that's how it goes now.
Well, that's why he's being defensive.
Yeah.
He's just he's defending himself.
Well, this is where
Hold on. Back in the day, it was acceptable?
No.
But they would take each other's stuff, Those guys.
Not
they were
all
doing-
of them, though.
No.
Even back in the day, not all of them. They're just, it was just more common because they didn't have mass media. There wasn't television. There wasn't radio.
Right.
Nobody knew.
And see you do it somewhere and just grab and take it.
You could just take it. You could take a guy's act. I mean, there's a lot of guys that was their whole act.
It's like, this is where it's TV business. It's where it makes no sense.
This TV business.
This is deep inside Hollywood.
Don Corleone had a bit of a the motion picture business.
Shut up. Here's the thing. Someone like Ann, who is talentless, is hosting a show on VH1. So
Is
what
he?
does it
Well,
matter?
you know what? Here's the thing. He's not talentless. He's not talentless.
Who?
I don't think he's talentless. I think he's a very good performer. He's a very entertaining guy. He's got a lot of energy. He commits to what he does. He just doesn't, he's not smart enough to write jokes. So he takes other people's shit and does it, and I can't respect that. But I do think that he's a talented guy. I just think he's going about it the wrong way. And a lot of guys, when they start out as open mic night, I've seen it many times, guys like bite a little. And I remember early in my career, I sounded like other guys. Like I'd tell a joke, and I go, ooh, that sounded like fucking Rich Jenny, or that sounded like, and you're like, it's part of the process of growing. But the guys who make the big mistake to go off the wrong path is when you start stealing. Yep. And it's very tempting. It's very tempting. You're in some fucking bar in Pittsfield, New York, in the middle of nowhere, and the fucking crowd is. You're like, I know some jokes that will get a laugh. Because right now my fucking act, my miserable act is bombing.
Are you listening to this, Norton?
Yeah. But it's different if I steal, though, because I smile after I say it.
Wink.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
You're so lovable, so. I always credit, like a friend of mine once said, and then I'll just do the joke, and people always enjoy it.
So, you know, like him hosting a show or something like that, maybe he'd be good at it. Maybe that's what he, you know, that's what he's supposed to do.
Well,
but
it's
he's
a
not
fast show. It's a
he's not a
losing weight
fucking comic.
All right.
You know?
Do we have an Anthony update? Anybody? He's hanging in there, though. A lot of guys are getting kicked out.
Were you surprised you got knocked out so fast?
Yeah.
You really wanted to.
I would have liked to have been there for a while.
At least
I
be
love
able to
playing
order
the
another
game,
beer, right?
you know. Another beer, and check out the French girl sitting next to Annie.
Did you go all in? So many hot chicks here.
Yeah.
How many hot chicks? This is the most hot chicks ever in commerce.
I'm pretty sure that my fiance does not get satellite radio, so yeah, there's a lot of bangable broads here. A lot of bangable broads.
That's so true because my girlfriend doesn't have it either. I'll just talk freely.
Go ahead, Ben.
He beat
what?
Annie Duke. He beat Annie Duke in one of the rounds. Yeah, so she's the former champion.
Annie Duke.
Are we talking about the prick?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You really don't like Anthony. Why?
Anthony beat a pro? Beat the female pro?
I'm just trying to.
I don't like him because
shit, you know?
there was a bad energy there. He gave me a dirty look, and he told me to, fuck myself.
Table.
What? What's that?
Another guy just bit the dust at Anthony's table.
Anthony's hanging in there strong.
So Anthony's beat two guys at his table so far.
Yeah,
I'm sure he was nervous. Yes.
It started out with like 11. It's down to 8.
You're
getting people to come over?
All right, hold on. Everyone's talking at the same time because Rich Voss doesn't know how to fucking listen.
Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ. What were you saying, Kenny?
No, another guy just bit the dust at Anthony's table, so Anthony's hanging in there.
Yeah?
He's got the nervous leg shake going, though.
Does he?
Yeah, but he's doing good.
Well, because now he's at the table with two pros, and how many people left at his table?
They're like he's with like all pros and that lawyer who I want to bend over to cross-examine.
You want to bend over Cameron Manheim?
Why not?
What is wrong with you?
Whoa.
She did lose a lot of weight, but...
No, that's disturbing, dude.
No, I'm happily married. But I do got a question for the doctor here.
Oh, you got a question?
Yeah.
I'm no longer on that show. I'm doing Stephen Bochco's new series for FX called Over There. It's about a war, about the Iraq War.
Oh, nice.
And I play a sergeant in a squad.
But you're a doctor, right?
I was a doctor on TV.
Is it bad if you got a lump on your balls?
It is if the balls are in your mouth.
True. You got a good point. That's what he went to medical school for.
Yeah, how many people ask you medical crap because they saw you on the show? That's funny.
Not really. I don't really know. CBC Chem 20, type across before. Cross table, C-spine, chest and pelvis, aorta. We'll pick up the pace in 10 minutes. This patient will have chest tube, Foley, NG, and flame films. In 15 minutes, it'll either be a CT
ever
or
like
the
meet
OR,
a chick
I'm
in
in,
like Vegas
Thoraceal.
and tell her that you're
I do that,
actor?
and then I'm in.
Nice.
Yeah, but an actor is more impressive. That Trump
I know
doctor.
it is, right?
An actor's more impressive.
I'm a fake
I don't think
doctor.
it does.
Fake doctor's better than a real doctor.
Yeah,
How funny is that?
If there's no
I'm a
recognition
liar.
going on, if they don't recognize you from something and you say you're an actor, that's like the worst thing.
Right.
I think it's a horrible thing to say.
Well, no,
nowadays.
if they say, well, what have you been on? You go, I'm on ER, bitch.
Yeah, but if you got to go to that, it kind of
Yeah, but you know what, dude?
You know what I mean?
As long as you're not bragging about it, you just go, well, I'm on ER.
Yeah, just make it
You gotta
casual.
you gotta downplay.
That's how I met my future fiance.
Do you ever tell a chick that that's not what you do? Do you ever lie to them? Just to see how they react. Tell them that you're a loser.
Well, no. What I do is when it's like someone that sees me and like recognizes me and and it's like someone that you know is going to be like in your face and they're like, I know you, right?
Right.
I go,
no.
No.
Right. I do that all the time. I get that all the time. I just look like that guy.
You know what I say if they say that? I'm like, yeah, you might have seen me on a Megan's Law pamphlet. I just moved into the neighborhood.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
I used to tell chicks that I work for my father's insurance company. That was my standard MO. I'd say I work for my father's insurance company, and if it got worse, I would say not only did I'm living with my parents, I live in the basement, but I have my own entrance. Right. You know, I'm just trying to save up enough money to get a house. I would always say that. Because you find out like how mean chicks can be. Yeah. If a chick doesn't know that you're reasonably successful, whatever you do, they will treat you like fucking shit. If they find out you have like a regular job, like you're some fucking bartender somewhere, and you don't have any aspirations, like whoa, some girls will be fucking vicious.
Dude, do you know how awful it is though? Like when I
Whereas a guy, if the chick has, if the chick has no aspirations, it's fine if she's hot.
A girl can be working at fucking Taco Bell. If she's hot, I'll ask her out.
Yeah, great.
I don't even have any shoes.
Let's reverse that for a second. Let's reverse it and say she's not hot and she has no aspirations. Yeah. Then we could be vicious as well. Understood, gentlemen?
Would you agree with that? I don't care I don't care if she's fat. I don't care what she does for a living. If she gets prostate cancer, I'll still kick her down the stairs, even though it's impossible for a woman. Good improv, stupid.
Yeah, guys don't even care. Guys don't even care a little bit. You could be a multi-millionaire and a chick could be just totally broke, and you don't give a fuck. I don't even have a cell phone. Tell me what time to knock on your door. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Let's take a break.
Yep.
Okay.
And we'll check in.
Gentlemen,
it was
very nice meeting
all you guys. A pleasure, bro.
Nice meeting you too, man.
All right, and we'll be back from the World Poker Tour. It's the Opie and Anthony program live from Los Angeles.
Broadcasting, conversation from a locker room. Everybody was drunk and having sex and shooting guns. I'm thrilled, I'm excited, I'm ecstatic.
Live from the World Poker Tour in Los Angeles, California.
Be happy, be sad, be broke. El virus. The Opie and Anthony.
The Opie and Anthony Show. XM 202.
All right, we're back with the Opie and Anthony program, live from Los Angeles. Joe Rogan sitting in for Anthony, doing a great job. Anthony's at table 14, and
we're looking at the sneaker riot. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's on the front page of the New York Post.
Dude, at this point, I'm just praying for the fucking aliens to land. There's a sneaker riot. A new Nike came out, and they have a riot of people trying to buy this new Nike.
Isn't that amazing?
It's not like it's a cure for cancer or a big dick pill. It's a fucking sneaker.
And we joke about this all the time. With everything going on in the world, that's the most important story, that it has to be on the front page of the New York paper, you know?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, but they're just losing their minds trying to get their hands on the latest Nike. And it doesn't even look that cool.
No, it looks stupid. It looks like the
really
same
dumb,
shit.
right?
It looks like the same shit. I don't understand. What does it do?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But the boys in the hood, they understand why it's so freaking cool. To me, I'm like, yeah, it's a sneaker.
That's what I never understand when they have that show. You ever watch that show, Cribs?
Of course.
They go in these guys' houses. They're fucking insane houses, giant multimedia centers, and huge basketball courts, and then the sneaker collection.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a sneaker collection. I'm like, what the fuck am I missing?
And they only wear them like once, twice maybe, because then there's like a little scuff on it, like, I can't wear those anymore.
Well, that's one of the cool things about being a celebrity is you get free shit. Like, I got a lot of free shit from Nike. Like, I call up Nike. I can call her up and go, hey, I need some new shit. And they just send me a giant fucking box of sneakers. I must have like 30 or 40 sneakers at home.
What size are you, bro?
11.
All right, give them up.
I think you can get them, too. I'll hook you up with a lady, but, you know.
Anthony and I, we just don't go down that road for some reason.
Yeah, I don't either.
I would love to get free shit, but I don't even know how to go about doing
it. A publicist can do everything for you. But I've been with the Nike lady forever.
Yeah, all right.
It's a nice deal.
Martini Steve is. Do you have an update, Steve?
What?
Grab a mic.
What's the update, sweetie?
I don't know. He ran to the table panicking.
No, it's not a panic. It's Kenny got Ed Asner to come over. So
we're
gonna
good.
My God.
Oh, wow.
Good.
Here he comes.
Here we go.
Holy shit.
Lou Grant, baby.
Nothing.
Holy shit.
Lou Grant. How do you like that?
He has no idea what show he's going on. I guarantee
wow.
Hello, sir. Have a seat.
Mr. Asner.
Hello, Mr. Asner.
Fine. Mr. Asner.
No, I said mine.
Oh, okay. I thought you said, yeah, fine, whatever.
I'm not that overcome.
I'm Opie, Joe Rogan from Fear Factor.
How you doing? Pleasure to meet you.
Rich Voss from Last Comic Standing.
How you doing?
And Jim Norton.
I loved you in JFK.
Thank you, Joe.
I loved you in a lot of things. I actually recently watched a documentary that you narrated on the drug war in Colombia. It was really good.
Yeah, it was a nice piece.
Really, really good. Really fascinating.
So, Ed, what happened? You got knocked out?
Yeah. You fall asleep.
You got tired?
You fell asleep?
No.
You just got bored out there?
Yeah, figuratively.
Why? You just got bored? The table was like not much action
and
at the
I didn't
table?
play well.
Yeah.
I think, isn't that the bottom line? I didn't play well.
Yeah.
Do you play all the time?
No. I play straight poker, 7, and 5. And I'm still new to Texas Hold'em.
It's a great game. It's taken over the country, though.
I know. It's a contest of smelling the shorts on the other players.
Yeah.
Excellent way of putting that.
I know.
I never thought Texas Hold'em could be hot.
And I don't mean I didn't mean that sexually.
Oh, I know.
Don't we mean everything sexually? Really?
Do you?
I used to.
Mr. A lot of people feel like I'm not a big poker player. My friend loves poker. And do you feel that in a tournament setting, the cameras and the lights kind of make the whole thing just like, boom?
Make it. What does boom mean?
Like just the whole, like the intensity of the whole thing because of the cameras and lights might set it up differently than like under other things.
I really don't. I mean, I don't think I'm that much more excited.
Yeah. What's that? I'm trying to get to the mic.
I don't think I'm that much more excited than if I were playing in a high stakes game in a house. In this particular game, starting out, of course, I'm very relieved that it's not my money that I'm playing with.
Were you the first to go at your table?
Yeah.
Kind of embarrassing, huh?
What's your name?
Remember,
Anthony.
He hates funk.
Yes. Anthony.
You're not a saint, are you?
No. You figured that out right
And
off
you
the
never
bat.
will be.
No. And I don't claim to be. Yeah, no.
No, but then.
Well, what do you want us to ask?
The
us?
first,
I'm
first
thinking
charging up the hill to take the hill, who gets killed, is not necessarily a loser.
I didn't say you were a loser.
Yes, you did. You implied as much.
Look, you know what?
Oh,
I'm smart.
You did. No, he didn't piss me off.
No, I'm
but
smart.
I mean,
I don't like that implication at all. I don't like that implication.
I can't believe you're doing that
He's
to Ed
trying to
Asner.
show that he's better than I am.
I don't like that at all.
He really is.
No, I mean, you survived 20 minutes. That's not bad.
20 minutes. Once again, he's belittling me.
Unbelievable. Disrespect.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
He sounds like a drug lord to me.
No, I couldn't.
He looks like it, too.
I couldn't sit at these tables.
No?
No, the guy I do the radio show with, he was brave enough to get in there. I'm not claiming to be brave enough.
Well, they wouldn't give you the money?
No, they knew he was better for this than I.
Oh.
I'm good at just being a jerk.
I don't know. No, don't backtrack, please.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's move on.
Let's move on a little bit, please.
Backtrack. Is there an awkward feeling?
Not at all. I just don't like the fact that you implied that about Mr. Asner. He's here to help out with the radio show.
How dare you?
Well, there's
Yeah.
I don't know. There's still 400 people
Well,
still playing, and
let's see.
5
He
that
made
aren't.
me a loser, and then he called himself a jerk. Now, does that equate?
Well, I didn't say you were a loser.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yeah.
No. Oh no, where are we going with this? Where's the car crash sound when you need it?
But look at the sweat coming off my face. I'm usually pretty good at this, but I'm losing this one.
Do you think that in this day and age that I would condemn you? I mean, I've had to deal with people like Sean Hannity.
Sean's a good friend of ours.
Is he?
Yeah.
I
I don't agree with his politics, but he's a good friend of ours.
Why?
We were on his show a few times.
He's too conservative. I don't
Mr.
like
Asner,
conservatives at all.
What's your opinion of him?
Oh my God,
Of Sean?
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's a mannequin.
What's a mannequin? That's a big word for me.
You don't know what a mannequin is?
I think he's
a
implied.
mannequin.
He's very
like,
stiff.
Right.
Oh no, he's not. But he's too pretty. He really is too. He really should be modeling clothes.
Yeah, he doesn't belong on TV. Give his point of view.
No, he really doesn't belong on TV.
Yeah.
Only ugly people should be on TV, right?
I think, Sean is very good in this day and age because he has such a warped political ideology that seems to be going very well right now.
Big Bush supporter.
Yeah. So I'm,
You're the biggest dick.
No, I'm not. Hannity is like that. He's absolutely right. Hannity is a very, very conservative pundit. And
Well,
basically
you weren't aware of that, Anthony?
No, I'm.
That's not really Anthony. That's Opie. He's lying.
Oh, what's his name?
His real name is Opie.
Opie. I see.
Anthony's playing cards.
I see.
I can't let this happen. The great Asner.
Hey,
Thank you.
Ed, can I ask you a question? Do you feel like you were on?
Where is this radio show heard?
XM.
All over
radio.
all over the
satellite
country.
radio. All over the country.
All over the country.
In
this
casino.
I have a question.
Have you ever heard the Banana Phone?
No.
It's a great song. We'll play it going in a break.
You were on one of the greatest shows in history, one of the greatest comedies to ever be on television. Do you feel that, what do you think about the comedy today? Do you think it's watered down on television, what they're passing off as comedy? How do you feel about the comedies that are on now?
I'm afraid I love Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
great show. That's my favorite show.
I like that a lot. Unfortunately,
That and Fear Factor.
I don't watch that either. But unfortunately, I don't watch the others. What do you like?
I like Mary Tyler Moore. I like.
No, I mean now.
Nothing.
No,
nothing.
You look back at the old shows like Sanford and Son, All in the Family. They're so much better. They were so much better. The sitcoms were so much better.
But Mary Tyler Moore, everybody on the show got their own spin-off show. Everybody, from the Weatherman, Gordon, they all had their own show. That's how good it was.
Great fucking show.
Hi, that was a great observation.
You didn't know that? Everyone.
Of course I did.
No, you didn't.
You can say fuck on this.
Yeah. It's totally uncensored. It's phenomenal.
Who do you want to curse out first?
Well, let's see. Did we cover Hannity all the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Who's left?
Rush Limbaugh.
Oh well, yeah. The Herman Goering of radio.
Nice.
I don't have.
Kerry just didn't have a shot. He didn't stand up for anything during the election.
Well, he did tend to self-destruct, didn't he?
I mean, I was rooting for him.
The weirdest thing to me was how everybody just threw Dean down the sewer after that one crazy speech.
I think it was.
But it wasn't crazy. You don't even know what happened there, do you?
I do.
Nope,
No,
he doesn't. He doesn't.
No.
Can I show my knowledge?
What's your knowledge?
He was yelling because he couldn't be heard. That's all.
But do you understand that they gave him a microphone,
right,
which the media uses to block out exterior noises?
Exactly. It's called a unidirectional.
Whatever.
Oh, so the crowd was going crazy.
Yeah, the crowd was going
and
crazy.
And he was trying to shout so he could be heard to the crowd. The microphone cut out the crowd noises so that he sounded like a lunatic on the microphone.
Yeah, but why do you think they kept looping it and showing it on
because it's Republican media.
No, the Republican-controlled media absolutely sold him down the river.
Maybe it was because the Clintons wanted Hillary to. They didn't want him to.
No, listen. I think everybody's wrong. I think it was the most sensational thing to talk about. I mean, look, it was fucking ridiculous.
Exactly.
I don't think there was any conspiracy. I think if you watch that tape, it's fucking hysterical.
Yeah,
the guy screaming, "Hey, we're gonna go to Washington!" You're like, "Whoa, this guy wants to be president. He's out of his fucking mind."
At that point, it didn't
matter
matter
run with that.
why
you got to run with
happened. They had to run with it. But that's exactly what happened. The crowd was really into what he was saying, but you didn't get to hear the crowd.
He sounded like a maniac.
From the very beginning, the Republicans were spreading the story when Dean started out doing well in Iowa, that they couldn't wait for him to gain the nomination because they knew they could beat him. They spread that story. The Democrats bought it hook, line, and sinker, which is why they so fell easily into the trap of going to Kerry in Iowa.
There you go.
And I do think the Republican media kind of sold him down after that. They kept showing it because, like ABC, CBS, they're all very, very conservative, and they definitely, Dan Rather, all very conservative, and they did attack him and kind of throw him to the wolves like that.
Well, thank God he became, he did win head of the DNC. You trying to get rid of me?
Yes.
What are you doing, Ben?
Ben, what are you doing? Sign language.
What's the sign language?
Ed, that's Ben. And
he's our producer.
And he decides when a guest is getting a little too boring, and that was the sign
that
Ben usually gives. And
more disrespect to Ed.
We're having a good interview with Ed Asner.
I can tell you, Anthony, that's the last time I'll ever be on your show.
No, that was Ben.
I've suffered your insults enough, and I certainly wouldn't come back again. I'll be glad to talk to you about the Columbia documentary some other time when he's not around.
Can I talk to you, Ed? I'm a big fan. I love you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
But be sure that he's not in there.
I know. He does this all the time. I'm a big fan. We're very happy to have you on the show.
He's a destroyer.
He's a destroyer.
Destroyer.
He's like Gordon Gekko. He built nothing. He liquidates. He's filthy.
He's greasy.
Yes, he is.
I don't want to smell his shorts.
He's a Sven Dollar.
In quotes, I don't want to smell his shorts. Ed Asner.
Bravo.
The great Ed Asner.
Great Ed Asner.
Thank you, sir. Very nice to meet you. Thank you very much.
Kenny, yes?
We got Superman.
Yeah, no. Where's Norton going and where's Voss going? Oh, you're getting photos and stuff? All right. Thank you, Ed Asner. Ben.
What is this?
Yeah, well, sit him down there. Everyone is getting pictures with Ed Asner.
Dude, you went after Ed Asner.
I didn't go after him.
Oh, my God. You hurt him.
We were just having fun.
I think he was really upset.
I guess he didn't really get our,
I don't think,
our sense of humor.
No, the goof. It's hard for people to get the goof.
Actually, he's a legend, and I loved Mary Tyler Moore growing up.
A lot of the old guys don't get the goof. They don't want to. They're like, come on.
But I can't be something I'm not.
You're a destroyer. He called you a destroyer.
Wait till Anthony hears this on the replay.
Oh, it was phenomenal.
Hey, Jimmy, get back here, man. I started sweating. Ed, no, come on, give me a handshake, please.
Fuck you, no, fuck you. Dude, Ed Asner just said fuck you. Oh, that's phenomenal.
Never have lunch. Wait, get him on mic. Get him on mic. He's like cursing me out and stuff as he's walking away.
I don't know if I hate Oprah or if he's my hero. Oprah doesn't give a fuck.
Dude,
what's up, man?
How you doing, man?
Jim.
I've seen you on Last Comic Standing.
Thanks.
You should have won that thing.
Thank you. Yeah, a lot of people said that it was not that I should have won, but I should have kept going. But I had a contract that I signed.
Dude, phenomenal Tonight Show.
I saw you on there too.
Thank you, Jim. Phenomenal Tonight Show set.
I watched more than
thank you,
second.
Joe.
I heard it. I didn't see it. I heard it on the radio. Fucking phenomenal.
Oh, thanks,
really funny shit. I was laughing my ass off.
Thanks, buddy. Let me do
Body
another
of a
order.
scallop.
I remember her.
All right,
Oh my God, that was awesome.
Listen, I just got a bear hug from Ed Asner.
Ed Asner's fucking strong.
We
dude.
made good.
I know.
Dude, I'm usually pretty good at that. I was sweating so freaking bad. He was looking right through me.
Do you understand?
He was looking right through me.
Dude,
and you want to talk about a poker face? I usually have a great poker face. I just can't play cards. He got to me.
I agreed that the media was conservative. Do you know what a liar and a whore I just acted
That's
like?
why I told you.
I hate the left.
I thought you were just playing with him.
I called you out on that, and you
I know.
sold me down the river.
Oh, boy, did I. Big time.
That was a lot of fun. Wait
Oh, he
till
was
Anthony
great.
hears about that one, man.
Oh, he was
I was
great.
just comfortable sitting here next to him. I was really...
When I go, that's the sign Ben gives when it gets really boring. Oh, my God. All you guys just look straight down at the floor.
Who's the guy she's talking to?
It's a very loose show. I'm getting
All right, I'm
What's
sorry.
that?
I don't even know who you are. I'm not going to lie. Hey, what's up, buddy? No,
what's the note?
Yeah, well, can you read that, Joe?
Okay.
Ben's like, I gave you the note.
Daniel.
No, you're a professional. You're a pro.
Negrano?
Yeah.
And you're a pro poker player.
You're pro.
Professional poker player.
And you got knocked out?
Yeah.
What happened?
Damn.
Wait, talk right into the mic there.
I was
There
just
you go.
goofing around, pretty much. I take this thing very lightly. It's kind of fun.
Dude,
More
this is
fun
Ed
than
Norton
it is
in that fucking movie.
I get that a lot.
Definitely.
He even
I get
sounds
that a
like
ton.
him. He's a pro poker player and he sounds like him. What is that, Rounders? Is that what he was?
That was Rounders.
So that's what you do, dude. You play poker professionally.
That's it.
You look like a young guy. How old are you?
30 years old.
And you play poker professionally. What a fucking cool job that is.
And what celebrity beat you today?
I didn't lose to a celebrity. I don't even know who I lost to. Some random dude I'd never seen before.
Really?
Yeah, I was, like I said, just goofing around, having fun.
Wow. A pro's out and Anthony's still out there playing. That's not too shabby.
That's pretty.
How much money have you won playing poker?
I've won more than anybody else in tournament poker. Last year I won about $4.5 million.
Holy shit! Oh my! Holy shit!
Are you kidding? So,
holy fucking shit! You won $4.5 million playing cards.
Last year I did. Yeah.
Just last year. Last year he said.
When he said I was just fooling around out there, I'm like, now I believe it. He's like,
Dude, you're a pro poker player. Wow. How many years you been doing this?
I started playing when I was about 17, 18 years old.
And how long pro? How long you been playing?
I guess when I was 18. I mean, I didn't have a real job. I worked as a telemarketer for a day, and that wasn't me.
Holy shit.
I don't like people telling me what to do.
$4.5 million. What do you think all told you've made?
Well, in tournaments, I'm the winningest tournament poker player in the history of poker. That's like 7 or 8 million.
God damn.
Overall, I don't know, with cash games and stuff, I figure like 12 million.
So basically, you just weren't in.
Fuck! You won millions of dollars in cash games? Like in crazy hotel rooms and shit with
Mostly
people with
casinos.
guns?
No, that's like back in the old days. Poker's evolved now. We've got
Does that ever happen, though? Do you ever have like some crazy basement game with a bunch of hoodlums?
You talk to a guy like Doyle Brunson, he'll tell you a lot of stories like that. But I've been robbed before, a couple times, back in the day in Toronto.
What happened?
Well, I just got robbed by a couple guys in an elevator. They were cool, though. You know, they didn't beat me up or nothing. They just took the money. So.
Is this Canadian money you're talking about? Or
that was Canadian money back then.
Yeah, that's crazy. When you go, after you're done playing poker, do you ever go shoot craps or something for excitement, for real excitement?
Not really. When I moved to Vegas, I knew it was pretty important that I had to, stick to poker.
That's it?
Wow. Yeah.
Poker.
Yeah.
He goes
so you treat it like a career.
right to the bank. Right to the bank with cash.
You just treat it like a career, right?
It is a real job in a lot of ways.
Do you read books on it and practice?
I write books. I don't read them.
You write books?
No, I've read a bunch of them, but I don't really think there's a lot of books out there right now that are really going to teach you what you need to know.
Do you practice or do you just play? I mean, do you go over strategy? What do you do?
I did that when I was learning and stuff, and I was getting better. But at this point, there's not much left for me to learn from that kind of stuff.
So basically, your whole job is just playing cards. Period.
When I feel
no preparation, just play cards.
What's the coolest thing you've bought?
Coolest thing I bought?
Yeah, because I mean, you're like us. You didn't have money growing up at first, right?
No.
And then all of a sudden you realize you could play this poker and you're doing so well. What was that one?
I guess it would be the Lexus SC430 convertible, which is a fun car. It's good for Vegas. Get the top down.
Paid cash, right?
I did too. They were freaked out. I actually brought $80,000 in cash, and they counted out one by one, 100 by 100. We've never had this before. This is new for us.
That's a little understated too for a guy that's that rich. I would figure he'd be trolling around in a Ferrari or something.
No, I like that car. It's a fun car. Have you seen it?
It's a fun car.
Look, he's trying to defend his ride.
It's a pimp ride.
Yeah, he's trying to defend his whip.
And you were the Toyota Poker Player of the Year?
I was a ESPN Toyota Player of the Year World Poker Tour Player of the Year, Card Player of the Year, Champion Player of the Year. Put a Player of the Year, I was it.
Norton's a big fan of poker. So
I just get too intimidated, and I'm not a good player. Here we go. A friend of mine wanted to become a pro. And do you think that a guy who wants to, I mean, look, he plays, I just kind of enjoy it, but do you think that a guy who wants to become a pro, I mean, the whole setup out here is just kind of geared towards, like, you know, just making it kind of, like, happen and all that stuff, like, from...
What are you talking about?
Thank you. Oh,
what in the world is this guy talking about?
Gotcha.
It's all about making it happen. Making what happen?
Let's caught you. Becoming a pro. What I'm saying, I don't know. He gotcha. Becoming. What I'm saying is to make it happen. Being a pro. You're a pro, and it's a lot different than like when someone's an amateur playing amateur poker. So I'm saying is the lights and the camera kind of what makes the
whole
game.
Pro thing. I mean, people throw that term around like a pro. What's the difference between a pro and an amateur?
That's what
it's kind of silly because when I was 23 years old, and people said, "Well, what do you do for a living?" I said, "Nothing. I play cards." I said, "Well, wasn't I a pro?" I mean, I didn't know I was a pro, but I guess I was. Anybody can call themselves a pro and suck at poker. You know, if you don't have a job and you're a bum, say I'm a pro. Pretty much.
Very interesting. Cool.
Yeah.
No shit. So do you have poker groupies?
Poker groupies. Well, I was engaged, but I'm no longer for the last 3 days.
For you.
That's a yes.
Good for you.
What'd you say?
Good for you.
The last 3 days?
Shut up, Rich.
3 days ago, yeah.
Wait, there's a story here.
There's a story here.
There's a story here. 3 days ago, he called it quits with the...
Nice.
With
What
the
happened?
chick.
Well, we basically didn't... Everything was good. We got along great, except for a couple minor things. You know, politics, religion, and the way to raise our kids. So... yeah, just a couple things.
Those are a little big. Who's the religious one?
Well, I mean, it was just philosophies about... You know, our approach and things like that.
Don't get him started with religion.
Who's
Joe's religion?
She's a lot more conservative than I was.
Brilliant.
Oh yeah.
A little, you know, on certain issues.
Religion.
Yeah.
So you want to raise the kids in like some sort of religious school?
Well, I got this thing. My dad, when I was 17 years old, I'd sit out in the pool when I was 17, and we'd have a drink. We'd have a glass of wine. And she's like, "But that's illegal." I'm like, "I'm not letting the government raise my kid." I was exactly right. And I'm like, "You're kidding me, right?" So, "Well, we don't want to have alcohol in the house." I'm like, "Whose house? My house?" I don't think
the house that I'm paying for?
Was she really hot?
She was cute.
Now, do you think now you broke up with her, you just think about other dudes just gorilla fucking her? Does that haunt you? That's what I always think of. I'm being honest. Whenever I break up with a chick, the first thing I think of is some other guy fucking stuffing her into the corner of a couch, just fucking slamming it, coming in her face. That's all I ever think about. I think about her liking it. I think, shit, I just let her go. And then that's the worst thing that could ever happen to you, is you break up with a really hot chick, and then during the soft period where it hasn't hardened, some other guy just...
There's a book called Arousal you should read. It'll explain what that's all about.
Honest. It's honest. Yeah. It's just natural male chimpanzee instinct.
I'm so with Joe on that.
Come on, man. It doesn't bother you, the idea of some other guy fucking the shit out of her?
But when you're thinking
about it... Not really.
Her loving it, her worshiping some other guy's cock. This is the woman that you love. And she's just got her tongue out, and she's rubbing on her tongue. And she's coming in her face and closing her eyes. It's dripping off her fake eyelashes. That doesn't bother you?
It
bothers me, and I don't even know you.
One other thing, the guy's black.
It bothers me.
And you're not spanking it to that thought? What's wrong with you?
All right. Well, Daniel, thank you. It was a pleasure.
You got it, guys.
Dude, that's a very interesting job, man. Congrats for having the balls to pursue it.
Thanks,
seriously, that's cool.
Appreciate it, guys.
$4.5 million. Very impressive.
That's awesome, man. That's fucking awesome.
Did you get the ring back?
The ring back? We're in
Fuck that ring.
discussion over the logistics of that kind of stuff.
Fuck her. Let her keep the ring. Rot with it.
All right.
Take that thing.
Good. There he goes.
Take it to heaven with you.
Good job, buddy.
Take it to Valhalla.
And there's Jim getting more of his celebrity photos.
EatABullet.com t-shirt on. He's just a whore. I stink in an EatABullet.com t-shirt. Did he really? Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
I got to tell you guys, man, this is pretty impressive. Anthony's still out there. And, you know, we're
Dude, Anthony's a bad motherfucker.
One of the best got knocked out, and Anthony's still at his table.
It's down to like 6 people over there.
Yeah, something like
Dean
that.
Kane, Superman's in the house. What's up, man? How you doing, buddy?
I got knocked out like everybody else. I guess you can come over here, huh? What's going on?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Jim from New Jersey.
Ben's handed me a note. Dean Kane.
I went to school in New Jersey, man.
Where about?
Princeton. Right
Okay, that's a little north of me. I'm from North Brunswick.
I was born in Newark.
Oh, really? All right, cool.
Without Jersey, none of us would be here.
Plainfield.
That's right, from Plainfield.
Wait, so that
Jersey audience.
The poker man got knocked out?
Yeah, he got knocked out.
He made $4.5 million last year playing poker.
And he's out of this tournament.
Yeah, he said. What did he say?
He said he was just fucking around.
Yeah, he was just fucking around today. He wasn't feeling it. He didn't feel like going through the whole process, I think.
I was doing the same thing.
Plus, he lost his chick. He lost his chick 3 days ago. So
yeah, he's all broken up.
Yeah, his mind's somewhere else.
Oh, wow. He
Yeah.
should be drinking.
He's trying to get his ring back.
What finally knocked you out? I mean, what kind of hand did you have?
I actually had 2 pair with an ace kicker, so I actually was in good shape. The guy flopped a 5 on the river to give him a straight.
Oh, wow.
So I was in good shape. And I started learning poker last night at midnight. My buddy was teaching me. So we played from midnight to 3. I had 3 Macallan rocks. I woke up with a little bit of a headache, and I'm dreaming about cards. So I thought, I'm like, all right, I'm going to be good today. And then we got into this. And
were you the first out at your table?
Yeah, first out of my table. But I also, at that time, I had already amassed the most chips at the table. Myself and this other guy had quietly. And we went head-to-head, and he listen, when we shook hands, he's like, all right, great. We shook hands. His hand was soaking wet.
Really?
He was nervous as could be. And he's one of these, pro guys. So,
maybe he's just one of those sweaty, awful people.
He could be that. He could, but I don't think so. He was one of those guys who looked very, very serious about this game.
Some people just perspire a lot, though. They're just disgusted. They transfer the duck virus when they shake your hand.
Is that what your shirt says?
Virus?
My hands are very dry. Very dry.
Saying, your shirt, man.
That's the new virus you got to worry about, the duck virus.
Yeah, it's over in Asia or something like that.
Now they're saying that the flies are infecting people.
That's good.
That's great. That's
wonderful.
Another thing to be excited about.
How long has your show been on?
Which show?
Aren't you playing Superman?
Yeah, I did that 10 years ago.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Are you serious?
It's all right, man.
I don't watch TV. I don't know.
Don't worry about it. It's all right. That's all right. See his shirt over there, the flaming S?
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with that.
Oh, not anymore? Okay.
No, that's a while
Does it
ago.
bother you that there's sort of like a curse that's attached to all the Supermen? It's kind of a weird thing, though, really, right?
Yeah, but it's like, everybody who's ever, president of the United States, except for like 6 guys, they're all dead. So, I mean,
yeah, but they're old.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. I'm not trying to freak you out.
No,
it sounds like it freaked you out a little bit.
No,
sound like it freaked you out a little bit. Come on. One guy killed himself. The other guy got paralyzed and died. I mean,
but there was another guy before that.
Kirk Allen. What happened to him?
Like 96 years old, died of old age.
Well, there you go.
That's my trump card. That's my 5 on the board.
2 for 4.
But Dean went back in history to make sure. Okay, look, there was
the
a guy
1946 serials.
Well, wait a minute. What is this? Is it maybe that when a new Superman comes along, that's when the old one gets all fucked up?
You know what?
Maybe that's what it is.
That may be the case.
Because when you came along, yes, and now there's a new one that's gonna.
You're the only guy to ever put that together.
Fuck, dude. If I was you, I'd wear one of those big rubber crash collars. Just walk around with
I wear a helmet at home.
It might be a good move.
I have to ask you this: how many chicks banged you just because of that role? They had to want to bang you because of that.
Well, you're gonna have to ask the chicks that, because I figured they wanted to, do that sort of business because I was charming and I went to school in New Jersey. That's what I was kind of hoping. Maybe that didn't do it.
That gives me hope then, if that works. Because I went to school in New Jersey and I still have to hand over 300 after. Come on, it was only a little golden shower.
Yeah, Jim's into something a little different, Dean.
300 for a golden shower.
Yeah, it's awful. They don't do full service dominations.
Full service.
Yeah. So do you feel like playing on? Because I never played in a tournament of any kind. I get too nervous. Shut up. Do you feel that playing in like a setting like this is conducive with like getting knocked out, or is it like one of those things that you just have to kind of like go, well, this is what's going to happen, whatever?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've never played before. I don't have a concept. I have no idea what's going on here. So,
it would throw me, all these people.
So
and stuff.
I didn't care. I was the guy. Like I said, the guy was very nervous. His hand was all sweaty. It was very important to him to be in. I was having a good time, and I just picked my mom up from the airport. There's my mom over there. She's sitting there.
Hi, Mom.
Hello.
Hi, Mom. Oh, she's reading Poker Player.
She's reading Poker Player.
I picked her up from the airport. She didn't want me to stay very long, so I figured I'd bet early and see what happens.
Were you playing for charity?
Yes.
What charity, can you say?
I'm playing for it's basically a Boys and Girls Club. It's called the Malibu Foundation for Youth and Family. I grew up in Malibu, California, so.
Okay.
So if you get knocked out, they don't get any money, or do they still get something?
Well, I donate money to them anyway, so I don't think that. You know what? I'm going to go ask people that. That's a good question.
It's kind of depressing, they're sitting there, hungry or
hoping
whatever.
Yeah. Do well,
the kids in Malibu, so underprivileged, right? That's what they always say. That's a joke. But, the reality is, it's a good place. There's a lot of kids out there who need someplace to go after school, and it's a great situation.
All right. Well, Dean, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks so much, man.
We're going to take a break here. Dean Kane. It's the Opie and Anthony program live from what? We're going to play Banana Phone into break.
Yes.
Yeah. Why don't we?
We'll love that song.
Why don't we do the Banana Phone and we'll continue with the Opie and Anthony program live from the World Poker Tour in Los Angeles.
Ring, 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 banana phone. Ring, 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 banana phone. I've got this feeling so appealing for us to get together and sing, sing. Ring, 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 banana phone. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding, banana phone. It grows in bunches. I've got my hunches. It's the best. Beat the rest. Cellular, modular, interactive, modular. Ring, 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 banana phone. Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping, banana phone. It's no baloney. It ain't a phony. My
Poker Tour in Los Angeles, California. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about?
I sit here, I make some asinine comments, and I check the computer.
And you're a good squeezer.
Yeah.
It is insane.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Life in corporate America can be a grind.
All they do is they remove the humor from everything.
And you don't want to worry about your behavior around the office becoming a problem.
I'm standing here with this erection feeling silly.
You're gonna need some sound advice
Talk less and suck more.
from a qualified professional.
I'm a stand-up comic who hates his own guts.
New from the HIV Corporation. It's the Jim Norton Sensitivity Handbook.
Sensitivity training. Maybe you could send someone from Human Resources in, and they can tickle my bag a little. I can go, ooh, very sensitive area, and then they can leave.
Jim will help you construct a business plan.
Greed is good.
He'll guide you through the hiring process.
Hire all fat chicks if you don't want them harassed.
He's also a whiz at customer relations.
Here's what you do, stupid. When they complain, you go, click. You take the phone, click.
Ladies will also enjoy Jim's wardrobe recommendations.
You send them to training to not have those big tits showing during the workday.
Jim is also an experienced marriage counselor.
How could you marry a chick that won't drink out of your mule?
And he can help mend even the most fractured of family relationships.
I killed my wife with a hammer.
And he'll also assist with time management.
1:30, Human Resources attempts to talk about sensitivity training. 1:35, they are wiping saliva that Jim Norton has spit on them off of themselves as he walks outdoor. End of meeting.
Call 1-800-LOG-DROP for the Jim Norton Sensitivity Handbook. Order today.
Meeting adjourned.
All right. We're back with the Opie and Anthony program, broadcasting live from the World Poker Tour in Los Angeles, California. Believe it or not, Anthony is he's hanging in there.
Yes, he is.
Very impressive. Club Soda Kenny, though, during the break said that his chips are dwindling. Right, Steve? What is he, down his last few now? We don't have your mic on. Can we get his mic on? Dan. Thank you. What's going on?
He's down to his last few chips, but he is hanging in there. But from what I'm hearing, a really, really, really big-time pro who won the last... What? No, it's Ben. Ben with the Herky.
Oh. Ben didn't do anything.
Yes, he does. Oh, okay.
What were you going to say, Steve?
He's hanging in there just fine, except he's dwindling. His chips are dwindling, and he's at a table with all pros and Cameron Manheim, and he's looking like he's not...
Cameron Manheim knows how to play poker, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious. Just hanging in there. All right. Where did Ed Asner go? I'm obsessed with Ed Asner
How
now.
can you not be? Kenny's been looking at the celebrities, seeing who's kicked out.
Yeah, here comes Kenny. Kenny's been grabbing a lot of guests for us. Good job.
Anthony's pile is dwindling, I'm sad to say.
Yeah.
All right, he's against pros. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
He's
amazing
great.
he's still there.
He looks like he's having fun, though.
Well, he's finally looking very relaxed. He just didn't want to be the first guy kicked out today.
Right. No, he's doing a respectable job.
Because in the end, no one's going to care as long as he wasn't the first guy out.
Yeah.
Because he's not gonna be at this table tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's the table to be at, Joe, right there.
And I want to thank Mr. Rogan for picking up the slack for the radio show. He's doing a fine job.
I'll say.
Everyone loves Joe Rogan.
Joe kicked ass today.
Yes, he did. He always does.
He sure did. Thank you, Kenny.
Well, we got more people, Steve?
What, Steve?
That Men the Master guy, Anthony just trounced him. He folded, and Anthony's
Oh,
got a big
shit.
pile of chips in front of him now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Anthony's making a fucking comeback.
A huge comeback, and there's a lot of action at his table. The camera crews are over there right now. Look,
Kenny's rushing back.
Kenny's rushing back, yes?
Anthony just cashed in. He beat Min the Master. He's like back in there.
Is Min still in, though?
Yeah, but he made him fold.
He made the Master fold.
Yeah. So now he's got chips.
All right, good.
Could you imagine
in
if
there.
Anthony actually does make it to this table?
That would rock.
That would be fantastic.
Well, we were talking to one of the guys, and they say it is possible that, every once in a while you get some kind of, long shot that goes a long way. I don't know.
Maybe we're
about
underestimating how good Anthony actually is.
I agree.
Anthony actually is a very smart guy.
He's very smart.
He's incredibly smart, and he downplays it, but I think he knows what he's doing.
Anybody that can do a Tony Danza impression is good. You can't underestimate him.
Tony Danza is on to us now. We haven't been able to work that line in about 2 or 3 months.
That's too bad. That was one of the funniest fucking things I've ever heard in my life.
What's up, Voss?
I just got Morgan Freeman's coming in.
Where is he?
Please.
Are you serious?
No.
We're trying to get Deacon Jones back.
He's outside drinking like a maniac on the patio.
Is he really?
Smoking
and drinking?
Yeah.
We have no more celebs.
I don't think we have any more celebs.
Where's LeVar Burton? I want to get him. Just tell him to come over here.
Jim's got extra memory sticks.
I know, Jim. After the broadcast, you'll get all your celebrity photos.
You don't have to ask LeVar Burton. You just have to tell him. That old roll will come back and he'll walk over. I said, get over here, boy.
No.
Well, he was in the movie.
It's a long time ago.
All right, well, we were hoping to get Anthony before the end of the broadcast, but he made a huge comeback, and I think he's going to be playing for a while. How long do they play until it gets down to the last table here, the 8 spots? Is that what happens? Yeah? So Anthony could be here for a few more hours easily. They're all pointing at somebody over there.
Yeah, but don't they take a break? Don't they come back tomorrow? Isn't it elimination?
I think tomorrow is the big, where they broadcast the finals right there in front of us. They got the cameras and everything set up. So
if Anthony wins all this money, does he have to donate it to a charity? Or
what happens with Anthony's money? Look, Anthony's he's giving us, he's getting a little more cocky. He just gave us a thumbs up from table 14. I knew he would last.
Yes.
Quite a while.
I might not have been real funny today, but I had a lot of good questions today.
It's terrific. What are you talking about?
I really did like that one.
He's assessing himself. Well, I might not have been funny, but I feel I had some good questions.
He does this every time. He goes on all the message boards. One stupid person will trash him, and then he can't sleep.
Do you like talking shit on the internet? I love talking shit on message boards. It's one of my funniest things. Oh, I love it. I love getting in little flame wars with people.
I can't be bothered
anymore.
I
love it.
Wait,
I love it.
10-minute break, so Anthony will be able to come over.
10-minute break?
Nice. Here he's up.
Oh, he's up. Oh, this is great. This is perfect timing.
I want to go get some celebrity pictures.
Perfect timing because this show is dying right now. We gave all the energy we had. Now we could get Anthony, a little update from Anthony. He's walking back to the table. Perfect time for him to walk back.
Anthony hanging in there.
He just had
hanging tough.
Anthony.
Hello, people. Hello.
Beat Master Min or whatever the fuck that guy
what happened?
And the Master.
Yeah, what happened? Because Kenny came running back and said that you took him.
Yes, I certainly did. I took him silly.
Did you really?
It was
a big pile of chips,
nothing
though.
Real. It wasn't bad. It was nothing out of the ordinary, though.
This ain't the same guy that we sent off to swim with the sharks.
What's her name? Cameron Manheim over there?
Yeah, she's playing at your table. She's good, right?
Killing. She's knocked off like you talked to one of the guys that she knocked off.
Well, that's because
the ER guy.
Yeah, the ER guy.
Yeah. Is she really good?
Apparently so. She's got a huge stack of chips. She's like the chip leader there. And
wow.
I'm sitting there. It's like they put me at a goddamn pro table. They're all like everyone I'm looking at is pros. And then a couple of guys leave, so the seats are empty. Who comes over? Fucking Phil Gordon, who's just like a legend, great player. Sits down, and now he's right next to me.
So you can just join in. You can go from other tables.
Some tables go out.
As some tables go out, they fill the spaces at other tables.
Oh, yeah. Some people, if the table runs out, they kill everybody.
We looked at you when you first started, and I'm like, you're like freaking out. I could tell there were big names at your table. I'm like, what? I don't know.
Huge, just huge names.
Jennifer
what's going on?
What do you think's going on?
Oh, hey. You come right over here, Jennifer Tilly.
Wow. Hello.
I'm on break too.
Hello.
Are you on break or are you out?
I'm on break.
You're still in it? Wait,
microphone's good to talk into.
Are we live?
Yeah, casual.
All right, okay. I'll just put the microphone near my crotch.
So
are we on? We're right.
Yes, we're on. It's okay because this is satellite radio.
All right, I'm just hanging in there, but the antes, they just started with the antes, and when the antes kick in, that's time to start stealing. So I'm stealing my nerve to start stealing. The problem is everyone else is trying to steal the antes before me.
Yeah.
So
what does that mean?
It's when there's a pot in there.
There's money in the pot, and you have nothing, and you bet like $5,000.
You bet big, hoping everyone else is
going to fold. And it was like, ooh, look, the girly girl has pocket aces, and then they all fold, and then you take all the money in the pot. That hasn't happened yet.
But you get these pros that look right through you and go, you're so full of shit.
That's right.
Pop down,
my very first hand, though, I sat down, I got quad tens. I slow played it, which means I really got hardly any money at all.
Yeah, wait a minute.
I was like, I have a monster hand. I better start checking.
Speaking of foreign language.
Wow.
What do you guys talk
Tens
poker?
and-
Poker language.
shit.
Poker.
Are you a serious poker player?
No, not really, but my boyfriend is. So he yells at me. Like, once I fell to 2 people, and he was like, that's the most bonehead play I ever saw in my life. So
That's
now
not
I'm like,
very supportive.
well, you know, he knows everything. He's taught me everything he knows, but I've only absorbed about 20% of it.
Now, I'm not a very good poker player.
Yes.
A friend of mine plays. Do you feel that the whole, like, lights and atmosphere kind of contributes and makes things, like, really, like, you know, the way it kind of comes out?
Makes the lights and atmosphere makes it kind of the way it comes out?
Like, the whole, like, pressure of the cameras and stuff like that.
You mean it makes people behave in different ways? Yes, I've seen people behave more crazy when they get to the final table.
Right.
And then they start doing, like, talking stuff, like performing for the camera.
Right.
I'm always the same person, whether the camera's on or off. But usually the camera's on.
It takes a lot of people out of their game. And my friend used to play a lot, and he said that you'd be amazed how many times people just are like, you know.
Well, a lot of my friends who are pros, they say when the difficulties is, everyone watches it on TV now. So now they'll go, like Gus Hansen will go to the casino, and they're like, oh, we know Gus. He likes to steal. And so a lot of times where they would fold and they, you know, bet into him.
Right.
You know, my boyfriend's, he's like the crazy, weirdo poker player. And he says it's kind of affected his game because everybody's like, oh, that Phil, he'll do anything. And so, you know, everybody wants to play with him.
And he has to kind of live up to that reputation now.
Mm-hmm. I play on his online account, and people try to talk to me. They're like, what happened? You were such a good player yesterday, and now you're really bad. I'm like, I'm just going to keep playing and pretend like I'm not reading that chat.
Jennifer, more importantly, look at Jim Norton's arms.
Embarrassing.
Yes?
Look at the hair. It's very wispy, and there's not much to it.
I don't have any hair on my arms. They always tease me because I don't have hairy arms.
I think it's nice.
No, just touch it, though. Just touch it.
You know, most men have coarse, spirally hair.
Yeah, but just touch how wispy
it feels. Embarrassing.
Right there.
You're not going to get me to touch his arms.
Wow, the first person ever in the history of this gag that actually has some sense.
Gag? What?
Yeah, he just
No, they just embarrass me because they know I'm very self-conscious.
Hey, I'd love to sit in chat for a while, but I got to take a leak.
Okay.
Everybody's business.
Because you've been sitting at the table
I've been sitting. I'm going to have to sit another 90 minutes if I'm lucky.
Almost, 90
Literally.
minutes. And Anthony,
have fun, kids.
I usually do the radio show with Anthony.
Good luck, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, Anthony's he's doing very well. He's still in it.
Does that mean I'm sprung? If one person leaves, does that mean everybody gets to leave?
No.
You don't want to be here?
I have to go put on some more lip gloss. That's also a really important element of poker, is refresh your makeup every 35 minutes.
I think it helps you if you're really hot like yourself. I was telling Joe, man, right?
Distracting.
Yeah, it's very distracting.
You know, I'm at a table with Laura Prepon. She has a show called Hollywood Home Hold'em or something like that. Yeah. And people don't know about her. She's super aggressive. And so I'm like trying to sabotage her a little bit. Because every time she comes in with a big raise, all the guys fold. Because they're like, you know, pretty little girl like her, she couldn't possibly be stealing. So I'm like, hey, yo, Laura, didn't you make the final table at that Esquire event? And she's like, ixnay on the information.
What a shock. A chick cock blocking.
Yeah, you blew up her spot.
Never see that. That never happens.
Someone's got to do it. I use all the ammunition at my disposal.
All right. Well, thank you, Jennifer, for
stopping
by and saying hi to us.
And I just
Jennifer
had
Tilly.
XM radio put in my fabulous new car.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't XM great?
I haven't received my car yet. I'm still trying to figure out how to finance it. But they are installing the XM.
You're going to love it.
Yeah. All right.
Thank
Bye.
you, Jennifer. Jennifer Tilly. And, of course, Norton has to get a celebrity photo.
Wow.
All right. There you go. Thanks, Jennifer. Look at that. Nice ass.
You think?
It's all right. It's a little. Oh, sorry. Nothing. What? We can't hear you.
You never have commercials, so you never get any kind of break whatsoever. It's just like one long ongoing chat session.
That's it. So then we get to talk about silly stuff.
Okay.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Bye.
Enjoy the XM when you get it hooked up. All right. Are they getting back to the tables now? I want to talk to
you. Don't really think that's a nice ass, do you?
No.
No.
It was just... Well,
no.
When it's bent like that, it's not
psycho
bad.
over here with this camera.
Actually, her boobs are really nice.
Yeah. Attached to a gunt.
I saw that. We call them bunts. West Coast, they call them gunts.
That's a big one, dude.
Oh, man.
Does she have a kid?
Yeah, in about a week.
L.A. is fun.
Yeah.
Jim.
It's fun.
See, Voss, you got greedy and you wanted the picture quick, and there was light behind you. I was trying to tell you.
Did it not come out?
Of course it came out.
No, mine. Did it come out?
These guys are so obsessive with their stupid celebrity photos.
No, we're not. We just well, a little.
Where's Anthony? I want to talk to him before we have to go off the
Oh,
air.
you got it. Oh, boy,
Yeah.
you look dumb.
Oh,
You just spilled water all over the equipment, Rich.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
How would I? I'm sitting here with my
You pulled
mic.
the cord and it knocked the water over.
Who put the water on the cord?
What do you think the water did? Kill itself? You knocked it over.
I'm sitting here on the mic. Don't blame me for that. You put your
pulled
dumb water on your.
You pulled the cord.
You guys are
and
fighting
knocked
over
the light
water.
I'm
How
sitting
dare
here
you? Yes, Ben?
Good job by Kenny.
Busy right now. That's
What?
why
What?
It's taking Anthony a moment to.
Yeah.
Well, it comes now.
Now, Anthony! We want to get Anthony back before they start up again. Anthony has a nice little. He's doing great.
There we go.
Got a nice little spring to your step.
Oh, that's better. I took a leak. Been drinking water over there. So
Dude, how psyched were you that you weren't the first?
Very psyched.
To get up
I
from the
wasn't
table.
first out. I've taken a couple of pots. I'm folding a lot. I'm not really taking.
Oh,
a
we're
lot
getting
of chances.
updates, and you were playing very conservative. Just
Very conservative,
folding a lot.
but whatever I've played, I've won. So I'm being conservative.
Are you up?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
he just made a big comeback.
The thing is, it's hard to be up when you're being conservative because you got to keep putting in the blinds, and now there's an ante that also has to be put in the blind bets, which go up every so often. But as long as I keep winning a few hands and keeping even and not really spending the pile paying for blinds, I wait for those good hands and then hit them.
Are you feeling comfortable?
Yeah, much more than I was when I sat down.
Dude, start
Cameron's the
drinking.
one that I got to worry about.
Start drinking.
Wow, that's crazy.
She
Cameron
is-
Manheim.
I know. Cameron Manheim is like taking pots off of Phil Gordon and shit. It's ridiculous. But that's the game, You got to wait for the good cards. She's had some good ones. She's got some balls. She goes all in. She calls bets that are all in bets.
Deacon Jones was one of the first people out.
Was he?
After
Yep.
being all cocky.
Oh.
And wait till you listen to the replay of this mess of a radio show.
We had
Really?
Ed Asner on.
We had Ed Asner.
I saw Ed Asner. I was
Opie attacked Ed Asner. And guess who pissed him off?
You.
No.
Who? Opie.
Who else would piss him off?
Opie.
Who else would say that's the signal we get when our guest is being too boring? Who else would say that?
You did not.
In
What
front
did
of
he
a
say?
Hollywood legend.
What did he say?
What could he say?
He wanted to kill me. He called me the destroyer.
And when I said I was getting a picture over there, and we sold Ope down the river, what a creep he is, and how we
Good.
love Mary Tyler Moore. And I'm getting a picture with him. I'm like, I just love your work. And he goes, oh, you guys are great. Get rid of that fucking waft. That's what he said about Opie.
Dude,
Very good.
Listen on the replay. It was
Yeah, I'm
very
gonna have to
uncomfortable.
listen to this show. And then you're interviewing people,
It's fun.
Yeah, people coming out with card players and stuff. Coming
Yeah,
over.
The one guy, I don't know who he was, but he's
I
like
saw
one of
Negreanu over here.
yeah, that dude. We don't know. None of us know. And,
Was he cool though?
He was real cool.
Real cool.
Yeah.
Smart guy. The only one who didn't fall for Norton shit.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I'm asking one of my questions. Like, what are you talking about?
That's
It
very
was
funny,
awesome.
man.
He was a slick character. That guy made $4.5 million last year.
$4.5 million, man, playing
But, yeah,
friggin' poker.
The problem is we're wrecking Norton's gag because we can't stop laughing.
Uh-oh, here she is.
Turn these
Here she is.
You're the killer.
Anthony, watch it?
Yeah.
No, Anthony's at your
this
table.
is my show,
Oh,
so
you're kidding.
I'm playing with you, and I'm telling her how you're tearing it up.
That's right, I am.
What
you
the
should
hell are
be
you-
afraid. Be very afraid.
I know I'm still playing, so I'm not going to get any real strategy out of you, but is this a lot of skill, or are you getting good cards out there?
Here's the deal.
Yeah.
I have a date tonight, so I don't give a shit.
Oh, really?
And that's the only way. It's the
So
way
you're
to get
just
an
playing
audition. It's when you want a part, you gotta not care.
Yeah.
And when you're playing with the pros, you gotta not care.
So you're taking hands off of pros out there, like you're one of the pros.
I don't know. Something's hitting today. It's,
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I have been
Obviously.
studying. I've been watching the pros.
Yep.
I've been watching the everybody on television, TiVoing all the poker channels, and reading some books.
So you
seem to be a little
surprised?
buddy?
I am a little surprised. I'm surprised I'm doing so well.
You seem to be a little palsy with Phil Gordon. What's going on there?
Well, what happened was this is sad, and I can't believe I'm repeating it because it is very detrimental to my career.
Mm-hmm.
But I was playing on the Celebrity Poker Showdown, and one of my strategies was I wasn't going to keep looking at my cards because I think it's a sign of weakness that
Right.
you can't remember 2 goddamn cards, right?
Yeah.
So I had a king and a 7, a king of hearts and a 7 of something offsuit. And, the flop comes off, king of diamonds, 4 of diamonds, 3 of diamonds, and And I'm thinking, oh my God, I got this pair of kings, and he's betting. My opponent's betting, and I'm thinking he's got the flush. And I keep asking him, "You got the flush? Just tell me if you have the flush. Tell me now. This is a friendly game. Just tell me if you have a flush." And he's like, "I don't have a flush, I promise." And I'm like, "He's got a straight. That's what he has. He has a straight." And so, even though I have these great kings, I fold my hand. He shows me his straight, and I'm like, "Great call on my part." Then I watch it on TV, and that king in the hole was a king of diamonds, and I had the king high flush. So Phil has just been kicking my ass all day about how I folded a king high flush to a straight.
Anthony's got to go back.
We got to go back.
We got to go back.
I got to go get all of Anthony's money now. Here we go.
Cameron, man, kicking ass.
All right, Anthony. We're gonna have to find out how Anthony does tomorrow on the program. It's a very good. It's a cliffhanger.
He's such a sick fuck. Look at him. That face.
God damn, was that her BO?
I don't know. I didn't smell it.
Oh man, that was awful.
Really?
Absolutely awful. I didn't want to say anything because Anthony would kill me because they're at the same table. I was dying to go for that.
Really?
I was dying to go for that.
Ask Jim.
Jim.
$50 on the ante.
Now they're. Hold on. Get her on mic.
You really are.
Wow. She loves Jim's comedy. She loves your comedy, Jim? Is that what she was saying? No, she didn't say both.
Yeah, she did like Rich, too.
Oh, she did like you, too?
That's good. The one celebrity that recognized him, he looks like Cass Elliot.
Opie said she had BO. Did she have BO?
Anyone else smell the BO?
Did not notice it.
And I didn't want to do that to Anthony because he would kill me because they're at the same table.
Yeah,
that would have been an easy target for me.
First of all, she recognized me. She was nice. I would never say anything bad about her.
But who smelled the BO?
Who cares? He's under a lot of pressure playing poker.
So what did Romano say? I saw you talking to Ray Romano.
Ray said, if you lose, do you have to come over here? I go, yeah. He goes, well, that'll give me more incentive to win.
Brad Garrett, we saw walk by.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of the big stars, though. Who haven't we gotten besides Macaulay Culkin, Ken?
We did pretty well today.
I'm trying to get that little creep, but
what about Deacon Jones? We got to end the show with Deacon. We only have like 4 or 5 minutes left in the show.
He's probably doing an episode of Cops right now.
He's that hammered?
Yeah.
He's on the patio.
Is he?
He's out
of his mind.
All right, what were we going to say?
No, I tried to get Brad Garrett and Ray Romano, but they wanted to go to the bathroom instead.
Okay. All right, they're getting...
So you couldn't get Romano or Brad Garrett?
No, I'm trying, though.
Maybe we'll eat later. Have something with Parmesan cheese on it.
All right, thanks. I am hungry.
All right, well...
You and your wrong word accents.
They're
quit while I was ahead on that one.
They have begun dealing the cards again.
Fourth time's a charm.
Anthony's back in. What are we going to do tonight? You're going to direct a porno, right?
I'm probably going to direct a porn
The
movie.
golden shower thing. Joe's going to either beat someone up or float somewhere. Do a little floating, right?
I think Master Poe's going to come to my buddy's jiu-jitsu class.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Come train with Master Poe.
I think I want to hit the Comedy Store tonight. Is it good night? Wednesday night over there?
Sometimes. It all depends.
Has Pryor been in there at all, Joe, or no? Not all the time?
No. You know, when I first started doing the Comedy Store, when I was there for like a couple of years, I used to have to follow him. And he's one of my heroes, just like you.
Yeah.
You know, he's totally one of my heroes. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, the first time I ever thought about doing stand-up, I saw Live in the Sunset Strip in the movie theater. And I remember being in the movie theater thinking, I have never seen a fucking movie that's this funny before, and it's just a guy talking. And the whole movie theater was just falling out laughing. So to see him, you know, in a wheelchair, it's so hard to watch.
If life was fair, he would have died in 1974. The way he was doing dope and drugs. I figured he's been on borrowed time for 30 years anyway. Man, the way he partied. So
no, absolutely.
Well, one of these celebrity shows showed him on a movie set or something where he's not even talking anymore.
Yeah, his jaw's wide open.
That killed me. Absolutely killed me.
They say he's alive inside. They always say that like about Muhammad Ali too. Oh, you look inside his eyes. He's alive in there. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He's totally with it. He just can't communicate anymore. Well,
I
great.
mean,
that's how I want to be.
It's amazing that you see a guy like Ali especially, and nobody just goes, hey, you know, maybe people shouldn't be punching each other in the head.
Look who we got back.
This is perfect. He's drunk now, too.
Oh, look
Jesus Christ. Look at him.
I responded because of that pretty girl you sent me.
What happened, Deacon?
Well, I came back because, you know, the guy came, but it looks kind of bad, but the girl came and I was talking. That's why I didn't make it back.
Yeah, you were the first guy out, I'm hearing, after all that smack.
See, now that's why I didn't want to come on your show. I didn't want to hear that garbage.
Well, you know.
Yeah, I got trapped. You know, in football we call it, you know, God comes and trap you.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy came with 3 aces.
Yeah.
Oof. And I had 3 kings.
Did you really?
I had to go.
In cards, they call that losing.
Well, that's what that's exactly.
But 3 kings, you got to bet.
I'm going to bet that all day.
Yep. Let me ask you a question. Did you think, because I've lost on big hands before, like if a guy has a big hand and you're looking at your thing, sometimes you just got to go, you know what? I mean, whatever, you know?
Well, you know, unless you're one of those people who can tell, who can look somebody in the eye and tell what they got under them cards.
No.
What you're betting on? You're betting on your hand. Okay? If you're bluffing simply because you think you got a higher hand than he has.
Yeah.
You know, not necessarily a pair.
Should you be giving us advice at this point, though?
No, I don't give
the first
nobody
one
no
out?
advice when I'm the first guy out. I don't give nobody no advice. I mean, I don't give.
Let's talk about the broads or drinking.
There's
or
some pretty
something.
girls out there.
There's a lot of pieces of
it's
asses
quality.
out there.
This is California, man.
You think you're gonna get a little something?
Oh, man, look at I'm the deacon, man.
Well,
this is my territory. You're in my den of iniquity.
Well,
Den of iniquity.
I live here. I'm the king here.
Well, then take us
I
out.
was the king before Magic Johnson came here. I was the king before all them punks came here.
Before Kobe.
Before
Kobe's
a young kid.
Did you ever hang out with Will Chamberlain?
Yeah, me and the Big Dipper.
Yeah,
yeah,
the Big Dipper.
Yeah, well, he banged what, 10,000 women?
Oh, hey, look here. I want to talk to you about that. That's the biggest lie ever been told.
Really?
I asked Will that before he died. You know, he and I did a card show over at the casino.
Yeah.
At Hollywood Park.
He only did 5,000.
Just about a. No, man. Let me tell you one thing. They run up and down the basketball court 4 times a week. You know, ain't nobody in the world can make love to 10,000 women and run up and down that basketball court. Jesus Christ can't do that. Okay.
Right.
So we know that was a book deal. Okay. Okay. You know.
So running up and down the basketball court gets you tired and you can't fuck? Is that what it is?
Well, you know these Philly guys. These Philly guys seem to think that they're the best in the world. They can do anything. Okay?
Right.
Hey, but ain't nobody in the world can fight them women and fight that sport. Okay? Trust me on that. I've been there before.
Dude,
been
look at
there,
the size
done
of his
that.
hands. Look how big his hands are.
You heard the myth, didn't
You have enormous
It's
hands,
true.
dude.
Yeah.
The myth is true.
Really?
What are you
Yeah.
packing?
What's the myth?
What?
I want to know what he's packing.
What do you mean?
15, 16.
No.
Dick size.
Wow.
You
That's
guys
just
you want
girth.
to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell?
I'll whip it out.
Seriously.
Follow me not.
Whip it out.
Let's
Whip it out.
Hold on. If you need something to rest it on, bring your head over here.
All you married guys got a problem if I do whip it out.
No, whip it out.
Whip it out. Fuck it. Whip it out.
Whip it out.
Yeah, we'd love to see it. We're not
Dude,
gay.
we don't give a shit.
I'm sorry, Kenny. Deacon Jones wants to whip it out. Is that okay?
Yeah. It's XM Radio. You're allowed to pull your cock out.
Yeah.
Come on, big
Seriously,
man.
you can pull it out. Go ahead.
Hey, does it help? Does it help?
Are we into the dirty part of this?
Yeah.
Does the helmet have a horn on it?
Let you sit down.
Yeah. Well, you left the seat and I finally...
Look, if you whip it out, I'll whip mine out. But I gotta pull it a little
Oh,
first.
man, I don't
I
wanna
gotta stretch it
burn.
out a little. I don't want it.
We'll all work
cold.
ours. We'll work ours
Yeah.
a little bit.
I don't want it coming out cold.
I got a picture of mine.
Mine's a grower, not a shower.
Yeah.
Does somebody need a fluffer?
Deacon,
All these youngsters need it.
Deacon, if you want to whip it out, we'll turn off all the cameras. You don't have no 15. You have maybe.
Is he bluffing?
He's bluffing.
Come on, let me.